Welcome to the Planescape, where good and evil clash, where law and order maintain their delicate balance, the battleground for gods and monsters. Many heroes have written their legends in the stars of the astral sea, but these are not their stories. The Aspera and her crew, Kyana, Finbar, Virla, and Dani, may not be the stuff of legends yet, but they're definitely rolling with difficulty.
Hello, and welcome to our little planes-hopping D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and joining me as always are our monotonous Modrons, making money, manning magical moors. Say hello, everyone.
No. Sophia and Noir are just losing it right now.
You can't do this.
I swear, there's something in the water today.
We're in such a fragile state. Okay.
Oh, no.
Noir, I know if no one else has got me, you've got me.
Wow.
Excited to be here.
Yep.
Ready to play some
Yeah.
D&D.
We're so on. We're so ready. This is going to be the most professional podcast you've ever listened to.
Oh yeah,
we were so unready, and then we rated up.
We're the best.
We're so professional.
Yep.
I did not say the name of the podcast at the
No.
top, so if you're joining us, welcome to Rolling with Difficulty, the
audience
Adventures
already
of the
knows.
Crew of the
Yeah.
Already know.
Read the
You
title.
already,
Like
if you
10
don't
episodes
know,
deep.
you're in the wrong place, my friend.
Come on.
Yeah.
But welcome. We're excited to be back for Season 2, Episode 3. Before we get started, we do have announcements, so I'm going to throw it over to our producer, Sophia, if you could talk about our sponsor.
Heck, yeah, I can. I'm going to catch that, unpack it, unroll that scroll with all the nice
You gotta
funky
stop.
writing on it.
Oh, no.
This
Oh,
bit
no.
will never die. Our
Everyone's got a bit and everyone else hates it. That's the game.
That's the D&D, baby.
Our sponsor for today's episode is World Anvil.
World Anvil.
World Anvil.
Tell us more.
Well, World Anvil is a browser-based world-building tool designed to help you, yes, you, the creator, write and world build, all while keeping your work organized and in one place. World maps, calendars, customizable wikis, visual timelines, and more let you decide how best to build your world. And when you're ready to write, look no further than the built-in world processor. I did that mistake last time, too. Word processor.
If you do it enough, it becomes a bit.
That's true. You can write your prose directly in World Anvil to keep every step of the process in one place. The Popeye's Coke that I've just been drinking is really starting to catch up with my voice, which is great for a podcast.
No. Okay.
We're not sponsored. We're just trying to get them to.
Yep.
I like how it's specifically Popeye's Coke. Like the McDonald's Sprite hits different.
Yeah.
So too does the Popeye's
Yeah.
Coke.
Speaking of,
Yes.
I'm wearing these really comfy Lucky Brand jeans.
All right. Anyway, we all know that TTRPGs are a collaborative game, as you can see from our collaborative bits we seem to be doing today. And with real-time collaboration, try saying that 5 times fast, you can work with your players or other creators on the same project. Finally, a way to make sure your DM and you have the same constantly updating list of upgrades you're going to make to your personal spaceship. On top of all that cool stuff, World Anvil recently rolled out a new feature called Whiteboards. This visual canvas allows creators to freely draw out their ideas, adding diagrams, flowcharts, mood boards, and more. If you're a more visual creator, this feature is perfect for you. You can chart out character arcs, storyboard key scenes, draw the big bad evil guy drowning in his own shark pit, or whatever you need to help make the story you see in your mind come to life. Interested? Of course you are. And for our listeners, World Anvil is offering a special discount. Just use code PLUG at checkout for 40% off a yearly membership. That is code PLUG, P-L-U-G, at checkout for 40% off a yearly membership. Thank you to World Anvil for sponsoring this adventure. I hope we did not...
You won't
I
regret
hope you're
it.
proud of us.
We all did well. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
Couldn't
work,
have done
team.
better.
And we never heard from World Anvil again.
Going off of this
Thank
trend.
you, World Anvil.
Uh-oh.
Going off this trend, we're going to be completely incoherent by episode 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a 4-hour laugh track. By
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Play it over your favorite movies.
It'll make it better.
I believe the technical term for this mood is slap happy.
Surely
It's
this will
the heat wave.
not backfire
Now with
on
more
us in any
slaps.
way. Our adventure will be just one of joy and laughter. This truly will be a momentous occasion for the books in which we just go on a jaunty little walk through the planescape. No, I think
The
it's
heat wave is
dangerous
probably
sea.
it. I can't help but notice that 3 out of 5 of us are currently suns out, guns out.
True.
Yes, 3 out of the 5 of us can't turn their ACs on because it creates too much background noise for a podcast.
Suffering, my old friend.
Anyway, that's
Okay.
the sponsored spot. Thanks again to World Anvil. Austin, take us away.
On a
I
journey
happily will.
of our imagination.
Ooh.
With that out of the way, and no further ado, let us return to the adventures of the crew of Aspera. When last we left our heroes, y'all got to party.
Woo!
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah, you guys invited to a swanky party, got some dope outfits, solved a little bit of mysteries, made some friends, made a few more enemies, had an encounter with a massive fungus monster, leading you to believe that perhaps there's more afoot than just the single incident of a cursed gnoll wandering in the peaceful kingdoms. But you guys found your way home. Long rests were taken. 2 days later, still docked in the crown jewel of the Outlands, the great city of Sigil. You guys, whatever, going about your daily business, as it were, when you receive a invitation, more of a direction, inviting you to please visit the Roundsman Rigs, located at the Guild Hall of the Searing Tongue.
Has, in those 2 days, has Virla gotten a chance to kind of scrub through the report from the Peaceable Kingdoms that Finbar had given him?
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Anything useful to come out of that?
More for the conspiracy board.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation roll.
Sure, yeah. Ooh, that's a natural 19, so 26.
Promising start.
Nice.
I believe you also make investigation checks with advantage now with the
Yeah.
aid
Do
of
it.
docent.
Oh, yes.
20.
Come
So
on.
let's see if you can crack
The
a 19.
orb.
Come on,
Bonus to
docent.
pondering.
Virla wants a new pair of shoes.
That orb's got a ponder.
It's only a 13, so
Ah.
I'll keep the 26.
You begin flipping through, and I imagine the same way that you can copy at copy spells at ridiculous speed. You reading papers is like it's mechanical. The arms can move through, and it's less of you reading it so much as just docent like scanning through it
Yeah.
and kind of like remembering it for you. As you just like flip through this stack that I hold my own hands up for the audience that can't see. It's like a foot tall of papers, but bound together.
I can just
You go
control
through.
F. It's super
There
easy.
is
Yeah.
basically you go through. There's a lot of, for lack of a better word, like legalese. Like that's the
Yeah.
bulk of this document. Most of it is useless. There's several booklets of essentially like booklet length of pages that just detail misdemeanors you guys committed that that were logged and that you had to pay fines for.
Right.
I will remember those.
Things like that.
I will
like-
challenge them.
This episode, the gang goes to the DMV again.
There's a lot of that, but you do find, there is extensive note-taking on every single thing recovered from the, quote, crime scene, which includes the midden, I think is the best word for it, that was in the cave where you found that fungus, which was recorded and is still present. Who's to say who in Arcadia has looked at this? So it could be that the other copy of this is just the transfer paper copy of this is just sitting on some shelf somewhere. And so they have no interest in this. Case open, case shut, so to speak. Yeah, you go through, and had it not been for your amazing history and lore delving over the past week, some things here might be surprising. Instead, you find evidence that backs up what you already have suspected as a connection.
To this lady of rot and decay.
Funky
The
mushroom lady.
of rot.
Yes.
If I have time to, what I would like to do is kind of write up, as best as I can, like a one-page summary. That
Oh, totally.
for the sake
There's
of
a lot to distill down.
Yeah, for the sake of the Searing Tongue, I don't imagine that they'd want to sift through this, so I'm just going to try and make that job easier for them. If I need to, I'll reference pages of the report that go into detail things that I'll abbreviate, but I'll highlight in particular things regarding the Lady of Rot, and I'll also sort of include any of my own research that I think might be pertinent, as well as sort of write in 2 days ago, a member of the Searing Tongue got attacked by a person who was, spewing out spore and fungus everywhere.
Big
Most
mushroom
likely related.
Yeah, the funky mushroom
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So,
Fantastic. Yeah, you compile that over the course of a couple days, and then you receive your summon by Riggs.
And I'll bring the report and the summary with me to give back.
Fantastic. I assume without any further ado, you guys make your way back through Sigil, back to the Searing Tongue, through the main hall, speak to Nell at the front desk, who just so painfully slowly lead you back up to the office you're now familiar with. And indeed, inside you find the Snurfniblin, known as the Roundsman, Riggs, doing like paperwork and, oh, come in, please, make yourselves comfortable. You know the drill.
There's not enough chairs still, so.
No, there's not enough chairs still. It's the exact same office as last time.
Yeah.
I will not climb the walls because I was asked nicely.
Do the classic edgy lancer lean against a wall in the back. Someone's got to do it.
Arms
Make a
crossed.
charisma check.
In the chair.
Oh,
Ooh.
charisma check.
8.
Yeah, interpret that menacingly as you will.
I feel like you're constantly shifting between edgy lancer positions. You got like the arms and then you're like, no, that's not right. The arm up on the wall, that's not right. Hands in pockets, that's not right.
Edgy voguing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys each come in, take seats or stand however you would like to. Roundsman said, So, I've heard some tellings of what's gone on the last couple days, and yourselves at the center of it, not just with Cror, but with certain events happening 2 days ago. Y'all want to tell me your side of the story and all that? I'd be curious to hear. You know how the first-hand accounts go. The truth usually lies somewhere in the center of all of it, and just trying to collect as many details as I can.
I have taken.
Everyone starts talking at once.
For the sake of being a little more efficient, my wizard friend here compiled his own report, and he's included it in the document that we borrowed. Show him what we got.
For you, the summary is on the top page for you to scrub through at your leisure, and we are happy to supplement.
Oh, certainly.
We're happy to supplement any questions you might have with, as you say, our first-hand accounts.
You put it down on the desk. She gets up on the desk. It's almost as tall as her, the stack of papers. She picks up your thing, like, puts it to the side, does like a quick page flip with her thumb through the Arcadia report, then picks up yours and looks at it again. She goes, You compiled all this from that in just a couple days?
Yes. I read fast.
Oh, we gotta get you working as an assistant here. Nell is not much of a for dictating.
Oh, you can fax us.
Perhaps not on a permanent basis, but if there were any other reports you would have me skim through, if I have time, I would be happy to read through them and provide a quick memo.
Exciting temping adventures.
Yeah.
Campaign disbanded. The adventures of Virla getting coffee and taking down dictation.
Virla the
Virla
office
the
temp.
Virla, a spelljammer story.
You see, she kind of puts her hand, scratches the back of her head, and reads through your thing. It takes like a minute or two for her to skim your whole thing, but of course much faster than if she had to read through everything. Mm-hmm. She goes, I see. This is, how certain are you about all the connections you make in here? She looks over at Finbar, kind of like, it's directed at you, it's said to you, but then she's kind of looking at Finbar as a like, is this guy the real deal?
Virla's the best there is. I trust his insight.
And I trust yours.
There is, of course, an element of error that is to be considered in all calculations, but the similarities, especially the lullaby that was found on the scene of the crime at the Rhythmic Gardens, is difficult evidence to ignore.
Well, I have to agree with that. And if this is true, if your wizard and scribe is as talented as they seem to be, then seems to me like we have a whole heap and helping of trouble to be concerned about here. Curious. Well, I've been off playing for a few days. This is the first I'm hearing of any of this. First off, I wanted to thank you for dealing with Cror. And, well, Finn, I know that couldn't have been easy, so I just want to tell you that the guild appreciates that, but more importantly, I personally appreciate what you did, and I'm sorry it came down to it, but it seems like ultimately, in the face of all things, you made the wise call, and I'm sure that couldn't have been easy.
We did what best we could.
And we all trying to do just that. But moreover, more worrying, besides that, is that it no longer an isolated event, so to speak. There's more digging to be done. I've got plenty of friends populating across the planescape. I can bring some of this to figure things out. But in the future, I'm curious if y'all wouldn't mind continuing to be of service. If this brings the Searing Tongue back into the forefront of whatever this conflict may be. Finbar, we certainly could use your help, and the rest of your crew as well. If that's something you're amenable to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Work. Woo.
It's not that different than the other stuff.
Yeah,
Could be
no.
even more important.
Could do without.
As a
the funky
member of the
mushroom.
Searing Tongue, I'll do my best to help out the guild.
And as Finbar's friends, we will do our best to help out Finbar.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, you're all mighty impressive, I have to say.
Are we?
We both
getting
know. She
paid?
turns to Finbar specifically here. We both know what implications there may be if, in fact, Karun was not just a bystander of the event, but the actual focus of the attack itself. If maybe Kror was himself tied to the events here, maybe even being used, perhaps an attempt to use them as a mole getting inside. You see, like, her, even though she kind of sounds the same, her demeanor gets a little bit darker as she's saying this, like, almost going a little bit more business. She looks at you, Finbar, she says, there's, lots to consider that, the ramifications might be if someone's chosen Karun as a target. If you catch my drift, Finbar.
Does the guild have any enemies like that might be willing to get all weird and demony just to get to you guys?
Everyone's got enemies, and we have no shortage of people who are displeased or against our philosophy, so to speak. The monitoring, keeping track of those certain situations is the purpose of the roundsman. That's my job, actually. So, believe me, they've all been considered. But most of those conflicts lie back before the Guild War. You know, not so much haven't been much of a violence and struggles since the Lady of Pain put the kibosh on all the inter-strugglings of Sigil. So, who's to say? Maybe this is an old foe, maybe it's a new one, but either way, it's my job to suss out what it is, and it'll be the Guild's job to take care of it, and with your help if you're so willing in the future.
Forgive my ignorance, but
Please.
who would need or have any desire to be the enemies of cooking and eating?
You see, she gets down off the table finally, sits down in her chair, puts her hands on the table and wheels to the side so that you can see her face from on either side of this giant stack of papers. I know that might seem to a lot of folk the Planescape like a simple thing. We're just a bunch of chefs ourselves, but we have a philosophy. To know the Planescape, or to experience the Planescape, is to know it. And there's a lot of people who feel that no folks should be knowing it. There's a lot of folks out there who feel that, experience is the enemy of wisdom, and they fear what we might find out, or what we might convince others to do with our philosophy. At the end of the day, we're dealing with not political power or monetary power or anything of the such sort, which is, of course, what most conflict is fought over in the Planescape. No, this is deeper rooted. This is all about belief. The way that people think other people should act, and, certain folks have problems with us telling other people our philosophy, so to speak.
This makes sense. The reasons for why people would be against you do not make sense, for I also agree that knowledge is power and is one's desire. I believe that one should know as much as they can. For someone to go against that is unfathomable to me, but I can understand that people could do it.
Do I have the feeling that Roundsman Riggs maybe has a prime suspect that we are not being informed of, or do I think she's being... Not
You want to roll an insight check?
Do I? Yeah. Oh,
Please.
well, if you insist.
Do it!
Come on,
Alright,
Red. We
let's
all know
see.
you
Do
will.
One of these days I'll roll well on one of these.
Red's getting smarter. Instead of straightforwardly asking for an insight check, she's like, how can I worm
do
an
I have
insight
an
check into
inkling?
this diegetically?
In
Well,
a situation where it would be diegetic.
Adjusted, it's a 9.
Oh no.
Because I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Sometimes
One of
it
these
happens.
days, I'll be good at the thing I'm in-universe good at. Sorry, go ahead.
There's no. There's an intuitiveness, and maybe it's the fact that you have such a strong intuition that you've now come to realize this maybe this like other soul inside of you helping you to guide and read people.
Yeah, the other soul.
you have
We've
a
all
s-
seen it.
you have a strong sense of insight of intuition, and as you read, you go kind of focus in. I feel like it's almost it's almost the wisdom version of the RDJ Sherlock slowing down, like trying to read mannerisms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment where you realize this person is pretty unassuming. You roll low, but it's because this person is incredibly hard to read, and you realize you kind of put two and two together. Oh, this person seems really unassuming, but she just told me the purpose of the roundsman is basically kind of being a spy for this guild. It seems fun and silly because it's a food guild, but you're like, oh, this is a spy. This is head spy for this guild, and she's probably got plots on plots on plots going on, and trying to actually suss anything out is gonna be it would take an equally skilled investigator, so to speak, to crack her on a good day.
And better than a 2, probably. Okay,
And better
that
than
makes
a
sense.
2, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as I don't get the vibe that she's secretly malicious, I have no objections to her being kind of
It's
sneaky.
been
so
ziggurat
I'm
more
good.
the whole time. I found
Yeah.
out I was saying it wrong the whole front half of the
Just go with
episode.
the flow.
Yeah.
She asks you guys, I'm sure she asks for details again for you guys to give your account. I assume you guys give it in full. If there's anything that you want to specifically include or exclude, let me know.
I know.
I'm still suspicious of the monk lady that the water genasi had some kind of interaction with right before he set loose the mushroom guy on the other guy. God, I hope someone wrote their names down. I'm really bad at this. But that part I don't have any hard evidence for. I'm just I want to keep an eye out for that, or someone to keep an eye out for that, because we really have no idea how far this goes, and I don't know. I'm concerned.
Okay, do you mention that to Riggs?
Yes, I'm going to mention that specific
Cool.
part.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I was off plane, but it's possible that Krundentrasis knows who this. She asks for a description. You give it. She says, "Possible Krundentrasi knows this person. If not, getting a guest list should be of a trivial manner. So I'm sure I can narrow it down, and then we'll get some follow-up questions. That's a good lead, though. No one mentioned that just yet. Yet. So thank you. By the way, Krundentrasi busy, but wanted to thank you for the lift. Said he'd never experienced anything like that before, and was very, she turns to Finbar, she goes, you know how you get about that sort of stuff, so, No, nothing further needs to be said, I think.
Agreed.
All right. Glad to broaden his horizons.
That is, his, raison d'etre, so to speak.
You guys might
So,
want to hold off on serving mushrooms for a while at any functions.
Yes.
Believe me, we've already got, protections from evil and good and, magic detections, going on, anything that might be related to, any kind of sort of funguses or mushrooms that we got in the guild hall currently. So, rest assured, if there's a problem, we'll find it.
Finbar's gonna speak up. Okay, so I guess we got a situation here in Sigil, and we had one instance out in the Outer Plains in Arcadia. That's what it is. Do you know of any of the other hunters out there? Have we had any other incidences that might be tied to this?
No other incidents reported as of yet. That's why I'm sort of interested in all you guys. Y'all so far seem to be sort of at the center of it. Whether by design or coincidence, well, Planescape's sometimes too big to tell.
That's always fun. All right, we'll keep our eyes and ears out. And second we know something, we'll let you know. We'd like for you to return the favor.
Well, I will rest easier knowing that, and I invite all you to rest easier knowing I'm doing my job.
All right.
Cool.
Well, that'll be all, I think.
Yeah, I got a guest list to scrounge up, so good luck. And is Elise still the best way to contact you while you're out gallivanting?
Yeah. If she's willing to still talk to me, yeah.
We didn't misbehave that
you-
badly. The party went wrong for other reasons.
Yeah, this one was
she
not
lets
on
out
us.
a little, just one nervous. All right, certainly. Well, take care, and promise we'll be talking soon.
All right, take it easy, Riggs.
You guys all
Goodbye.
head out and make your way back through the hallways.
Yeah, we do a little more than just cooking in these halls. So,
There's not like a plane of mushrooms or anything we could go to.
there is,
Oh.
sort of.
How about we
Kinda.
don't? How about we don't go there? Actually.
Well, you know how like when you put salt on slugs, they get all shrivelly and snails. What is there an equivalent for mushrooms?
Burn them.
Yeah, I think it's fire.
Yeah.
You know all about that already. Come on, stop asking questions you already know the answer to.
Yeah.
I do not know if it is wise to get into the middle of a turf war that is not directly our fault.
Right now, they seem to be targeting the guild and not us.
Aren't
which
you
is
in the guild?
fine for now.
Yeah.
I am a part of it. I'm just a chef. I don't deal with any of the higher ups or anything they got going on. But like we look for exotic ingredients. We put on parties. We host events. So it makes sense for people to be coming at us. We offer experiences. One of a lifetime experiences with the food.
Well, you're one of those
bring in the
restaurants.
parties that we got.
But I feel like you guys are spread all over the planescape. You get in where nobody else really pays attention. The obvious thing to do would be subvert you guys as some kind of interdimensional spy network, not kill your boss. So this feels like someone's not trying to, I don't know, corrupt you or use you. They're just, it feels personal in a way that's detrimental to whatever large-scale plans they might have.
Well,
I'm sorry, I have a lot of
don't know
experience with
anyone.
conspiracies now.
I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't think too hard on it.
Virla brings out the
Too
red
late.
string.
Yeah.
Kiana,
Yes?
go ahead and take an inspiration.
Oh, why, thank you. I'll add it next to the one I got for doing that kip up.
You're telling me that Red also has amazing insight and intuition?
Hopefully, it ain't nothing like a giant conspiracy or nothing, and it's just some weird folks out there trying to take down the guild. And it's as simple as that. We find them, we kick them to the curb, and it's over. But what time of day is it right now?
It's like late morning.
Ah,
Late
brunch
morning?
o'clock.
Okay.
Brunch
Brunch o'clock. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
Where are you heading? Where are you guys going, Finn?
Brunch.
Y'all want to try a new spot?
Yeah, let's try Sigil's finest drivers, dine-ins, and dines.
Dani Fieri?
Hey.
That's Uncle Fieri. He's on the other side of the family.
Can we retcon it so that
Guy
Otto just
Fieri is
looks
a
like
Tenari. He's
Guy
chaotic.
Fieri? Yeah, I'm
Well,
down
the
to try
lava
somewhere new.
dreadlocks. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's try that.
You got somewhere in mind, Finn?
Yeah, so there's this food cart in the market ward, not part of the guild. He hates their asses, but he's a good buddy of mine, and his food, not that bad. And it's around brunch he likes to set up. So if y'all want to try it, what he got, we can head over there.
Anyone
Yes.
who's rebelling against the man, that sounds like a good place to me.
You guys
Very
make
well.
your way to the market ward to this rebellious renegade cook.
This bad boy.
Where are we going?
of the
Finn, where are we going? I don't know. Where are we going?
Lead us.
Yeah. So,
Finbar's the DM now.
yeah. Look at me now. We walk past a lot of the stalls that you guys have seen before. We've already made it past the Sprite Spring. I wave hello to Peace Blossom, who is at the door, and
Hey,
go
what's
through
up,
this.
guys?
No! Don't let Aunt Austin do that voice in this episode. I hate it so much.
Hello.
Dani, it's good to see you again.
How you doing, Peace Blossom?
Hey, I'm all good here. We hadn't seen you in a while. You gotta come back, all right?
Yeah.
Come back soon.
Oh boy.
So past a couple of more stalls and turn a corner, and just when you think you've reached sort of the edge of the market, there is one last rickety cart with like a bent umbrella, a little steam coming out of the cart itself. It's black, but he's like, and Finbar says, "Trust me, it don't look all that fancy, but the food, amazing."
All right,
I'm intrigued.
let's eat.
Yeah.
All right.
So Finbar walks up to this Cambion, hunched over, banging at this truck. stupid thing. There's smoke all over the place. And he says, okay, it's not usually Sparks. He's usually running this cart here. Who's
that?
You?
Who are you?
Is Finbar. Is Sparks around? He usually runs the cart.
No Sparks today. Sorry. You got me instead.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Who is
Finbar,
me?
who is this?
Who are you?
Who's fucking asking?
Whoa.
It's Finbar.
You did say that. Sorry, I escalated.
I haven't been around
escalated.
in a bit, but like it's Finbar. I used to come here all the time. I worked at the Sprite Spring. You know, I used to hook him up with anything the guild like didn't like. I just shoved it
the
Sparks' way.
Yeah, well, you got coin?
I do.
Ah, okay.
Who are we looking
Then what
at?
do you,
What's
what's
happening?
gonna be your pick then? Only the finest eatings from hell right here.
Oh.
Name's Bauman, by the way. Bauman.
Bellman. Cool.
Bellman?
This is food from hell?
Bellman
Yeah.
from hell?
Wait, which hell?
Yeah. What? You got a problem with that?
No.
Who's fucking asking?
What?
Well, we've only been to a few. That's all. I haven't sampled the cuisine, so I'm curious. You know, like to put a place to the cuisine.
What is your
Oh,
best delicacy?
Oh, today we got roasted wereboar.
Ooh.
Alright, that sounds
Where-
good to me.
Oh, it's good shit. Right in from the what's the name? Well, what's the name of the marketplace in Avernus, the traveling one?
It was
Wandering
Wandering
Emporium.
Emporium. Yes.
Right in from the Wandering Emporium.
Who is this
That
guy?
sounds fancy.
Why does he sound
said he
like
was-
me?
You said he was a
yeah.
Cambrian?
Cambion.
Cambion.
Cambion, yeah.
I don't
They're a
know.
type
All
of
I know
devil.
is the official
Oh.
meaning of that. I don't know the D&D meaning.
They're a type of devil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
So
We'll take a couple of the roasted boar.
yeah.
What
All right, I'll
happened
get
to
that
Sparks?
Oh, Sparks, day off. You know, you can't in this gig you can't work every day.
You telling me he finally
It's like-
took a day off?
You know, I tell him he's gotta work less, you know? It's hard on his back. It's starting to look like mine.
So I'm glad he finally took a day off. I thought I'd get a little more of his cooking today, but this is my crew. I'm
Well.
currently out on the sea. If you ever need anything, I know you don't really have the backing of the guild. I can still throw some ingredients your way.
I don't trust it.
Hey,
Well, I don't.
But you got a friendly face, kid. I'll give you that.
That makes one of us.
I'll tell Sparks you said hi when I get home later.
I appreciate that.
Why would Sparks
will
be
do.
at your house?
We're married.
Oh,
Aha!
good for you guys.
Thanks.
It was 50-50 that, or like another X of Finbar's, so I'm glad that cleared up.
Does home
Good.
mean
Porque no los dos.
hell?
You guys
Finbar
get it's
doesn't respond.
it's sort of a what's the word I'm looking for? You shave the meat and it comes in a pita.
Oh, yeah, like
Oh,
a hero.
Like
Heroes.
a gyro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a hero situation going on.
Alright.
But it's roasted wereboar. You
It's
guys,
a little bit on the burnt side.
It's
It's
yeah. But
You have feta cheese.
who's fucking asking?
I just wished for some more seasonings and toppings is all. I apologize.
There's a stand on the back of the cart over there. Get your own.
Thank you.
Help yourself.
Well, I really like it.
It's free.
Okay.
You guys, you all tuck in and eat.
No.
I'd say about halfway through the meal, you guys kind of like move in off the, other people come by and you get shooed away by Bauman. Off to the side, you guys kind of find like an eave, so to speak. There's a bit of shade coming in from a building to eat at. About halfway through, you see Kyana, a shadow kind of like passes over your head. And as you look down, you see just this huge shadow come over your head, obscure the light with just like these strange, like kind of like appendages sticking off. And as you turn up to look, there's this flash of silver mechanical legs as this huge shape jumps off the building, lands with this thud, everything shakes. You see in front of you this giant mechanical spider, 8 eyes, fiery, looking at you, riding on her back. You see a drow dressed in all black with a like silver like metal filigree over one shoulder coming down, a rapier and a light crossbow at her side. You see Lula and Cressida land in front of you. Cressida looks you up and down and goes, "Oh, good, you're alive."
Yeah.
Virla immediately comes to like just kind of step between the group and Cressida.
We barely got a chance to talk last time because I
know
got
that
kidnapped.
it's like true.
By
I
you.
know.
Like,
I'm sorry about that. It's.
Hey, it's.
I'm glad. Oh my goodness, was it a time to find you guys?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where to look. Hey, how's it going? I actually don't know if we were like really introduced the last time.
I was kind of
I'm
paralyzed
Cressida.
most of the time. Yeah. They told me about you afterwards. You're apparently really helpful.
Finbar is still chewing through his food, and he just locks eyes with this drow.
Kyana,
Still don't.
this was the being that paralyzed you.
Well, I know. I was there.
Her name's Lula.
Yeah.
I just wish your mind might have been addled by the events that happened within such a
No, I
short
got it.
amount
But it's. Hey, I was working for those guys for a while too. All right, I know how bad it was.
That's true. They ended up being pretty huge assholes.
Yeah,
So,
right. They're the worst.
Yeah. First off, I just wanted to say sorry about all that, and like I said, glad you're alive. She dismounts from Lula at this point, and Lula
that
steps back
really
a little
means a
bit.
lot. Yeah.
I appreciate
Glad you're
the
alive.
apology.
Yep.
All you guys, wow, you very, very cool. You must be quite talented to have made it through all that and lived. So
Pretty good at not dying. Yep.
major
We're getting
kudos.
Better every day.
So what do you want?
As long
Just
as
what I
you
wanted to hear,
remember
actually.
that.
I
Oh.
had, she goes to like each of you. She's like, Cressida, by the way, this is Lula. I know the introductions went kind of fast last time, and I don't know about you, but sometimes someone tells me their name, and then I say yes, but I didn't actually hear their name. I've already forgotten it.
All the
So-
time. We were just at this party. It was terrible. I'm sorry. Please go on.
No, that was it. Cressida. She just goes around to each of you.
Yep. Of course.
Finbar does not shake her hand.
Virla does
All
not
right,
shake
noted.
your hand.
Well, I'm having a great time.
Noted?
Dani shakes her hand, but her hand is covered in like the drippings of the boar that we've been eating this whole time. So it's a little gross.
It's very greasy, very tough. Finbar kind of like has spent the past like 10 minutes apologizing. He's like, normally it's Sparks cooking. It's not this bad.
Nah, it's good.
What are you
So,
doing here, Cressida?
Yes.
Glad you asked. I actually had. I was curious if you guys were looking for work because I have a job that I have a bit of a hard time finishing, and I kind of thought you guys might be the other piece of the puzzle to get it done.
Ooh.
If you're amenable to that.
Well, I'm curious.
What's your rate?
Job that's tough for you. Okay.
What's my rate?
Well, what's the rate on this prod? This
Oh, what's the rate? We split it 50-50.
Uh,
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm not gonna. We should talk details
Yeah, what's the actual
before
job?
price. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Danny,
she kind of
money over everything.
Yeah, of course.
She kind of looks around. She's like, I don't know. Is there like somewhere we could? I mean, I can tell you here if you want. Is there somewhere we could go that's a little less in the middle of a city?
I have no intention of taking her back to the Aspera.
I have just enough situational awareness to know that volunteering that would be an unpopular idea in this group right now.
Last time we took
So-
a machine to the Sprite Spring, we had to fight a hyena man and a devil and things. So maybe that's not the best way.
Hey.
Is there like a nice outdoor park somewhere?
Or like
We
an.
can,
I was just thinking an alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just duck into a nearby alley and we're like, now we can conduct business.
Yeah.
You want to duck into a nearby alley? All right.
You think all these alleys aren't already crammed full of people?
sorry.
Doing the
Okay.
exact same thing. Yeah. Like,
Just-
we'll be done in like 5 minutes. Let's get out here. Done.
Wanna
Y'all
buy
take
a
it off.
sundial?
They're just other adventuring parties.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Grouped
it's a
up in little
little.
5-man bands everywhere.
Being in an alley is a little on the nose for business dealings, but sure, they do
Yeah,
it.
why not?
Lula, you can't fit in here, so just wait out there. You see Lula, and then plops it down.
Oh, I love
The
it so
flags
much.
fold up.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys go. There's like a nearby alley. She kind of looks around. She's like, "Okay, so should I just start or?"
Yeah, what's the,
That's usually how these things go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the situation?
I've been doing the same work since I saw each other a while back, and about a week ago, time gets weird out here, I was over in the Peaceful Kingdoms, place called Licharloth. I don't know if you heard it.
Nope.
Doesn't matter. It's a small kingdom over there, but
Wait, are the Peaceful Kingdoms Arcadia? Is that where?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a different
So she's
place,
talking about a
apparently.
city in Arcadia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
specifically one of the Peaceable Kingdoms. 'cause
Immediately
they're small.
suspicious. Go on.
Yeah.
She goes, so, yeah, I was over there, recently they put out a call, they needed, someone needed to be found. I guess a few years back there was some change of power, you know how these political situations go. You know, the violent kind, so to speak. Queen basically was gonna have an heir, she was pregnant, so they banished her, literally they banished her to the astral plane.
Oh.
I guess remove the figurehead sort of situation. Anyway, it's been a couple years, flash forward to now. People who were on top are back on top. So they kind of want their queen and her heir back.
Okay.
And that's where you fine folks come in.
Oh.
See, Lula, she motions back out of the alley, can find her no problem. That's sort of her specialty. If we're on the astral plane, she can find her, nothing to it. Only problem, Lula, not much of a swimmer. And myself, frankly, not much of a swimmer either. So, we were hoping for a lift. You sail us there, Luna navigates, we each make easy money picking up these two from the void. Sound good?
I like this plan. I don't think we spend enough time on the Astral Sea.
Yeah, who knows how long it'll take. I mean,
So you just need
it's
a ride
infinite.
then.
She could be anywhere.
Ooh, that's a scary
You-
thought.
You just need a ride then.
Just need a lift.
Danny's running the math on how to fit the spider onto the boat.
The spider will be fine. It's not that
Spider
big.
is
Danny
10
on
feet
the
by 10
boat.
feet.
Yeah.
Dan-
yeah.
Danny, we put bigger things on that.
It's a spider.
We put the cannon on the ship.
Yeah.
You're
we
letting
put the
you're
salamander
letting number
on the ship.
of
Oh
legs
yes.
confuse you. Like
yeah.
it's-
Yeah. Look, it compacts real nice. Just all tucked up like that. It'll fit. It'll be fine.
I mean,
How much are
do
they
you want me
paying
to
you
step back so you can debate?
she'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's cool. I think we're okay with this, right? Like,
How much are they paying you to recover
oh yeah.
the queen?
6,000 crowns.
Insight check. I want to know if she's trying to
She means gold
shortchange
when she
us.
says crowns.
Ah.
Make an insight check.
Natural 20.
God damn it.
Yeah, she's on the
Plus
up and up.
2.
She's doing a business deal. She's not lying to you.
Perfect.
So you would receive 3,000 and we would get.
Also 3,000.
3,000.
But split
Yeah.
4 ways.
I mean,
Well,
Lula and
well,
I
yeah.
would split 3,000, but yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Very
I
well.
forgot that thing's the actual beast. All right. Okay.
Can it
Uh,
make
got a soul
financial
just like
decisions on its own?
Maybe
Not usually, but I don't know. She's got a
So
personality.
you get the 3,000,
No,
and
but it
you're
gets
just
expensed
spending
to the pet.
3,000 on Lula's behalf.
1,500. You gotta quarter it.
Yes. It's not.
Well, I think this is a great idea.
It's not like Danny.
You guys are so hung up on money. I thought you were like, you know, good, morally upstanding people who just want to help out an innocent damsel in distress.
Those three are,
We-
but I fix everything, and I would like to get paid appropriately for my goods and services.
we have not been paid for the last couple of missions that we have been on.
You
We
gotta
didn't get
get a
to eat
better
really nice food,
negotiator.
though.
Who's your captain?
Don't. I'm gonna look at Virla, and if I see him starting to make the sound that I know he wants to make, I'm gonna slap a hand on top of where I think his mouth should be.
Virla has no. Cressida's captain privilege has been revoked. I said this last season.
Yeah, yeah. Kidnapping a teammate kind of
Listen,
makes
if
it.
you're good at something, don't do it for free.
We did get fed. So-
that I agree
Oh, well.
with you on. So
Yeah.
Rate sounds.
But-
And we made some
reasonable.
friends. That was nice.
friends
Okay.
are always great.
Are we good?
Okay.
Are we doing this?
Well, we don't seem to have much going on today. And if all you need is a ride, we can give you a ride. Just make sure you're within my line of sight at all times. Danny, we got seatbelts on that thing?
No.
Seatbelts?
Okay. Good enough. All right, if you're ready to go,
Do we
we're
have
ready
seats?
to
Yeah, let's do it.
One seat.
Does that seat have a seatbelt?
No, it does have a
go. There
headrest
is a
now.
single...
Oh, headrest. That's nice.
Yeah, for comfort. Long voyages.
Oh, yeah, cool.
There are no seatbelts, but does the Aspera have more doors than wheels?
No.
Doors, right?
We are
There are no
moving
wheels.
on.
There's no
we
wheels
have,
to
like,
drag
a
in the helmet.
steering-
Wait, no,
wheel?
but are we?
It
are we
doesn't.
considering?
It has a chair.
Are we
Ah.
considering pulleys or bearings?
Ooh.
Why
I feel
would
like I'm
you
missing
do
out
this?
on 50% of this conversation.
Stop it.
Do you not know
Oh,
that
yeah.
we don't
We
have to get
to
into
move
it?
on. We need to continue
Anyway,
with the
yeah.
story.
So,
Yeah, let's.
Cressida. So we good?
Yeah,
Yep.
this sounds.
And then
this sounds manageable.
once.
Mhm.
So you guys get me to the queen and her heir. Lula can shift enough times to get him back to Arcadia, and then there we go. No problem.
Yeah.
And afterwards, would you like a ride back to Arcadia or back to Sigil?
You really want to go to Arcadia?
Well,
No.
Lula can take me with her when she shifts. The only problem is when Lula plane shifts, she can go to a place, but she can't go to a person. You know. So
Okay.
we can't just say bring you know Queen Aveline and plane shift. We would just end up somewhere in the astral sea. So we get there, and then Lula can navigate us, and you guys sail. And then once we're there, we can just plane shift back to Sigil.
Very well.
Cool. Let's
I
do it.
imagine we're having this conversation as we head
Yeah,
to
as
the
a
ship.
rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
still
I
tucked
think
up
we
in the
both-
let's do it.
alleyway.
I think we've all agreed.
Yeah.
You guys are very cool.
Aw.
Usually negotiations take a long time. You were only about 80% as stubborn as I expected you guys were.
You might want to
Beat
watch
not
where you
bad.
step on the deck of the ship.
Is it a threat or a promise?
It's a little bit of both.
It's just an actual health warning. She keeps putting trapdoors in. We haven't found all of them yet, and she won't tell us where they are.
It's a surprise too.
I know.
We'll tell us later.
She gives a kind of like, "Are you a psycho?" look to Dani.
Dani will have her default expression when she looks over, which is questionable at best.
I like that you're freaking out the like dimension hopping drow kidnapping ranger type.
Problem
Yeah.
child.
Alrighty. Well, I personally am
let's-
very excited to spend more time just on the astral sea. I think
Yeah,
we
let's
only
go
use it
back
as a
to
go-between, but
the
it's so
Aspera.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've been
You
in
guys.
Sigil for at least like 5-6 days. I think
It's
a
longer
little
than that because I
more.
think.
Yeah.
How many days was it until the?
But we spent a
party?
week.
Yeah.
We spent a week.
spent a
Yeah, there
week,
was a
yeah.
whole
Yeah,
week.
yeah, so you had
Oh,
a
yeah,
week, and then
sorry.
it's been 2 more days. So
Yeah, so
yeah.
10-ish days.
Ah, finally. Back where things make
Fantastic.
sense. No time, no hunger. Always 40 feet straight down. It's perfect.
You're an
Alright,
interesting
Sigil.
group.
Thanks.
Till next time.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys.
Motors always fuck up my ship every time we leave it at the dock here. Go
Danny,
crumbling.
leave the little guys alone. They're trying their hardest. All right. Not
They're
everyone's
like-
genius like you.
They remind me of what are the droids from Star Wars that have the like they look
The pit droids?
Pit droids?
the pit
Roger.
droids? Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got like not the Roger ones, but they have like the weird like
Yeah, they're the
cone
little, like-
face and like
Yeah,
big
yeah.
dome helmets.
They can they can like condense down into
They can
like
Yeah.
condense down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how the Modrons act. They're always like running into each other and shit. Like you show up, and they've all been sitting down, and they all like get off and start running in different directions when you guys
Cooch 'em
walk,
off with a broom.
walk onto the docks.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny, you're that one character from The Mandalorian, like from Tatooine, the mechanic from Tatooine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
You're just negotiating with Jawas and shit like that.
God,
Dated one once.
treat my baby right.
I'm the only
Fantastic.
one who gets to saw holes in it.
I saw holes with
All
purpose.
You guys, you guys all board, and
Not all of them.
Who's gonna helm?
Virla will helm.
Yeah.
Before on our way over, I would sort of ask. I am the one who is best suited. Well, Kyana and I are the ones who are best suited to pilot the ship. It can move the fastest. How were you proposing that Lula would navigate us to where you need to go?
So she can sense. It's directional. She knows what direction the person's in. So I imagine she's just gonna point.
Perfect.
Very well.
Very efficient.
If then Lula,
I'm
I
imagining this mechanical spider pointing like a dog.
Yeah, me too.
I
So
was
then I'll-
imagining, you know the bit in How to Train Your Dragon where they've got like Toothless chained to the deck and they're like using him as like his sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I like the pointing like a dog version better. It's more humane.
Yeah, so then I'll speak to Lula. So
We're
then
not
Lula, if
tying
you can,
Lula down.
No, of course
if you
not.
can remain on the deck, and within eyesight of me, so that I will know whether or not we are going in the correct direction. Does that
And
sound
within
reasonable to you?
eyesight of me.
She nods. She looks at Lula. She says, "Got that, Lula?" Lula kind of gives like an iris, a red eye blink of acknowledgement.
Aw, she's so cute. Who could
All
say no
right.
to that face?
Very well. I will go and assume the helm then once we arrive and
Woohoo!
plane shift
All
out
right.
and then just go where Lula
Yeah.
points.
The ship disembarks. There's the rushing sensation, and you guys crest up through the astral sea. You see, as it happens, Cressida holds onto the railing as you guys, like, the ship settles. That is way rougher than when Lula does it.
Really?
I might be sick. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Please throw up over the
No, it
side of
passed.
the
I'm
boat,
okay.
not on the deck.
Okay, good.
All right.
Is that bad for the astral sea? Is
I don't
like an
know. It's not my
ecosystem?
problem if it's not on the boat.
Nothing. There's actually not really an ecosystem because, like, nothing really grows on the astral sea.
Oh, that's sad.
You know, like, no algae can grow in it because time doesn't pass.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Wait, if time doesn't pass, and this lady was chucked in here when she was pregnant, is she gonna be okay? I'm like privately actually quite concerned about the logistics of this.
Oh, yeah.
you see Lula kind of orients herself and then walks, or sorry, I should say, Cressida puts her hand on Lula's head and says, "All right, Queen Aveline." The spider kind of like raises its head, looks around a little bit, then goes off to the starboard side and kind of like puts its legs up on the railing there as if it's trying to walk starboard.
Aw.
Okay, yeah.
Virla at the
I'll
helm.
steer the ship
You
and... Yeah.
begin to right it, and as you do, you see Lula walks along the edge until she's standing at the bow,
Yeah. Okay.
and you have
I'll
a heading.
maintain that. Yeah, I'll maintain that course. That is an interesting pet. Companion? Partner? You have acquired? Would you
I
be...
think of her more as a partner.
Yeah. Under what circumstances did you two find each other? I'm imagining like a Han Solo Chewbacca situation, I'll be honest.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Or like she finds her and
Oh,
she's
fair
just a
enough.
little baby hand-sized silver tarantula and painstakingly raises her by hand.
And then a bunch of
Actually,
ooze
that's
gets
not
spilled
bad.
on her in a car accident in New York City, and she lives in the sewer until she's a teenager and is taught martial arts by a rat.
Are you... okay, I was gonna say, like, are you suggesting that Cressida was also some sort of animal that was mutated by the ooze? I rolled a 15. Persuasion.
15. You ask like, "Oh, how did you come to meet her?" She gives a little laugh and then
That's
she
not
says,
how Troopers are.
"How much time we got?"
Ooh.
And then she looks out at the sea. She's like, "I guess actually probably a lot."
All the time in the world.
Technically all the time in the world because no time passes.
Yes.
So...
And yet there are still rounds of combat. Anyway.
She gives a shrug. She's like, not my area of expertise so much. I assume so. Virla, you're sitting at the helm.
Yeah.
She joins you in the bubble.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know. Do other people want to be around for this, or are other people going to do stuff?
I'm hanging out with the spider, but I'm super listening in.
I am watching Kyana and the spider.
I'm trying to figure out where I
Because
can
the last
like
time
pet the
those two were
spider.
together.
I think Virla's mostly chill now towards Cressida. Like he fundamentally understands that people just do things for the sake of money and have no moral swayings over what they do. But of course, still he's still a bit begrudging of what Cressida's done. But I think now he's kind of just chill with it.
I
So-
will find where on this spider it wants to be pet, and then we're gonna be good forever. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Dani's probably
Please do
doing
not
her
distract-
usual like checks around the ship after we leave Sigil, where it's like, I don't want to know what these fucking pit chores messed up on my ship.
And I want to say that I don't have proficiency in it, but because it's wisdom based, my animal handling is actually quite
I was
good.
about to say, please roll animal handling for me.
Yeah.
Please do not distract.
She might be a construct, actually.
Please do not distract Lula too much, Kyana.
I'm not distracting her. We're just vibing.
Where's Plug?
Oh, believe me, she's not going to lose focus from a little scratching.
Yeah,
You can
see?
scratch. Go ahead.
Yes.
What's your animal handling?
My animal handling is +4.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, here we go. I'm using the 7 because I rolled a 3. All of these dice are going in the shame box.
You're not really getting a bead on where, like, there's no leg twitches or anything. Just
Okay, well, as long as
you
I'm not
know.
annoying her, it's okay, I guess.
doesn't seem to plus her one way or the other. Yeah, sitting in the dome with you, she kind of looks up. This is a nice ship. Must be nice to travel in a home, so to speak, I guess.
It has its perks.
My sad backstory senses are tingling. Get more information.
Is this
Long and short of it is
a new sensation for
that,
you, Cressida?
Oop, oop.
No, I have a home. I just don't get to take it with me. In a sense, it sounds silly. I'm sure a lot of people would say it is, but, you know, in a sense, Lula and I sort of rescued each other. That makes sense. We both come up from a place called Menzoberranzan, which is, I'm sure, a place you've never heard of. It's on the prime material plane, and it's a rather nasty place. I wouldn't recommend visiting there.
Wait, have I heard of it? I might have actually heard of it. There's like a chance.
Go roll history. Yeah, you roll
History. Uh-oh.
Yeah, roll
Watch
at
it be
advantage, because, yeah.
Watch it be where the hole that you're guarding leads
Oh,
to.
hold on.
In the Underdark.
Oh, I've punched
That
some
would
of
be
your
very
neighbors.
All right. With advantage. All right. Well, first roll's a 17.
Nice.
Second roll is a 5. Okay. And that's +0, so 17.
Nice.
17 is so pretty good. You've heard of Menzoberranzan.
Ooh.
You don't know, like, the politics of it or anything, but you're like, Drow City, people there worship Lolth, because you fought some of them. It's where you got your slippers from.
Yeah, my sweet kicks.
Yeah, exactly. Your sweet kicks come from Lolth worshippers from Menzoberranzan. So it's not like it was close to you guys, but it's certainly something you would have heard of, especially like if you were fighting them, like, you know, something like it might have said like Menzoberranzan sends its regards sort of situation.
Yeah,
so,
classic.
Yeah, you definitely recognize it. But yeah, she puts her back against the dome and looks up and says, like I said, nasty place, not the sort of place you want to spend any amount of time if you can help it. So, I don't know, 15 years back now? It's, like I said, time gets weird out here. It doesn't move the same like it does on the prime material. 15, 16 years ago, we got out, and yeah, we've been doing this ever since.
And so Lula is also a resident of Menzoberranzan. Did I say that correctly?
Yes. Menzoberranzan, yeah. The high priestess there, she's a demon soul bound into a construct, so the high priests there made her, and yeah, she was their tool for a long time. Send them out when they need the Lolth and need someone found, and well, didn't seem like fair for her to be stuck there. I didn't want to be stuck there. I had a key out, she had a key out, so together we were able to.
I remember you mentioning
She
that
just
in the
kinda,
first encounter. You had a key, you said? A tuning key?
Metaphorically. I got her
I see.
out of her cell, she got us out of that dimension.
Yes, I see. And so then what drove you to be a mercenary? Retainer for hire? Necessity or a natural talent?
What else are you going to do when you have a expert tracking spider and skills that are more martial than people-based?
Oh, yeah. That's a
Very fair.
Scritchy, scritchy, scritchy.
I will say, though, you have been more... of the people who have fought us, you have been one of the more talkative ones, so I would not necessarily discount you on your people skills.
Aww.
What can I say? I'm remarkably well-adjusted.
Yes.
Speaking of well-adjusted, where's Plug, the other robot animal on the ship?
Good question. Is Plug... Dani knows Plug maybe better than I do. Is Plug curious in a new spider or terrified of a new spider? Or wants to establish dominance against a spider?
Well, definitely option 3.
Now, I feel like I know the answer.
Yeah.
As I say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Is it behind curtain number 3?
Yeah, you
children
know.
take after their
Here's-
parents.
Well,
Yeah.
here's my logic on that. Plug is a ship's cat, you know, gets all kinds of little critters that are running around, which I assume includes regular-sized spiders. So to him, this is just
Yep.
a bigger problem than usual.
Shadow of the Colossus music starts playing in his head.
Yeah, it's one of the... Lula is pretty nonplussed by stuff, but yeah, you see Plug approaches, one ruby eye kind of rotates to look at Plug, and Plug is slowly, stealthily approaching, but it completely in the open, raises a paw and starts batting at the retriever leg. Lula just slowly lifts that leg up out of reach, and then Plug moves to another leg, and as he does, she lifts that one up as well, and it's just kind of this, she lifts up a couple and then puts them back down when he moves to a different leg.
Nature's truly beautiful.
The world's slowest dance. Is your cat gonna... I don't know what your cat can do. Is you gonna fuck up Lula?
Dani will pop her head up from a trapdoor. What? Yeah, he'll probably. It's fine. Don't worry about it too much, and go back down.
Dani,
I asked if he was gonna fuck her up, and you said yeah, and then said it's fine. So I just feel like I'm getting mixed signals from
Kyana,
you. She's gone.
Could you make sure that Plug does not do any undue damage to Lula?
Yeah, I'm gonna like see if I can coax Plug up and onto the railing or my shoulder. I don't know. In my experience, the most misbehaving cats will not be held, but will
pick
climb
her
you.
up regardless, and sort of move her back towards the trapdoor where Dani was at. Like, no.
What?
Makes little
Not in the
accordion
kitchen.
noises.
Not with the big mechanical spider.
But for 15
So
years,
this is a regular occurrence.
Oh, it's okay,
Yes.
buddy. No one
The cat-
understands you like I do. Plug up.
The cat getting into things that it shouldn't be getting into. Yes. This is regular. That's that happens all the time.
not too much damage comes from it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Does
as long
it count
as it's not.
when Dani saws out trapdoors specifically for Plug? Does that count as Plug doing damage, or?
That
I thought
Plug
you were mostly being sarcastic the first time, like throwing out just a random joke.
Nope.
But it's
no.
twice you've referenced trapdoors, and I'm afraid you're being literal now.
Yeah.
That's why
No.
it's kind of best for you to stay on the top deck. Otherwise, who knows what happens if you go inside.
Yeah.
I believe I
She's
had
sort
to
of-
stop Dani
I can't
Looks
see
around.
from cutting a hole in the dome, actually, to lower a captain's chair down to my room for easy helming and de-helming abilities, but that would have severely broken the structure of the ship, and so I
Don't give her any
politely had...
ideas.
Yeah, and steering
Don't-
from the
don't-
lower
don't-
deck when you can't see where you're going
Yes.
is a questionable choice.
It would have been so cool.
We already had... There was already a lot of readjusting that we had to do in order to account for the weight of the cannon on one end of the ship, so...
Oh,
And the
cannon.
flamethrower.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the
Yes.
flamethrower.
Not the flamethrower?
Or, yeah, the flamethrower, I mean.
Right, yeah.
Yes. Not to mention the repairs that had to be done on the... Not the engine.
No,
It was the
engine.
thing... The thing that turned Dani blue.
Yeah, that was the
yeah.
engine.
No, Austin had like a nice little like name for it.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
the motive
remember.
force generator.
Yeah.
The thing that makes
Obviously.
it go. The engine,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
come on.
say.
Yeah.
Are there, like,
Minus
We
the
wish-
inspiration.
We wish we were joking,
No.
but we were not.
I'm joking.
But 15
Alright,
years that you've been
Yeah.
doing your line of work, you must have seen some very interesting places.
I do a lot of work on the prime material, but that's not enough. I think a lot of people discount that world out here. They kind of think that that's child's play. I don't know. It's not the right word. They
Mundane.
kind of think it's
Easy mode.
mundane.
Yeah.
And I don't know, in my experience, it's anything but. It's just as rich as every other world. Everyone thinks that their world is the real one, you know? You ever talk to someone from the Nine Hells? They
Yes, actually.
look assholes, but they
We got
care about
snacks
it as
from
much
them.
as... There you go.
That's nice.
And they have as much culture and care about their world as much as the Modrons care about mechanists, or people from the material world care about that, you know?
Yes.
They're all
I
all
agree.
worlds.
I'm going
But
to
other
pensively
people think
stare
it's
out at the
gimmicks.
astral sea horizon, having my own private protagonist moment while I say anything.
I mean, not this one, of course. This is just the world between worlds. It's not a real place. She says, "I've been rude though. I'm sorry. Virla, you said it was.
Yes.
Where are you from? Tell me about yourself."
And so it begins.
Just kind of like eyes dim, eyes kind of shut down. Just that one meme where Lisa's just kind of staring off in a little into middle distance. Just kind of that. He doesn't really want to expound too much. He's done that enough in the last year or so. To put a long story short, this is my home. It is all I have known, and I am glad to know it.
Aw.
Weirdly cryptic. No elaboration. You're just. I mean, that's fine. Like, you don't have to tell me. We're just co-workers here. You don't have to tell me anything. You don't.
No, well, I was found in this ship by Dani. I do not know my life before it, and I have spent the last, I would like to say, almost 2 years rebuilding my memories, forging new ones, getting to know my identity, and getting to know the members of this crew, which had been assembled in the process of the last year or so. And now this is my life. This is what I know now.
I'm sorry, that must be tough, but if you don't mind me saying, it seems like you got the whole personality thing, identity thing figured out. You know, doesn't... Yeah. You don't strike... I've met people missing a piece of themselves. You don't strike me as one of them.
Oof.
I, too, am well-adjusted.
I like the idea that Cressida is used to being like the most main character-y person in the room, and now it's just like, uh-oh, everyone's got amnesia and tragic backstories.
Yeah, she goes, but, I don't know, it kind of seems like, forgive me if it's forward to say so, but maybe there's a silver lining in there. You know, sometimes, getting to pick who you are is, I imagine it's hard, but a lot more freeing than the alternative.
That is true.
Yep.
In the last 2 years that I have been coherent, I have found more things that have helped to replace those that I have lost. And I kind of go and show off, like, the kintsugi scar things that I sort of did in the last week or so. And in some cases, the things that I have found have been far more valuable.
But there you go.
Aww.
So what do you guys do for fun on here? Because I don't know how long... I literally have no idea. I don't think... I think you took me literally, but I want to be clear. I have no idea how long this trip could take. We could be out here for maybe ever. Theoretically, the Astral Sea is endless. So what do you guys do for fun on the ship?
I have been trying to do this thing with Finbar where he would allow us to shoot arrows or flames at his pixies as part of a target practice for both us and the pixies.
That ain't happening. No.
Yes.
Trapdoor slams open. I heard you guys were talking about doing something fun. I have a few
I just feel like it's inhumane. Like, I know they can't permanently be hurt by it. It's just, you know, it feels rude. Like, those guys are coworkers.
I understand, and if I had a better solution, then I would offer it, but the fact remains is that the pixies are most likely going to dodge the things that we throw at it rather than get hit by them. And in the event that they do get hit by them, they can return back to Finbar's jacket relatively easily.
You could just throw stuff at me. I have skill training for this.
Okay, well, my original plan was to throw you out into the Astral Sea and do essentially what we did to retrieve you in the first place, which was shooting arrows at you with ropes on them to sort of collect you.
Yeah,
as training... As training again to in a case something like this would happen, but I figured that would be too much hassle to try and reel you back in every time. That would slow things down considerably.
You know, it occurs to me maybe instead of having to fire arrows tied to ropes at me, if we had some kind of like floating device tied to a rope on the ship, and then we could just throw that out if any of us ever go overboard. That just might be simpler.
You mean like a magically enchanted levitation sort of thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I mean, I don't really know how this works.
Well, I
Just
do
something
have
to put
Bing.
someone.
I
Does
do have
Bing?
Bing.
Oh.
Bing is not restricted by gravity. It can move where it pleases, so I could make it just fly, but it is
It's
not...
also incorporeal.
Yeah,
it is
we
also
can't tie a rope around
incorporeal.
Bing.
Can't hit it.
Its movements are also not random. I would be knowledgeable of where they go, which...
But can Bing use Mage Hand to hold a rope?
I do not have Mage Hand.
Oh, sorry.
Though now that you say that, not a bad idea.
Oh, I think we just improvised an invisible servant.
You
Reverse
guys made
engineer it.
You made Invisible Servant the hard way.
Yeah, we bashed an invisible servant.
That's actually not a bad idea. I might want to look
You know
into
in
that.
geometry where you have to solve, like the first time you're like,
Yeah.
why is a triangle a triangle? And
Yeah.
you have to do all the hard work, and then you're like, you're right.
Yeah.
That is a triangle.
And then after that, you can just rely on triangles axiomatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But up until then, you also were just like, I know what a triangle is because I'm a person.
Right.
Yeah.
Just this one time, you did it the hard way to figure out how it would happen.
Math proofs.
I've been getting my legs
Because
Speaking-
mathematicians are ultimately insecure that everything they know is a lie, so they have to constantly keep proving and reproving the core axioms they build their worldviews around. Otherwise, they feel uncomfortable. Anyway.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
To be honest,
So, yeah.
Cressida, our missions are exciting enough that, for me at
We
least,
kind of just relax out here.
Yeah.
I
eat
would
food
be
even though
very
we
well.
don't have to.
I'm welcome of the more relaxing opportunities that travel gives us. So
I play a game called Lucky Bolt.
What?
Don't
Is that
tell
when
me
you
what that
shoot
is.
bolts at me and the ones
No.
that I don't catch are the lucky ones? Okay, good.
Because you guys
Just
know
checking.
I turn blue because the way the engine works, it spoots out magic if you hit it. But I've learned that if you just throw like a little tiny nut or bolt at it in just the right way, it'll do like a tiny mini version of that effect. So like I've been trying to throw it and see what kind of effects I can get. Because
What?
What?
Danny.
How long has that
You
been
s-
going on?
and if it breaks it, I
Danny.
get to fix it. So it's kind of a win-win.
Danny, you said that you
I'm
fixed
going to
the
pretend
motor
I
drive.
didn't hear that.
It's fun. Usually you get like a butterfly.
What? We've been spawning life from nothing in the astral sea because you've been
Lucky
throwing
bolt.
things at our
Is-
engine?
This ship safe.
No.
Yes.
Finbar turns to her and says, no.
As long as we're together, anywhere is safe.
At
But
the
seriously,
end of the
watch
day,
where you step.
At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that it stays in one piece. Danny can keep it in one piece. Viola can drive it, and I can keep everybody alive aboard. That's all that matters.
Look, if we ever
You
need
really
to,
got this
like,
whole thing figured out, huh?
yeah, if we ever really need to get the ship, like, working and keep Danny from screwing it up, we can always just put her back in Mechanus and let her see the cogs of the universe and get ideas to improve them again. That was the quietest I've ever seen her.
I just
This is
haven't
true.
That's
quite
true.
Figured out how
Yeah.
to turn the thermostat of the universe down. Or up.
But you
Up, I would
you can
imagine.
you can understand why we haven't necessarily found formal official things to do for fun. It's just that things sort of happen to us that occupy our time.
At narratively satisfying intervals.
Yes.
You know what they say about the universe.
It's narratively satisfying.
It's big.
Yeah, well, it's all a big song. It's all a big song and dance.
Oh.
It's actually cogs that that turn in
not the
in
way
great
I've been told.
synchronicity.
I think there are whales involved somewhere, but don't quote me
They
on
might
that.
be. I've seen the whales. Yeah.
What?
Perhaps my cogs tick with a rhythm that it ticks with the beat of your song.
Viola, make a history check.
This is very
Oh,
Fraggle
sure.
Rock all of a sudden.
Dance your cares away. 20. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
20? Yeah, she's being literal here. There's a common held belief, like a sort of like mythological sort of belief that the universe was sung into existence.
right.
Ah.
So there's a lot of people out there who like are literally of the opinion that it's like, yeah, stuff happens because we're kind of in like a big story, so to speak. So
Is that related to the weave? Is that another name for the weave? Because I can understand how stories, songs, weave can.
I think it probably has a little more in common with a certain J.R.R. Tolkien and the works thereof, but that's okay.
I was gonna
It's,
say, yeah.
no, the weave is the invisible lattice that powers all magic.
Of course.
And she's talking pre-weave, before there's
Yeah.
magic, because no one knows how the universe got started.
thread.
Because the only people who could ask are the gods, and not all the gods were around. And the ones that were, a lot of them are gone, or they're in unknowable things. So
Everyone
no
knows.
one's really sure, and they all
that
have their own stories.
The
you know?
universe is just the dream of the sleeping elder god Azazel, but that's a whole.
Oh.
That's
You guys really spend a lot of time
so,
trying to figure
yeah.
out what the universe is when you should be trying to figure out how to do repairs to the ship we're on.
so. that's kind of what she's alluding to, and it's unclear if she because some people take that to the so that's where the idea of bards come from. By the way, some people
Yeah.
think bards
Hell
have power
yeah.
because literally the song is the universe is music, and they are playing along.
Well, we've
Yeah.
seen bards have power, and there's really
Well,
no other
some-
explanation, so...
Some people also think that the act of creation is inherently powerful, and so that's why they're able to affect the weave.
And sometimes you just learn to punch so good that the universe itself punches back.
They're just
true.
bards are just
The
sorcerers
universe has
in a
punched
different
Kiana
font.
back a lot of times.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy how that works.
Yes, it has.
Anyway. So
I mean, if diegetically we're talking about this, then like Virla would be happy to talk about the philosophies of the origins of the universe, because I think
she doesn't have
Because-
much more to say about it other than kind of like talking to someone who is like, oh yeah, I'm not religious, but like, I believe in God and all that stuff. Like, that's just kind of her opinion on it. She's like, I don't really have any deep thoughts on it. It's just sort of like my culture, and I believe this. So,
D&D
This is fair.
agnostic? Question mark?
well, it's different than not worshiping any gods, right? It's just that the origins of the universe are not interesting to her.
D&D
She just
like raised
she
Catholic
accepts
and you
this
made
story.
communion, but you didn't really go to CCD or anything. So,
Yeah.
you sort of just
Yeah,
know
there's-
the things.
I don't even know what those words mean.
I do not believe that.
Anyway.
I do not actually believe that the cogs of Mechanus are what power the world. But what I do believe is that there could be some unifying theory by which all other theories have sprouted from. And if that is the case, then I find it more believable that the cogs of Mechanus tick in beat with the song of the universe.
Now that's poetic. To be honest, I haven't really given it that much thought.
Fair enough.
Doesn't come up a lot in my line of work.
Or anyone's
well.
line of work.
Well, there's sages and stuff, but
Is that
I don't
working?
talk to them.
Hey.
That's
What?
what's a job? I don't
You
know.
do a lot of stuff.
I also do a lot of research and transcribing and summarizing.
Right.
Anyway.
But
Time is hard to keep track of here, obviously, but you can kind of feel, especially with Virla, like piloting, you kind of get a sense of when you need to change shifts. So
Yeah.
the first day comes and goes. If there's anything anyone would like to do, Cressida spends it mostly in conversation with Virla because she stays on the top deck keeping an eye on Lula.
Right.
Too many names end with A. That's what I just discovered.
Yep.
And your
yep.
name with an I like a real G, cowards.
Exactly. Yeah, the first day passes. Is there anything anyone would like to do? If not, we move into day 2.
I'm playing Lucky Bolt.
No.
You're playing Lucky Bolt.
Finbar
It goes off
has
once. Roll a D100.
Oh
Are
my
you
god.
God damn it, Austin! You didn't have to. Yes.
She.
You didn't have to yes and it. You didn't
She
have to
said
yes and
yes,
it.
and I said
you
and.
could say
You always
you could
have
say
to
no
yes and
but.
it.
You could say no but.
Honestly, I'm kind of delighted this is happening again.
I know, right?
Hey.
It's fun. I imagine it just being like a mini version of the effect.
I have it tabbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. And we don't even have any wild magic sorcerers in the party. He just knows you too well.
Yeah.
I imagine like this is like early in the quote unquote day, and I am in the kitchen, pots bubbling, prepping a little breakfast for everyone, and all of a sudden I hear this explosion.
Whatever the boom is.
What is it?
94?
Oh my god,
Oh god.
that's really high.
That's a high number.
Is
Is that
high
good?
I
bad?
don't know. It could go either way.
As you throw the bolt, bounces off, and then it goes from about 1.5 inches to about 8 inches,
God damn it.
and just falls and rolls across the floor really loud because it's, a huge piece of metal now.
That's a new one.
Wait, it grew? Things grew?
I think
bolt
it's
Yeah,
user size
the bolt
category
grew when
larger.
she...
God damn it! It enlarged.
It could have been a fireball on your location. I'm glad that it was
It's
just
a
the
mini
bolt getting
version.
bigger.
It's fun. It's like roulette.
It's the miniature versions.
Well, now here's the question: if you were to throw another bolt at it, is it going to be an enlarged version of the effect?
No.
Which I guess
Because I'm throwing
Enlarged
it
from
at...
mini
I'm
would
throwing
be
a
normal
bolt
size?
at the boiler, whatever it's called.
the motive force.
Motive
force
generator.
generator.
I'm never going to remember that. I'm just going to keep calling it the boiler. I throw it at the John, and then the bolt has whatever effect it is on it, basically, is what seems to happen. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
it would become larger unless I caused more damage, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it is the
You
most-
spend the whole day fucking with it, and you get this little, magical rebound.
Yeah.
I think it's the most on-brand thing that Virla goes from like, what? That's incredibly responsible to, but what if we did this? In the space of like one sentence.
I'll just
Yeah.
pick up the bigger bolt and lean it against a corner somewhere in my pile of other hardware. It'll be useful for something later, I'm sure.
You know Plug's chewing on it.
It's a surprise
Like,
tool
just like-
that'll help us later.
That's what everything on the ship is.
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
Day 1, open, close. We come to every now and again. Lula kind of will shift her head a little bit as you realize that you might be drifting, but more or less you're pointed on the right course. Day 2 comes. I assume Kyana has to take a spin at the helm.
Yeah,
at
I'll
some
swap
point.
in.
Yeah.
And is anyone else up to anything specific?
I'm just sort of getting my notes ready on my other to-do lists and shopping lists and things like that. Danny's just in prep mode and general maintenance.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's Kyana, you're on shift, and Cressida comes in. She doesn't need to sleep, so she's mostly been on the top deck. She's looked around a little bit downstairs.
elves.
But well, it's not just that. You don't need to sleep on the astral state.
Oh, right. Elves plus the fact
Elves
that none
plus
of us
that,
need to
yeah.
sleep.
She would just meditate, but
Virla will also
she
be
comes
on the
in,
helm. Or on the deck.
Cool.
pops in, and just kind of looks through the glass at the deck, and then looks back at you and says,
What's up?
"Hey, I just
Hey.
want to say I'm sorry again. I know I said it out, in Sigil, but there was a lot going on,
Yeah,
so
no,
I
it's,
wasn't sure if it felt genuine or just offhand."
no, it's okay. I get it. you know, it's...
Okay. You don't have to. You don't have to get it.
No, I mean, you know the kind of people I grew up around. I really do get it. It's... Sometimes...
I didn't, otherwise I wouldn't have taken that job. Trust me, I get the whole... I'm aware in my line of work that I've probably returned a lot of people back to places they didn't want to be back to. But, well, I certainly didn't think I was going to be returning anyone back to a cult, because I sort of promised myself I wouldn't do that sort of thing. And it's given me some food for thought lately, so...
Well, that's good. I think we're all just figuring stuff out, you know, especially... I don't know how it was for you, but I heard stuff about where you grew up, and... Well, I didn't exactly grow up anywhere good, but it was probably still better than there. Less poisoning and infighting and stuff, more secret interdimensional conspiracies.
Not a competition.
Yeah, no, of course, but, you know, it's... I think sometimes you can't really be yourself until you manage to get out of there, and then it takes you a while to figure out what that means, so...
I guess. She sort of considers and says, like, I would hesitate to say that you're lucky considering anything you've gone through, but I think if I were to say that, you're lucky to be able to have that headspace, I think. It's, I'm guessing, she looks down as she goes, I'm guessing you've run into some not so friendly drow in the past, and I'm guessing that given the fact you left and they, you know, just from what I've been able to tell, the place might have sucked, but you weren't doing anything too sucky there.
Well, they had me guarding this giant pit that led into the Underdark, and I had to fight a bunch of guys, but ultimately it was hard to beat. You know, that at least felt like it was not bad. I mean, it was basically that or sitting around not doing much of anything. And that part kind of sucked more than any amount of getting poisoned or stabbed. You know, it just really wasn't good for me. You know, I just had to... It's good for some people. Some people are really good monks, but I didn't quite have the right headspace for it, I guess. I kept having these dreams, so, you know, sometimes you gotta find a good place where you can actually exist and figure out what that means. And I'm still working on it, but it's good to have the choice. And
she turns her head a little when you say dreams. She says, what convinced you to get out? What was your breaking point, so to speak, I guess?
Oh, I mean, it was really slow, because nothing really happened there. I mean, you know, stuff crawled out of the Underdark and I had to punch it back, but, like, nothing exciting. Yeah, exactly. Nothing exciting happened. It was just... It always felt like they were waiting for something big, and of course now in hindsight I know what that was, but until then it was just... You know, train, meditate, punch things back into the Underdark. And you ever like hold a pose, like a stance for meditation, and it's just something about it's wrong, and like the longer you're there, like the muscle just cramps up, and you're not doing anything, but something's just feeling worse and worse. It was like that, just in the back of my head all the time. And I was having these, you know, I don't normally really have dreams, but I was having these dreams of just... Well, the astral sea, apparently. I didn't know until I got out, but it was so much bigger than where I was, and I just had to be anywhere but there after a while, so I planned out my escape, and I narrowly avoided getting killed by Prior Sephram, and then these guys found me by shooting a crossbow at my face, which was honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Yeah, don't worry, it's fine.
Thought it might have been not literal, but now that you've specifically mentioned it twice, I think you mean it literally.
No, yeah, that one was literal. It's okay, I can catch arrows. It's not a problem. It's just, you know, I don't think Dani knew that at the time, but it's okay.
She did not. Like
you know her better, so I'm not going to insult, but yeah, kind of seems like that's the vibe I'm getting. Didn't know beforehand.
It was a great first impression. I mean, I knew exactly what she was going to be like after that.
A true and loyal friend. Always there to support you.
No, definitely. And also sometimes I get set on fire a little bit, but, you know, that's the Dani experience.
Roll me an insight check, Kyana.
Oh.
Thanks.
Cressida's also been fireballed by a previous crew member.
All right. That is an 18, because I rolled dead average this time.
You you give your little explanation about why you felt you need to leave. That you were like, oh yeah, it was this kind of building up thing, and I decided that like, oh, my place wasn't here. And it causes her. You notice as you finish it, it's caused her to kind of go a little like guarded and introspective.
Oh.
Like she's not making as much eye contact as she just was.
Ah. Well, I kind of assumed she probably experienced something similar growing up in a drow city of Lolth worshippers and then deciding, nope. But,
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Growing up anywhere that doesn't really give you any choice on who you're going to be, that gets to you after a while, even if it doesn't bother you as much as it did me. I mean, I grew up with like dozens of other monks and none of them cracked like I did, so.
Believe me, it bothered me in the end.
Oh, yeah?
But, I don't know. You say choice. I feel like at some point it is your choice. And, the place might suck, but you're ultimately responsible for, at least part of who you are.
No,
so.
Yeah. I mean, if I'd been there for longer, I have no idea who I might have become. Not in terms of the illithid thing, but just, who I might have grown into if I got used to...
Illithid?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, God, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, it was
Did
it
she
was
not
bad.
know?
She was there for the
The brain with
chicken
legs.
meal.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
Oh.
okay. It's okay. We mostly sorted it out, but the whole organization, it was rotten. I thought we were trying to defend vaguely a world I never got to see from all the stuff I had to punch back into the Underdark, and it was not that. I think if I'd been there longer, maybe I would have become okay with that, but honestly, you didn't feel comfortable saying I was lucky, but I really was. I could have easily seen it going another way, or not getting picked up by these guys and not getting the chance to see the world and start figuring myself out. Because, you can't get to know yourself like that. I didn't know what I liked or who I was or what I wanted to be, and, I still don't know a lot of that stuff, but I at least have a chance to find out, and I tried to tell Prior Sephram that. Can you believe that? I tried to tell her, like, this is good for me. It's like self-discovery. And she tried to break me in half. So...
Yeah, I've more or less the homecoming I would expect if I went home.
Yeah. And then she turned out to be a brain with legs. So that was an interesting afternoon.
That's weird.
Yeah, very. But here's to not being there anymore.
Weird.
What, the brain with legs?
You see, she points out, and you see that there's a blot against the starry horizon.
Uh-oh.
And as you approach, it's sort of triangular. As you approach, you see it's something something big and triangular floating in the water.
Oh, no.
Lula kind of gets up on the edge of the railing
Ooh.
in anticipation.
Okay.
I think we're here.
Alrighty. We have some kind of ship communicator-y thing, right? I
Yeah, we have
remember.
sending stones
like-
built into the ship that basically function as like an intercom.
Yes.
Little crystal intercom. So
Yeah.
you're like, guys,
Exactly.
I think we're coming up on it.
Dani to bridge.
Finbar pulls his mittens off as he's just done baking some muffins. He puts them down. Okay, just puts on the gauntlets. Okay, let's go time.
Oven mitts of giant strength.
You guys. Cressida goes up and starts petting Lula. As you guys, you pull
that's
up,
the
you
trick.
see that illuminated gently by the lights above, and the reflection from below. You see a pyramid that appears to be floating in the water.
Oh.
Stone pyramid. There's kind of stuck to a corner, almost like it's been wedged on. It's just this big hunk of rock.
Huh.
There's a big pyramid floating in the water.
Big pyramid floating in the water of the astral sea where nothing
like
happens.
the size of a Giza pyramid, or
A little smaller than that, but pretty big.
Okay.
Bigger than the ship, certainly.
Some sort
all
of
right, so
ziggurat.
looks like something that someone
Ziggurat-ish. It's got
Maybe.
it's got some vertical kind of surfaces to it. It's not a straight. It is the
okay.
whole. There's no perfectly level horizontal surfaces, but there are some straight parts. So kind of angles up, straight up, angle up, straight
interesting.
up sort of situation.
Do any of us have any idea what we're looking at here?
A triangle.
Don't analyze.
Analyzing. This is a geometric shape known as a pyramid.
Yes.
Thanks, docent.
Docent,
Further information requires further investigation.
Can I
All right.
investigate, or just from here, or do we have to get up closer, docent?
We'll probably
We
get
might
into-
have to get up closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Lula's like moving towards it on the deck. Okay, so not floating in the water, but I think perhaps our refugees are inside the pyramid?
Yeah.
It does seem to match the aesthetic.
Let's hope so.
Profile
Or they're on the other side.
They could be on the other side. That's true, yeah.
Kyana, can you just do a good, like,
I'll take us around the
around
outside.
the
drive-by.
Yeah. Circle
We'll
around
just-
the block real quick.
Yeah, we'll just drift real quick.
Yeah, it's snowing on the outside.
Yeah, of course.
End of session.
All right, time to go.
Go
Is there
everyone.
anything?
Have
anything
we
that
ever
resembles
seen a
an
building on the
entrance?
Astral Sea before? I feel like
Well, we saw an entire
No.
dead god carcass, so I feel like this is not.
Dead God is
Yeah.
less
See, no,
weird. We know
that's
people
fine.
are out here.
Yes, that's cool. Like, dead things out here, fine.
Yeah.
Buildings?
Building is weird.
Nothing like that.
Did somebody like
That
either somebody
that implies
built
somebody
it
lives here?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, either somebody built it here or it somehow got moved here, like fully as a building.
Well, you did say the queen got banished out here. Maybe they didn't just, like, leave her with none, you know?
They managed
So-
her and a building to live in.
He turned her into
don't
a
know.
mummy.
Cressida just shrugs. She's like,
All right, I
There's
guess
also
guess we gotta go
there
into
are
the
also-
spooky ziggurat.
All right,
Githzerai,
ready
who
up?
Could
Yeah.
Cressida,
Is
there
I have
anything
a bit
that
of a
looks
question
like
for
an
you
entrance?
as we're preparing to do this. So we're gonna find the queen, and you're gonna teleport out with her.
that's the plan,
So
yeah.
how do we get paid?
I guess, I hadn't really thought that through. I could meet you guys somewhere, or you could come back to Arcadia with me.
I'm a little reluctant to do that, but we could meet her in Sigil again.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it.
Money's kind of an illusion anyway, so like.
Well, I like having it to fix the ship
No,
with,
it is a
so-
very tangible thing.
Let's
Yeah, you can
let's
hold
rescue
it.
some royalty, and then we'll work out the logistics.
Just if all else
So,
else fails, just meet us back at
does
the
this thing-
food cart in
We'll
Sigil.
always
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Sigil.
Easy enough.
50-50
got my
chance
word.
she's gonna
Looking at you,
betray us, but like, I don't.
Cross my heart. Hey, bounty hunter's honor. I'm not going to screw you guys out. You give me a bad rep, and then
Yeah, of course, yeah. All right, let's check out the spooky haunted ziggurat that shouldn't exist.
Cool.
All right.
What could go
She's
wrong?
gonna be-
Plug, guard the ship.
I'm
you
gonna
know what
hand
you're doing.
Doc. I don't want to swim over.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand each of them one of these muffins.
Ooh,
Um,
little bites.
Another 3 temp hit points.
that is correct.
Yes. Thank you.
10.
Cressida doesn't get one.
Ah.
Oh, never mind.
Get fucked.
No, Finbar, you should.
Instead,
No,
I'm
it's
going
yet-
to hand her a vial of drow poison that I got off of her from
Aw.
the last time we met. And
And
I
here I
believe
assumed you
yours.
weren't the sentimental type.
I had a feeling we'd meet each other again.
Aww.
I did not have that same
Can't tell
feeling.
if that's endearing or ominous.
Is it still good? Does it go
Drow?
bad?
Drow
the poison
Drow
goes
poison's best of
bad.
the best.
Okay.
But
Like if poison
That's
goes
what
bad,
they
is it
do.
better or worse
Poison
for you?
going
Does
bad.
it
Don't
like
do this to
stop?
yourself. Don't do this to yourself.
Okay.
All right. How are you guys gonna? What's the
Is there
What's
a
the
front
game
door?
plan?
Hop.
Well, I figure we
Yeah.
can get the ziggurat or the ship
there-
to like the base, and then so we can kind of hop off.
Yeah, totally.
Anchor
Yeah,
it.
you guys pull up. There do seem to be like big, just different colored slabs kind of near the bottom that are pretty big.
This place is so weird.
There's anyone make a perception check?
I'll do
Sure.
it.
No.
Oh, okay. I got a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
30, 20. Yeah, you do see at the top there is there seems to be a door at the top.
I got a 29.
I got a
Oh
9.
my god.
There is.
You guys pull in,
Perfectly
and
balanced.
the boat kind of docks next to it. Kyana, you spy the door at the top. Finbar, you guys like start to disembark. Finbar, you notice like little scratches all over the surface of the pyramid now that you're looking at it. Seems to be like, and they're all. What draws your attention to it is that they're all uniform. It's like 3 parallel scratch.
It might be some critters inside. And you see, like, I tighten the straps on my shield and pull out.
Does it
label.
match like the claws that Burbelang have?
Was a burbling.
From the first episode.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Oh right,
Good.
those things.
Well, like
with the...
because I know they feast on dead things, and then they like transcribe their memories on the bones of the deceased. So I was thinking like if there were Burbelang, then that's not really a good sign for anything living in there.
But I feel like Lola wouldn't be able to find them if they were dead,
Nope.
right?
That's cocked. I do not know.
If they exist, she could find them.
Does
If they
exist
exist.
include being dead?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
with advantage natural
But
19.
let's keep
so
it up.
Natural
another
19.
26.
You see the detect magic comes out, and like you get like a sort of scan. Doesn't look like burling. They're too uniform. They're almost mechanical.
Can I make an investigation check?
As you're looking at this, you see Finbar with your 29. You see at the top a little glint of something pokes its head out. You see.
Whoa.
Give me a sec.
Excuse.
Friend.
Not too big.
Really?
You
You really think
see,
we're finding a friend here?
Yes.
You see there's like a little red light on it, and the thing is reflecting because it's made of metal. It's kind of like these little. It's maybe dog size, like 3 feet across on either side. Got this like kind of mechanical head, these spidery legs, and as it comes out, you see the front 2 legs lift up, and it's 2 buzzsaws that begin to whir up.
Friend.
And then you see a couple more lights behind it as these things start to swarm out.
Danny,
Can I get everyone to
that's
roll initiative?
Not a friend.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
All right, hold on. Coming in at a 14, we've got Finbar. Coming in at a 12, we have Dani. Coming in at 11 is Virla. Kyana, what'd you roll?
10. This is so embarrassing.
Oh,
All right, let's go ahead and roll Lula. Lula's really low. Cressida. Cressida's not doing so hot either. Give me a
Hey.
sec. Cressida comes in at a 13.
That's not bad. We're all like bunched together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Lula comes in at a 7.
Lula.
Well, spoke too soon.
Lula.
And then the Clockwork Horrors come in at a
The fucking
Clockwork friends.
The what
Good
now?
buddies.
What?
17.
Little dude.
Of course.
I-
Of course.
So,
Do I remember if Lula had any sort of
Uh,
fire resistance when we fought her last time? Because I'm pretty sure I hit her with like a burning hands, but I can't remember if that did regular damage or not. Oh, we were in Mechanist, so I wouldn't have known because it leveled everything out.
Yeah, there was still damages resistance and stuff, but yeah, there was no fire or anything towards her. You see these things swarm out from the top. The Aspera parked just a few feet away, an easy hop for all of you. The Retriever's all the way at the top coming down at you, and the pyramid is difficult terrain. So you can see there's lines here where it's vertical.
Mm-hmm.
It gets vertical. That's a climb, so you climbing at half speed unless you have climb speed. Also, the entire surface is difficult terrain unless you have a climb speed, again, because the whole thing is slanted. So
yeah.
Okay.
if you are not, I think only Kyana and Lula are going to be fine for this encounter in terms of speed being reduced.
Besties.
Everyone else is going to have a hard time of it, and we're going to kick off an initiative with the Clockwork Horrors. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let me see how far away you are. They're starting all the way up the top. So the closest one is within 125 feet. Let's see. They got a climbing speed of 30.
You know the
1, 2,
the charging
3, 4,
scene
5,
in Monty Python and the Holy
6,
Grail?
and then there are 6 of them.
Oh, you got Noir. That's like a bonus point.
So they're each going to make 2.
The shot of them at a distance, the reverse shot of them looking, and then the immediate reverse shot of them just coming in. It gets me every time.
All right.
They are going to each make 2 lightning jolt attacks at you guys. So
What?
Fuck.
yeah, they each. So there's 12 attacks incoming total.
Wait, have they moved up close? I can't see
Yep,
them.
they're all the way up on the pyramid here. They are currently 100 feet away from you guys.
Okay, so they haven't hit melee. They're chucking a ranged attack at us?
Yep, they're shooting lightning bolts at you.
Okay. Oh,
Range
easy.
120 feet.
Okay.
So we're gonna do. We got 12 attacks, and we got 1, 2, 3,
Jesus.
4, 5, 6. 2 attacks on each of you. Here we go. First 2 attacks on. Let's go down. We'll start with Finbar.
Okay.
Lucky.
That's a terrible to hit. Dirty 10 and a 23.
23 will hit.
This is gonna do nothing to you because you have special armor for it, but they don't
Yes.
have that. 9 lightning damage,
Okay. I
Which
roll
is-
what?
reduced by 2d6.
Yes.
This might not be great.
It'll be fine.
Reduced by 5.
Nice.
Okay, so you take 4 lightning damage. The next 2 are coming at Kyana.
Come on,
me.
Kyana.
I rolled double 3s. Right past you.
Oh, I didn't
The
even
next
need
2
to
at
dodge.
Virla. Virla, I rolled better. That's a 15 and a 16 against Virla.
Shield.
Yeah, shield will get one of them. So I'll use my reaction to cast
Okay.
shield.
Gotcha.
You take 4 points of lightning damage from the one that hits.
Oof.
2 on Dani. That is 14 and really low.
No, AC 15, baby.
Okay. Next 2 on good old Cressida. One is garbage. The other is a natural 20.
I
Ouch.
she's
really
gonna
hope our
take-
NPC guest doesn't get flattened in the first round.
Ooh, she takes 19 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
Gross.
Yeah, you see immediately she gets shot and like knocks her off her feet. Lula like rears up, freaked out. Cool, and then the last 2 on Lula. Both of them fully make contact with Lula and just spark off like lightning arcing off of, like one of those Tesla coils. That ends their turn. Finn, you are up.
How is Cressida looking? after that hit?
She's as an NPC, she's a little beefier than you guys are. She does less damage,
Okay.
but she's a little beefier. So
That's nice.
she's she took a that was a big chunk of her hit points, but she's not like on death's door or anything.
Okay. I don't know what these things can do, so turn 1, I will bonus action activate the chalice. Appears on the shield. He'll turn to Cressida and says, I keep these guys up all the time. I will extend that onto you. First,
Appreciate it.
I will...
Let's
Alright,
go
so
attack
this
the
is
crazy lightning bust some monsters.
15, 25, so I can get like here, right?
Sounds about right.
It's double movement.
Yeah.
Once
so
you hit the pyramid, it's difficult terrain.
Half
15 feet, so I off the edge of the ship onto the pyramid, take giant meaty steps upwards, keeping my footing stable. I will raise my sickle in the air. Fairies come out, each holding little twigs that they found from the garden. The twigs will begin to glow as I cast Entangle.
Ooh.
Oh, holy shit. That's pretty awesome. All right.
And they're all bunched up. How convenient.
Please read to me Entangle, Wally.
Okay. The Entangle spell. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range for the duration. These plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. They must make a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends.
Do they do that now or at the start of their turn?
Creature in the area when you cast the spell.
Okay, cool. So there's going to be some strength saves.
If it's already
20 foot.
difficult terrain, does that like upgrade it to dangerous, or is it just?
For you guys, it would be quarter movement. For them, they have a climb speed, so the slopes don't matter. But the definitely the this will become difficult terrain for them. Cool. All right, so we got four strength saves. Clockwork strength saves. They got a +4, 8,
Ooh.
11,
Fail,
11,
Fail.
20.
Okay. all but one.
Save, yeah.
Orange one is not stuck. All right. Yeah, the rest of them you see. What do your plants look like, Finn?
They look like the plants from Dani's garden. So they're a little,
Aw.
they're still growing, little saplings, but they hit all the right spots in these on the gears of some of these creatures, and they can't move.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wholesome.
Technology versus nature.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Smimbolism.
Yeah, these guys get
Symbolism?
totally trapped in these growing
What?
weeds. Restrains their little legs.
How long have you known me? How long have you seen my brand of media criticism?
Smembolism?
You've never seen me use smimbolism before.
It is.
We were really
What?
holding it together
I'm sorry,
for a while
forget about
there.
it. Forget I said
Symbolism.
anything.
Just bad symbolism.
Sick range, 60 feet. She's not gonna be able to get in range. She'll just start making her way downtown, walking fast,
Faces
and she'll
passing
shoot a hand
home
crossbow at
level.
one of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her thing is poison because she's a drow,
Ooh.
and these guys are
That's a
robots.
stereotype.
So she's from the stereotype city, to be fair.
That's-
not all
yeah.
drow, to be clear, but
Right.
she's from stereotype city. 'Cause,
Is this wherever
I
Drizzt
like
came
Ladies and
Menzo
from?
gentlemen,
Baranzan.
not
Yep.
all drow.
Yeah.
That's Drizzt is from Menzo Baranzan as well.
Really?
Because it's the
Yes.
yeah, it's like the
kinda like
quintessential
the big
drow
one.
city.
God, they have
Yeah,
to lose like
that's-
30% of their population to becoming edgy rangers.
She does hit with a 22, and
Oh.
she will go
Nice.
she'll go for the one that's all the way down here.
Take me down. to
1d6
Menzo
plus
Baranzan.
4. Ooh. 6. glances off, basically doing nothing, and then she looks back. She's like, "All right, that's what I got," and then she's gonna run. That's going to end her turn, which brings us to someone who's next, Dani.
Yeah.
Cute.
Okay, so you have advantage to hit any of the restrained ones.
All right, so first I'm going to move up a little bit, just jump the gap, get right on the edge of the pyramid. Dani is going to use her action to summon the Force Ballista in its tiny handheld form. It has a range of 120 feet, which means I think I can hit any of them.
Yes.
So I will...
If they're in range of you, you're in range of them because they have the same
I'll aim
range.
for one of these close little buddies here in the entangled zone. Oh, natural 20.
That's what I like to hear.
I rolled a 13 and a 20.
Immune to fire now.
Does a 26 hit? Well, it's force damage.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay, yeah, well, 26 definitely
All right,
hits.
so that's going to be 2d8 plus 3, so max
Is anyone immune to force
19
damage?
plus...
There are a few things that resist and are immune, but they're really rare.
Hey, don't work on there.
Yeah.
I think one of them are Helmed Horrors, which are some of my favorite monsters.
Oh, fun.
29 points of
Yeah.
force damage total.
Oh my
Sweet,
god.
You hit
Wait, what?
this one here,
Yeah.
the one I'm just pinging.
Yeah.
Did you say 29?
Yeah, because 2d8 plus 3.
Jesus.
No, yeah, because that's 19 base, and then I rolled 7 plus 3, so that's 29, right? I did that math right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 base?
19 plus 10.
Because
Yeah, because she adds the max. Hell yeah.
Oh,
All
you
right, Dani, what else are
critted.
you gonna
Right,
do?
sorry.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do,
that's
Dan?
my whole turn when I summon the cannon.
Oh,
All right. Well, you fucked that one up. It's well below half. It could not
Yeah.
survive another one of those. Definitely. Virla, you're up.
Okay.
Everyone is just leaping across the gap onto this pyramid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Tie my
shout
shoes
at
on.
Cressida, and I would say, would you rather prioritize the mission or this battle?
I feel like there's a separate question you're trying to ask me that this one is masking. So,
oh, you can tell she grew up around
do you want to
drow.
ask me that one? Like, I feel like I'm going to answer and then you're going to take it to mean something I don't mean.
Okay,
Do you get
fair
it?
enough. Do you want me to teleport you or Lula to the top of the ziggurat?
Oh, quick. I don't believe you can dimension door something bigger than you, Van.
Oh, Lula is bigger than me. That
Ooh,
does.
big. She a
yeah.
big girl.
Okay. Modified question. Do
Cressida's
you
got
want
her
to go to the
crossbow
top of the
though.
ziggurat?
I mean, I'm better with a sword, but she looks over to Kyana. She goes, you know, I've seen her fight. Either one of us do
bit.
good up against those guys.
True.
Oh, is that what's happening? I
You
was
are
planning on
closer,
using
Were
and I
you
don't
gonna
have to
stay
sacrifice
behind?
any movement.
I was planning on using my movement to run up the pyramid, but if you can get me there
well,
faster,
please,
I can
by
do
all
more.
means, then.
No, I can do more if
for
you
a
get me
ride.
there quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reloading now. She just puts the crossbow down and
Yeah,
pulls
yeah.
the thing back.
Boy, it's
Yeah,
a good thing
I'll
talking
prioritize
doesn't take
Kyana
any
then.
time in the astral
I'll
plane.
go and cast Dimension Door on. You said the door was at the top of this ziggurat.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
actually not really on the map, but we'll.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna
We'll-
beat
we'll
these
put
things
you-
up. I don't want to like run in there by myself. Actually, it is kind of tempting, but no, I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna.
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna
what
focus
I'm
on
gonna
work
do-
Makes
things
the
up.
dream work, Kyana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll teleport us essentially to where the entrance is.
Yeah. Woo.
I guess which is up here.
I'll painstakingly nudge myself along the map until I
Yeah,
catch up.
it's even further. So just head yourself to the end of the map there.
Hacha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
there
no,
we
I
go.
want to be as close to. I don't know. Is there a piece of like flat platforming where the
Yeah, you're
where the
standing
door
on
is?
it right there.
Okay, I want to put myself at the edge of that so that Kyana can run down and not really sacrifice too much of that movement.
Woohoo.
Sweet.
I will spend my movement, running inside and making my way to the entrance proper,
Sweet.
and
Okay.
then, but before I do that, because
Oh.
it's closer, I will put Bing. I will use a bonus action to put Bing in, and I will very conveniently put him in this really nice diagonal line between these three clockwork retrievers.
Ah,
Hell yeah.
it's a surprise
Yeah.
tool that'll help us later.
It is that, and
All right,
and that's
I will say
everything.
that'll end your turn. Kyana, what would you like to
Yeah.
do? Bing. Bing, bing. Appears, manifests with the silliest
Okay.
noises humanly imaginable.
Hilarious. Okay, well,
I really
I
am.
am going to, first of all, get myself within 10 feet of these top boys, On account
Cool.
of my slippers, I think I can just move at my normal speed.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you can just
45?
move at normal speed.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we're fine. I don't want to put myself right in the middle of him, get myself flanked just to get that 2d6 force damage on him. But next up, I'm going to summon my Arms of the Astral Self.
Cool. I believe restrained creatures have disadvantage on dex saves.
Oh,
That is correct.
So unfortunate.
So, yeah, restrained guy definitely fails, and non-restrained guy rolls a 1, so they're both going to take that damage.
Nice.
Okay. 2d6 of force damage. Perfect. 11 points of force damage.
Ooh,
Sweet.
Almost as good as it
Kiana.
could be. Yeah.
These guys, yeah, I mean, they're fresh, but it's clearly the force does something to them. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Well,
That's your bonus action, and I assume y'all gonna punch?
punching would be nice, but I also don't want to go down in the first round when Finbar's this far away. So what I think I'm actually going to do while I'm here and drawing their attention is patient defense, so that when they attack me next round, they have a harder time of it, if they can.
Okay.
Although I do know, okay.
Not to be meta about it, but I
Right.
feel like you would understand intuitively being a character in this world. Restrained creatures have 0 speed, so these guys, I mean, they could shoot lightning at you,
Yeah,
certainly.
that part was
but
pretty
You're
worrying.
only gonna get buzzsaws from max one of these dudes. The rest of them aren't restrained in this grass here.
All right.
So,
Well,
just for your consideration.
I think when we get around to my next turn, I'll start swinging punches, but I really do not want to go down in the first round of combat again.
Fantastic. All right, sweet. You take your defensive stance. That
Yeah.
brings us to the retriever.
I should have
Let's
thought that
check
through.
out what
It's
her
okay.
speed is. 40 feet. It's not going to be enough to get there. It can use its force beam though. Dex save. How intelligent is she? -4. Okay, so we're going to roll a d6. She's just going to randomly target one. First of all, she's going to move 40 feet. She's just going to randomly target one of them. So I'm going to roll a d6 to see what it is.
Oh, I love her little icon.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
4.
Retrievers are really
Where's Retriever 4 is restrained, so gonna have disadvantage on this dex save.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
Disentangle's doing work.
Oh, I rolled an 18 and a 19 at disadvantage.
Hell
Dex +2, yeah, that's gonna save against her thing. Force beam fires, but this thing trying to pull itself out of the vines just falls over backwards, and the force beam goes past, and you see just carves like a hole in the rock. 16 dex save or take 27 force damage. Oh, half as much on a success. Okay, so it's gonna take a lot.
Yay.
Nice.
20. All right, it's gonna take 10 points of force damage, so
Yeah, get him.
not too shabby. That is the retriever. It's these guys again. So first we're gonna do this guy's gonna move up into melee and
Yeah,
make
come at me, bro.
attacks against Kyana, all at disadvantage. So it's gonna do a bite and 2 rotating saw blades.
Yoicks.
That's an 8 on the bite.
Nope.
I rolled double 16s, so it's a dirty 20 on one saw,
That'll get me.
bad on the last attack. So you take 1 saw blade.
Ouch.
How do you parry this like weird, like
X-Men
small?
Danger
They're about the
Room
size
style.
of like a dog, with saws. How do you parry this?
I'm using my non-fleshy arms that can't feel pain.
Yeah, they just come in and just hold this thing at bay. It does get a little nick. You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Ouchies. My
but that could've been
sandwich.
a lot
I mean,
worse.
my muffin. Okay, we're good. What? Last time that was last time we got extra points from a sandwich.
This one's gonna
Yes.
dash.
Where's it going?
No amount of
What,
distance can save you.
This one's gonna dash down. 10,
why is it going?
15,
Oh,
Towards-
better not be going for the
25,
ship.
30,
Oh, it
5,
better
10,
not be going for the
15,
ship.
25, 30.
It's
Oh,
fine.
God.
Plugs on the ship.
And then
Oh yeah. Our captain.
we're gonna get attacks from 2 attacks from the 3 restrained ones. I don't think disadvantage on ranged attacks if restrained. Wally, remind me.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna rule no. It doesn't make any sense. Swinging a sword, sure, but so we're getting 2 on Dani, 2 on Finbar, 2 on Cressida, 2 on Dani first. Ooh, that's a 21 and a 23.
Both will hit.
I mean, it does say all and the creature's attacks rolls have disadvantage. That's
Oh, okay, so
what it
that's
says.
just-
yeah.
Okay, so sorry, all attack rolls have disadvantage. So those 2 dice, I'm considering it the roll disadvantage. So a 21 does still
Yes.
hit, and then the second attack on you is terrible. It's not gonna hit.
Nice.
Good.
So
Just the one.
first attack, just 1 hit
Phew.
from one of the clockwork horrors. 5 points of lightning damage.
Oh no, my lightning.
2 on Finn. Ooh, that's really good. That's a 19 at disadvantage.
Yeah, that hits.
And a 6 at disadvantage, which ignores a natural 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So You take 5 points of lightning damage, which I'm sure you're going to reduce.
Reduced by 9.
There you go. Okay, there you go. And then 2 on Cressida. That is going to miss. And
Yay.
then another miss. So she's got decent enough armor. She's pretty dexterous. And yeah, that is all of their turns, which brings us to Finn.
I say, Dani, you see that, right? They ain't headed for us.
Oh, don't worry, I'm all on it.
You make sure you take care of that. I'm gonna go head towards the top.
Got it.
And I'm going to move. I'm very slow here. 1, 2, 3.
Counting so slowly. It's only 3.
I have had a pyramid climbing experience like this, and I wouldn't recommend it.
So yeah, no, you see Finbar. He's like taking large strides trying to get up there, making sure he doesn't slip. I will grip my star map, will glow, and I will fire off a guiding bolt.
Please.
Towards
Please put these out of their misery.
the ones headed towards the ship, because I don't like where this is going. So this is
I mean,
going
the other
to
ones
be-
are restrained. You'd have advantage.
Go for the other ones, dude. I got the
Alright.
ship ones.
Silence, temptress. Get out of here.
I'm not a tempter. I am a neutral arbiter
Get your
of the
advantage.
rules.
Well, if I hit, I give Dani advantage,
Ooh.
which is sort of what I want to do here.
Go
No,
nuts.
don't worry. These guys up here, I'm gonna get punchy on.
I just have to make sure I get to Kyana before she takes too many hits. That's,
All right, let's not assume here. I am a highly trained warrior.
I trust her to do a lot of damage. I don't know. Hopefully she doesn't take too much.
In a party
so
of
let's go
glass
for.
cannons, one tank stood above them all.
What you up to,
So-
Finn? What's the plan?
I will hit the one that is closest to the ship with a guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Roll the hit.
Okay, that's a natural 17 plus 8 is 4d6.
Hells to the yeah, you hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a 25. I think there are very few things you
Okay.
can miss with a
could have been
25.
Could have been a 25.
I am
Alright,
secretly an
good
ancient blue
damage.
dragon pretending to be a tiny robot. Sorry, go on.
Oh no.
What's the damage?
That's decent. 17 radiant damage.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, nice.
You see the
So
whole
yeah,
thing
I
lights
essentially
up.
like Dani.
On it.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
I don't think you load the
And
cannons,
that
but I-
will be my turn. Yes.
Cool.
Oh no, is this gonna be the alien episode?
Finally!
Cressida is gonna move 5, 10, 15 up, and she's just gonna make another shot at one of the restrained guys. And she's gonna command Lula to do the same in her next turn.
We found a spooky ancient building in the middle of nowhere.
That's probably
and
more
stuff
like
came
a
out
2000.
and got on our ship.
That's more like a
Hits.
2001 thing.
Plus 7, yeah, it's gonna hit.
The
Yeah.
ziggurat.
No,
God,
man.
like all her damage is poison, and these guys are immune. She rolled much better on damage though. She rolled 10 against. She's shooting clockwork card number 2.
Now imagine
so.
how I felt in Avernus.
Sweet, Dani, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna jump back on the ship. So 10.
Watcha.
Then run along the
Hopscotch.
deck. 5, 10.
I do not make my players roll acrobatics for jumping 5 feet. Sorry to at you, Matthew Mercer.
But splatting against the side of the ship and falling into the water would be so funny.
It would be really
they
funny.
could
There is a
fail.
minimum distance you can jump though, and the way I do it is that if there's like a jump distance you have based on your strength, and if you want to push that within your speed, then you can make checks to do that. Is how I run it. Because it sucks to roll a 1 jumping 5 feet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll use a different one.
All right, yeah. So you're gonna have advantage. I'll mark the guy who has advantage. We'll give him. There's
believe
no
it is
OSP
number
purple. So we'll
6.
call
All
him.
right, little purple dude. I'm going to use my. How do I? I'm going to use a firebolt on him, and I'm firing
Cool.
through my
You roll at
baronium
advantage.
fluctuator. So I add the D8 to it.
Hells to the yeah.
Nice. All right, that is. It's not a crit. I'm so sorry. I used it up on the last to try and had advantage. It is still like a 23 to hit though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still
that'll hit.
Solid.
All right. Did 19 points of fire damage.
You did 19
Nice.
points of fire damage, you sicko. You absolute sicko out here.
You
That's
monster.
sicko.
Get out of my game.
God damn.
Cool. This
For science.
you take out a
You
hole
monster.
like it's wicked hot. You see it just carves a hole through the side of one of this thing. It's pretty fucked up.
Ugh.
like one hand Baronium Fluctuator Firebolt, and then the other arm just swing it around to be aiming in the same direction, but now with the Force Ballista and fire at it again if it didn't go down.
Hey,
Do it.
you roguish Han Solo type, you.
Why, thank you. I try very hard. That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Good.
2d8
We're finding the lower bound.
plus 3. 12 points of force damage, and it gets pushed 5 feet away.
Chunk.
You don't gotta tell me how you want to smoke this thing.
Just
Yeah.
roguish Han Solo. I'm just gonna pow, flip it around the other side, pow, and then turn my attention to the next one and just kind of stare it down like, if you even scratch the paint on this ship. Ooh. And that's the end of my turn.
Its eye lights up as if with excitement, but the other one is scattered to pieces. Virla, what would you like to do?
I don't trust this.
Yeah.
I don't
We
like
found a
it.
masochistic robot.
Trying to find the angle that'll get as much as possible.
Audience who are not watching on the YouTube upload, Virla is currently trying to line up as many robots as possible so we can all assume what is
this
coming
might be
next.
it. It's like just clipping the corner of one of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I
you're
think
gonna
as we
hit 3
rolled-
like that.
Yeah, I think since we rolled last week,
If
so
it passes through the space, it hits.
yeah, so bonus action to move Bing laterally. So bonus action, and then an action to cast lightning bolt.
Yes.
All right.
So dex from all 3 of them. One of them is entangled.
2 of them are entangled. Oh wait, no, sorry. You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
First one, entangled one fails, 15, and a natural 1.
Okay. The 15 does succeed, so I think
Cool.
2 gets and 1 fail.
That is really good damage.
All right, that's 32.
Woo!
You watch as the lightning bolt harmlessly passes through all 3 of them as they are immune to lightning damage.
Oh,
Okay.
you sick
no.
bastard.
This is information. This is information.
Virla,
You monster! You let him roll all those dice!
you watched him
No,
type
it's fine.
R/8d6 and
yeah,
let
I
it.
can use the thing that Order of Scribes is meant to do and just assign different damage, but still keep the range.
Yes! Oh, please
Yes.
do! Force bolt!
I haven't had a need to
Yes.
do it until just now. So, but that's assuming you guys don't get it on the next turn, which
Next
you guys
time,
might.
baby.
All right.
And for my movement, I'll just kind of walk into the entrance a bit and figure and sort of probe what I see. I don't want to leave the arena of battle too
Warning,
much.
you are
but I do
leaving
wanna-
the area of this battlefield.
kind of poke your head
Everything
in.
goes foggy.
You realize what you're walking through is a glass door that hasn't been smashed so much as like ground up. You see inside is kind of what you expect. There's like glass walls all around as the pyramid forming the rest of the pyramid wall. They were kind of opaque on the outside, but inside you can see out perfectly.
Interesting.
What?
And in the middle, there's all scratches all around in this room. There's a hatch downwards, as well as you see what looks like a ground up filaments of metal and glass and stuff all over the place. But like looks like kind of like a ground up like chair. Like a bunch of pieces have been completely ripped from it.
Chair?
But sitting in the middle of this room you just entered
Ground.
is a like stripped down to its like bare bones chair.
Well, my
No one
theory
in the
that the
chair.
ziggurat is actually a spaceship, like in Thundercats 2011, the show only I watched, is looking more promising by the minute.
Hey, don't discount yourself. I watched
right.
that too.
Hey, yes, you know
Kyana.
what I'm
Everyone
talking
who
You're
about.
has
up.
seen
Yeah.
Thundercats 2011 is currently on this podcast.
Okay, well, I've got my arms out,
Come on, Kyana.
so I might as well use what they're good for.
Stars out, arms out.
Let's punchy army guy, orangey guy. Wow.
Sure, the guy who's not restrained. In fact, I'm
My
going to take away his little orange because
Ability to speak English is deteriorating by the episode. Okay, first attack. I don't have advantage on this guy, right? He's just a
Nope.
dude. Okay, well.
Yeah, you have advantage on the restrained guys, but not him.
Okay, first attack. Hacha. Okay. 13?
Miss.
Shamesies. Okay, second attack. Oh, okay. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
I would hope so. Okay. 1d6 plus 4 force damage. 5 force damage. And I did not like how close that buzzsaw got, so I'm going to do another patient defense, actually, at least until Finbar's a little bit farther up the pyramid.
Nice.
I'm getting there.
I just can't afford to go down in the middle of the buzzsaw party.
All right.
Don't want to be a
Retriever
buzzsaw kill.
Continue making its way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Left's concerned.
Still not in range, but Lula
You got it,
is
Lula.
able to.
Come on, Lula.
Come on.
You can
Force
do it,
beam.
boy.
Okay, force beam's not on a recharge, so she just gets to do it again. Nothing.
Noise.
Happen for that. That's a fail. So this retreat. Blah, 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 blah. This
Clockwork
clockwork
horror?
horror is going to take the full 5d10. That's
Oh!
Noise.
6,
What?
21. Takes 21 points of force damage.
Girl.
Taking this one clockwork retriever 2 down, pretty low. As you see, a huge part of it is just carved out with this black pulse of energy that seems to vibrate.
Wow.
It almost lets out a bass sort of sound as it rips through
Dubstep
the
gun?
air.
She has
Dubstep
a dubstep gun!
It is now the retriever's turn. All right, 3 attacks on Kyana at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Come on, Kyana.
Natural 1 on the bite. 8 on the claw. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Yes, bitch.
Then all 3 are going to be misses.
Yeah, baby. Worth
This
it.
one is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. Whoop.
You stop
20,
that right now.
25, 30, 5,
Hey.
Danny.
10,
A.
15, 20, 25.
Wait.
Get up on the chair.
Opportunity attack because it moved through space?
She can. Do you have a melee weapon you can use? You're holding the Baronium Fluctuator and the cannon. So if you want to melee attack it, it's the only thing you got is a punch.
I can't use the cannon as bludgeoning weapon.
A club?
As an improvised weapon, which counts exactly as much as a punch, absolutely.
Awesome. I guess I'll do that because I don't want to.
All right,
screwed
it's
are we gonna
strength
be?
plus proficiency, and then you're going to deal 1 damage plus your strength.
That is a 17 to hit.
That'll miss.
What?
Swing wildly.
Okay.
Just goes thwomp.
Yeah, it jumps
17.
on your head and then lands and goes through the door and climbs up on the spell
It's
gem.
inside it.
No!
Yep.
No, get out of there, you
Cool.
little shit.
They're gonna keep attacking. They don't really see the spider as a threat because they're also robots. So they're just gonna keep attacking the organic things. That's sort of their MO. So we got. We'll just double check, make sure Dani's in range. Oh, she's well within range. So we got 2 attacks on Dani, 2 on Finn, 2 on Cressida.
Okay.
They have disadvantage. Does a 17 hit you, Dani?
Not with it. Oh, I already used my reaction, so actually, yes, it does.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
no.
Fuck.
You
okay.
take double checking 5 points of lightning
Okay.
damage.
Okay. All right. They're just tickling. All right.
Second attack is a miss on Dani. First attack on Finn is a miss. Second attack on Finn is cocked. No, because the other one that rolled is a 10, so that's gonna miss. And then
Okay.
2 on Cressida, a natural 1. A 14 will not hit her.
Yeah.
These guys now are beginning to overheat a little bit. they're not doing so hot. Finbar, what would you like to do?
All right. We gotta keep moving. Big old steps up the pyramid, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct.
There's 4 up there, yeah. Retriever 2 is looking the worst. The one that's all the way to the north there.
The worst. Okay. Yeah. Let's do another guiding bolt.
Okay, roll at advantage. It's restrained.
Oh God, no. That's gonna miss. Right. Plus 8. That's 17. Yeah.
17 will miss. You got an inspiration.
Yeah.
Fuck. I get to reroll one of the dice, right?
No,
Or
it's
both.
an
You
inspiration.
add-
Here is you roll a
D8.
D8,
Yes.
which
correct.
the minimum you can roll is a 1.
Yes. So yeah, use my inspiration.
Cool. You hit.
Yeah. It's gonna. I rolled max on it, so
there you
yeah,
go.
it'll hit. This is 4d6.
Guiding bolt and say 4d6.
Yeah. That's
It is-
level 1 is 4d6. Yes.
It is technically possible to kill this thing.
Come on.
But you'd have to roll pretty good.
It's not big. 8 plus 4 is 12.
12. Okay. Pretty good. Not quite dead though.
Oh wait, no. Technically, I hit with an attack, didn't I?
Correct.
So.
Oh, the electricity.
No, gathered swarm. My pixies
Never mind.
can jump on top of this.
Oh, yeah, but you do have the absorb elements feature from the
Oh
armor.
no, you are
So
right.
it is the
Yes.
electricity. Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
any attack roll, or is it only... Well, it's immune to electricity, so
No.
actually don't
Oh.
bother rolling the electricity. But
There you
swarms,
go.
go ahead, roll your swarm.
Why must you tease me
Swarms.
like this?
It's
because
just an
I'm
extra
cruel.
D6. It's 2.
Sorry.
Every little bit counts.
Very close, very close. Yeah, that one's real fucked up now. And it is Cressida's turn. She will take that hint and low damage, but she's got a good to hit. Shoo, she will just hit at advantage, just like you.
What's she aiming at?
She's aiming at Retriever 2, who's up top here. And
She might want to put. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if I can tell her this. I'm way more worried about the one in the cockpit behind her.
Don't worry.
oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah. She's,
No, I mean,
That's
she's,
Dani.
whatever. Sorry. Yeah.
she's working on the team here. She
Yeah.
does roll enough to ice this thing.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So takes that one out. You see, it's fucked up, and just a crossbow bolt goes right into the red eye, and the thing sparks out.
Nice.
Danny, your turn.
Can you cast
You got a little gremlin in your cockpit, just
heat
ran
metal
onto your
on
head,
a-
jumped off.
metal creature?
Heat metal
Yeah,
on a metal
it's-
creature.
It can't take it off, so
All right.
it can't do the thing where it drops the metal. Yeah, you're just gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna do. So Danny's gonna like
Alright.
hands on the
Con
glass.
save?
Well, first it just takes the damage the first time.
Okay.
No concept.
Hands on the glass like a kid at an aquarium and just glare at it. And her pure frustration casts heat metal, and also holding the beryllium fluctuator because like I got that extra D8 in there. You know.
And then you should unleash the cat.
Oh, pretty good. That is gonna be 16 points of fire damage.
Jesus. Okay.
So that is just, and then
Noted.
I can use a bonus action to cause this damage again on subsequent turns.
I think on subsequent
Yeah.
turns. And I think it has to make a Constitution saving throw, and if it fails, it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yes.
Which it fails. So,
Yes.
Disadvantage
can't-
on
it
attack
can't
rolls
drop
and
the
ability
metal.
checks until the start of my next turn.
and ability checks. Noted. Okay.
And then with
And
I will
you got a nice bonus action in there.
frustrated Danny will then step into the cockpit, like just far enough away that it's still not taking disadvantage because it's a range attack, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to fire with the Force Ballista.
Cage match. Cage match.
Okay.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Yes.
16 points of force damage, and it gets pushed 5 feet away, which I'm just kind of hoping will knock it from outside of immediately underneath the chair.
Correct. It's knocked back off the chair and then rights itself.
Can
Sweet. Is that
can
end your
Danny
turn?
sit in the chair? Can I, like squat down?
Do you still have speed?
Kill it from
Yeah. Go sit.
just like lurking like no.
Firla, we are back to you. What would you like to do?
So I'm currently trying to figure out if a 15-foot cone can hit all three of these retrievers. It's kind of awkward because I'm not... I can't center this little polygonal triangle that I've drawn in the middle of this
I think it's
this
possible,
square.
Yeah, it looks
From here,
possible.
15 feet,
Pop off,
15 feet, and then I think it goes right through the edge there. So retriever, this retriever out on the edge here. I don't think you can get all three.
It's right on the edge. It's right there.
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Maybe.
Just a smudge.
Think you can get two.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. I was gonna move here, with
Yeah, I just
basically
moved
right at the
there,
corner of the
so-
entangle, which
Actually,
maybe.
hold on. Yeah, no, no, he gets all three. No, you can only get two.
No. Yeah.
No
Okay.
matter which way you slice and dice it, you only get two.
That's
So-
fine. Then I will still move bonus action to move Bing to sort of the corner of the entangle area, and then I'll use action to cast Burning Hands
Ooh.
at second level
Okay.
Nice.
So
Being
dex
to get the
Saves
two
at
that are
disadvantage.
the two that are entangled.
Fail on both. 4 and a 3.
Nice.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So that is 4d6. 14, but I'll keep it at fire because apparently lightning did jack shit to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Retriever 4, who you're right up against, is still doing okay, but this one is the other one is like melting down to slag. It's pretty close to dead.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll use my movement to begin walking out of the
Go for it.
Pyramid?
Out of the door. 'Cause
Kyana.
I only have one more spell that I can cast through Bing, and so then I gotta start casting through myself. So, just getting
All right.
prepared for that.
Kyana, you're up.
Come on.
We're back to the
Kyana.
punching, baby. Okay. Punch number 1. 12.
Oh.
This die's on thin ice. The only reason I'm keeping it is because it's been rolling better than the other betrayers. Punch number 2. Okay, 19.
Okay.
That will hit.
It will, yeah. All right, 7 force damage. I'm really not
Death
taking
by
these things
1,000
down.
small punches.
I'm working on it, all right? We can't all shoot fire. Well, I guess I can keep wailing on this dude. No, yeah. I don't want this one to go up and start closing with Virla, so I guess I will forego the dodge action this round, and if you make me regret this, I'm patient defensing every round from now on, and you can't convince me otherwise.
I feel like we had this conversation
Hey.
in season 1 at some point.
Yeah, but I was lower
Please,
level
feel
then.
free.
Punch number 3. 15, that's not gonna do anything. Punch number 4. Swear to God. All right, well, I missed with the other 2 punches, so swapping in this other die. That's my action, my bonus action. Oh, I gotta spend key for the flurry of blows that did absolutely no
Yep,
good.
1 key point. And it's Retriever's turn.
Womp womp.
You see Lula is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Come on, Lula.
Does she gotta make a strength save when she enters your thing?
I don't think so.
If she's
It's
got a
only
climb
people who are
speed,
standing there. Yeah, but it can still slow her down. I believe it's only people who are standing there when she walks into it,
It's
or
difficult
people who are standing
terrain.
there when you cast it. It's difficult terrain.
It's-
Okay,
Yes, that's it. Otherwise, yeah.
cool. So that's fine. She's not bothered by that. She rolls at advantage. She's gonna hit with a 28.
Okay,
oh my
yeah.
God.
Lula.
That will be enough to smoke this dude.
Yeah.
This one here, she just puts her leg through it. And then she's going to move
Splat.
right here. She will do her second leg stab at that one. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I think she's going to miss. She rolled a 1 and a 6 at advantage. Plus 11 is 17. She's going to miss with the 4 leg. But she will
Plus 11.
she will force beam this one.
Yes.
So it makes a dex save at disadvantage.
You know the Silence
fails.
brand spider crab meme? That's all I can
Yes.
imagine with
Yeah.
6, 13 plus 5 is 18. This one takes 18 force damage. Oh, this one just gets turned to dust.
Which one did you just take it? Oh, cool.
Retriever 4. There's 2 left on the field. The one that Kyana has been slowly dancing with, and the one that's threatening the helm.
The
Speaking
one that Dani
of,
is in a staring
Fuck.
match with at
As
present.
as that third one dies, I will drop
you
concentration.
drop
on
concentration.
Entangle.
Sweet. Yeah,
Okay.
the vines wither away into dust and then just fade. Cool. So we're gonna get 3 attacks on Kyana.
Come on, Kyana.
First attack, a bite, is a 19 to hit.
Okay, so that hits.
Smack of the
7
swinging.
piercing.
Ouch.
The next is a saw.
Yep.
A 15 will miss.
It will.
And the last one is even lower. It's only a 10 to hit.
Ah, delicious. Okay, well
Good
that
shit.
wasn't great, but wasn't terrible.
And then that brings us to the one that's with Dani in the helm.
Oh god.
It has some disadvantages.
Cool. It walks up onto the helm, and it will use its action it'll take the action Spelljamming Helm Interface. The
No!
horror attaches to a Spelljamming Helm it can see within 5 feet of itself and attunes to the helm immediately. If another creature is already attuned, that creature's attunement to the helm ends when the horror's attunement begins. So with one action, it attunes to the helm. Virla, you lose your attunement, and then it can operate the Spelljammer. So it just starts. The ship just starts drifting away very slowly.
No!
Now it's not a spellcaster,
Dani,
so
you
it
said
can't go
you
very
had
fast.
this.
But yeah, you see the ship starts to go away, and it's basically right here on the back of the ship, Dani.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Finn, what are you gonna do?
Dani, what's going on?
It's fine. I got it. Don't worry about it.
All right, let's.
Oh man, no.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if anyone else can get on the
80,
ship.
85, 90.
It's just like 10 feet away right now, but it's starting to sail away.
Action. Okay,
I use my
Finbar, I
dimension door
can
getting
get on
up
the
here.
ship in 1 turn if we need to.
Okay.
I can bonus action, and movement, and I can get 135 feet.
I don't think this thing
Okay.
can last another round against
Yeah.
Dani.
I'm locked in a cage with it, but it's also locked in a cage with me.
I've got you for 3 minutes.
It took me so long to move
Ooh,
30 feet up this pyramid. Oh my god.
Well, we're gonna have to climb it anyway. It's okay.
Is it not
You
difficult
see Cressida
terrain
goes,
going down?
shit, is Dani leaving?
No.
I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Danny's got this.
I'm like 80% sure Dani wouldn't do that. Not when there's all kinds of cool technology in this pyramid.
I will use my action to dash
Okay.
upwards.
Ooh. Going for Kyana.
I trust Danny's got this. She says she's got this.
Oh
she's got
my
this.
god. If we lose the ship,
All right.
I'm gonna
Worst
lose
case
my
scenario.
mind.
All right, kid, it's proven yourself time.
Worst case scenario,
How about we don't contemplate
I-
the worst case scenario right now?
will activate.
My trap card.
No, there's nothing I could do. There's literally nothing I could do here. Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. That will bring us to Cressida. Will 5, 10, 15. Another shot. This time straight. That'll miss. She can't hit the one that's up
Woo.
against Kyana. Dani, you're up.
Okay, just a question. Because heat
Your
metal on you,
mortal
you can
enemy.
use your bonus action to do the damage again. Like, there's not a save again. Once they take the damage, they have to make this con save.
Yep.
Does that count as casting a spell with my bonus action?
Nope.
Okay,
It counts as concentrating on a spell.
cool. Then I will do the damage again. My bonus action, so that's 2d8. That is 7.
I think you, Dani, I think you only get the D8 when you cast the
The
spell.
spell
The
heat
extra
metal is a
heat.
base 2d8. I did 3d8 last time when I cast it.
Yes. So I'm
just
sorry, how many are you
2d8?
rolling right
2.
now? Oh, sorry, I thought you said 3. My mistake. Yeah, 2 days,
So
correct.
that's 7 points
My bad,
of
go on.
fire damage.
7?
And for my
Ooh, pretty lackluster for Dani.
for my action, can I do that without breaking the ship? No.
When has that ever stopped?
This is the helm. It's a delicate piece of equipment.
This is the part of the ship I don't want to break. I know it's right on me and I will have disadvantage,
She
but
has
I'm
to
gonna
limit.
try and fire off a firebolt.
You could always walk away from it.
Dani does the spins the chair around and hops out the back so that she is far enough away that I
Inverse
don't have
Rico maneuver.
disadvantage on ranged
All right.
spell attacks. And
It's gonna take a bite on you real
yeah,
quick.
that's fine.
That's an 8 to
It
hit.
misses.
It misses.
Just a nibble.
I use the chair as a
Just a
shield and
Just
just
a wee nib.
swivel it around and it
a
bites
little
the
chomp.
chair. No, the headrest.
No.
Roll the hit
And I would add the d8 to this if I hit. Yes.
for this. Yep.
Because of the.
Because of that.
You need to hit. It's AC 18.
I rolled a natural 18 plus 7.
Ooh.
There
Why
we
do we
go.
even worry?
Okay.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
roll
I need to
damage.
get my d10s out. Oh. This thing is so fucking dead. 35 points of fire damage.
You kill it 3 times over. Dani, finish it. How do you do
So
it?
yeah, so Dani whips the
Oh,
chair
thank you.
around, bonks it with the headrest, it bites onto that, and while it's still chomped on that, Dani just shoves the baronium fluctuator right up in its face and just fully unloads a firebolt. I imagine it splatters into metallic pieces all across the dome like a bug on a windshield. Ugh.
Sweet. And that
We're
brings
gonna
us
have
to
to
Virla.
re-attune.
Okay. Virlo is absolutely just going to drop everything and dash down to the ship. But I think when he sees that Dani has it
You see the
covered-
inside of the dome get painted with grease and metal bits.
Squeegee that.
Okay,
Ugh.
I think she
that's
got
fine.
Okay.
God, I
wasn't
I
looking
thought
forward
It's
to
like, it's like
jumping
watching
down the
the gremlin
pyramid.
in the microwave in Gremlins.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I thought I was worried enough
Yeah.
when Kyana got kidnapped. Now I gotta fucking worry about losing the ship too.
No.
Yeah.
The ship can't get away from
But-
me.
Well, I'm excited to continue doing chip damage on this thing until it finally
Yeah,
dies
well-
out of pity.
Well,
You know, I'm
Retriever is
curious.
almost
Let's-
there. So
Come on,
I
Virla.
That's something.
don't think it's
Finish
gonna take. Horror's
I
not
kind
gonna
of want to
last
see
long
if
against
this
Retriever.
does anything.
Yeah.
Sure. What's up?
Can I cast Tash's Mind Whip on
Sure.
this Clockwork Retriever?
That's an It's not a charm
Intelligence.
effect, correct?
No, but it does
Cool.
take psychic damage.
Which it is not
Which-
immune to.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Thank
Got
goodness. I
enough
thought it
of
was
a
like, it
mind
doesn't
for
have a
that.
brain, so it can't get damage
That's
to it.
that's a 6 int
15.
save.
Ooh.
Okay, so that is that it fails. So 3d6 makes.
God, I hope you kill it with your brain.
Oh, that was 2 6s, and the other one fell, and I can't read it, so I'm picking it up. It's a 3. Okay, 15 points of
15's
psychic damage,
good.
and it can't
This thing just,
take a reaction, and it can only
just kinda
either
gets
move,
sad.
action, or bonus action.
Woot woot.
It just kind of like, it just kind of gets sad looking. It's like
The saws like
slows
slow
down,
down
the blades
and
kind
we're
of
off.
stop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Kyana,
Yeah.
you can kill this
What?
if you want.
All right. Well, let's take a swing. Do I get advantage on this or anything, or am I
Nope.
just?
Come on,
Nope. Okay.
No,
Kiana.
straight.
All right. Punch number 1.
Come on, Kiana.
I swear to
'Cause
God,
it's in,
that's
it's in spitting distance.
16. I know.
Nurse.
Punch number 2. Oh, okay. All right. That's a 25 to hit.
Nice.
I'll take it.
That will hit.
Nice.
D6 plus 4. You'd think I remember this by now. Okay. That's 9 points of force damage.
Okay, this guy's so dead. One more of those is out.
All right. Flurry of blows again. Ha! Oh. Okay. All right. That is the second time I've rolled an 18 on this die in a row. So 25.
Nice.
Nice.
To hit. All right. And one more. D6 plus 4. 10 points of force damage.
How do you want to do it?
Nice.
I just want to like uppercut it into bits. You know the bit in I want to say Thor 2 where he like uppercuts Mjolnir on that rock monster and it just explodes
No.
into pieces.
That
Yeah,
is in
like
fact
that.
Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, like that, but in a better
And I almost
movie.
want to give you an inspiration for having had to sit through it, but
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
yeah, this thing scatters. And actually, you can see now as like things kind of come down to a close, they're starting to like slowly disintegrate
Cool. All right.
and break down. In fact, and as all this comes, Virla, you walk out of the door. Your metal feet. I see you don't really wear shoes, right? It's just like you just have like
Nah.
metal feet.
Yeah.
Your metal feet scrape through the like literally like particulates of like little tiny like particles of glass and metal that are around, and your toe catches a little something. And as you look down, just with passive investigation, you see there's a little metal plates about I don't know, a couple inches long.
Oh God, are there more of these?
And on it reads the word. It says Atraxia,
Atraxia.
and that's where we're gonna go to break.
Atraxia. I barely know her.
Rolling with difficulty.
Today's adventure was brought to you by World Anvil. World Anvil is a browser-based world-building and writing tool designed to help you keep all your work organized and in one place. From world maps to timelines and beyond, the site is packed with everything you need to design your world, and when you're ready to write, there's a word processor built right in. With World Anvil, you don't have to create alone. Real-time collaboration allows you to work with your players, co-creators, cat, or whoever to work in tandem on the same project. If you're a more visual creator, then World Anvil's Whiteboards feature is for you. Chart out character arcs, diagrams, mood boards, and more on World Anvil's visual canvas. For our listeners, World Anvil has a very special offer. Just use code PLUG at checkout for 40% off yearly memberships. That's code PLUG, P-L-U-G, for 40% off yearly memberships. And a special thank you once again to World Anvil for sponsoring today's adventure.
Rolling with difficulty.
Welcome back. When last we left our heroes, you had just successfully stopped your Spelljammer from being kidnapped by some psycho robots.
My baby.
And discovered
You have to stop kidnapping things.
an
You have
entrance
to.
to the pyramid itself at the top of this ziggurat-like structure. And indeed, the remains of what appear to be some sort of interesting ornate chair that have been chewed up and destroyed. Crew of the Aspera,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
I'm gonna say it takes a while for us to get all the way up there. You know,
Yeah,
you know.
Dani
Yes,
will
it
like
does.
move the boat
It's a
back
big hike.
over into the parked position, drop the anchor again, get it all
Yeah.
Does
We're gonna
the
need to
name Atraxia
squeegee
ring a
the
bell to
metal
me?
guy off of the windshield so he's a little bit of a view.
Atraxia doesn't have any special click to you.
Okay. Alright. Then I will, I guess, kind of just like clear a space so that people aren't stepping on broken glass in a pathway leading into the entrance. And when they do get up here, I'll just sort of briefly describe what I've seen. a lot of broken glass, a lot of metal filaments, and what used to be some sort of throne. It is unclear.
And a hatch leading down, I think. So.
Yes.
Oh,
there's
was
a
it a
hatch.
hatch? I thought it...
When they banished
Yeah, there's a hatch, but I'm sorry, I should say the hatch is like chewed up and messed up so you can see stairs going down.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Like you could cover the
Awesome.
stairs so
Oh.
that you could walk around on it, and now that's all messed up.
Hey,
Oh,
when
interesting.
they banished this queen, what kind of a faction was it that they were ousting? Like religious zealots or political?
I don't know. They were all gone when I went.
Well, I
I
guess we'll find
really
out.
don't think the queen made this place or whatever.
Do we have any idea who did?
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Because it's got
I-
robots guarding it.
Yeah, the
This
robots
is
were
not.
weird. Well, were they
I-
guarding it or did they like infest it? They seem to have torn up the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe not
Possibly the
guarding
chair.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the three scratch mark pattern thing, does that match with kind of like the weaponry that we've seen on the spiders? Okay.
Yeah,
and
the clockwork horrors,
sorry.
yeah, they have like their jaws kind of do it.
and the
Okay, gotcha.
the chair that's really shredded up, is it like intact enough to see what kind of damage was done to it, or is it just like fully in bits?
It's pretty much fully in bits. If you want to, that'd be an investigation.
I can give it a shot.
Shall we make our way down then?
Or maybe someone with an actual bonus to investigation should try.
Does
Try.
I will
Obsidian
do
count
two
as
things.
investigating?
I'd like to do two things real quick. I will put a hand on Dani, pump a quick first level cure wounds.
Thanks.
And the chalice is still active. I got 10 minutes on it. And so I will give an extra, the other D8 to Kyana
Thank you.
just to get you guys back up.
Yep.
9 to Dani and 10 to Kyana.
I
Damn.
was
All right,
down
I'm back to
7,
full.
so yeah, back to full, baby.
I was down 9.
Cool. The second they're healed up, I drop the form, and then I will guide whoever will be doing this investigation check.
I can do it.
Yeah,
I
probably a
assume
good
that we're
idea.
heading down now and like actually making our way to the chair.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You guys walk into this room that has the chair and there's the trapdoor. Go ahead and make your investigation check.
Yes, sir. That is a 13 with advantage and a 10. Okay, so dirty 20.
Oh,
30-20. You get a scan.
Maybe it's a
First,
ship.
Dozen comes up. No arcane energies detected. Doesn't seem to be anything like magic going on here anymore, if there ever was. You sift through. Yeah, it looks like you start going through, and it looks like the place was just chewed apart, basically. Like whatever was up here just got shredded by these machines.
Clockwork
Is basically what
horrors.
your investigation leads you to.
Could I look
And
around?
this, yeah, go on.
Just because I watched the guy jack into the ship earlier, does it look at all like the marks indicate maybe something similar happened here? Like maybe this is a ship?
can we find
It
a
definitely
modern
looks
USB
like
port
it definitely
anywhere?
looks like the bare skeleton of a spelljammer helm.
I knew it. I told you the pyramid was a spaceship.
The
I'm
whole
suddenly
pyramid?
very interested in this particular mission.
I bet you money that there's like an inverted pyramid on the bottom half, and this thing is just like balancing on a point.
This is only the tip
That's
of the
that's sick
iceberg.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that does make
Wow.
sense
Man,
in how they
in the
banished
span
their
of, like-
queen to the astral sea. So they put her in a boat and said adios, you know.
This only happened a couple years ago, though, right?
Well, I don't know. Time works funky.
Yeah,
Well, I know time works funky, but like, you know,
It's-
in regular person time, spelljammers have been really rare for a while. Would they sacrifice a whole one just to banish somebody?
They seem to really like their rules over there. I'm sure they've got something about, like, if you banish someone, it must be in a proper vessel or something like that.
I don't know. In my
But
experience,
perhaps the
portals to the
Spelljammer
astral
itself
plane
was
kind of
not
pop
up
up
to
everywhere,
code.
so.
Well, hopefully the rest of this is a ship. It's like ours,
Well,
but
Oh,
it's
so much different than ours.
a triangle.
okay. You
stop that.
Our ship,
Wally made a triangle with his
Yeah.
fingers and put it conveniently over his eye.
just so everyone can tell. Okay, so our ship kind of looks like an actual ship, but you know, for spell jamming. The Illithid spelljammer looked like a big, like tentacle orb thingy. This
The
thing
Nautilus
is like
shell.
a weird geometric pyramid. It's like every spelljammer we've run into looks completely different from each other.
Do I?
We have fought a dragonfly spelljammer, and Davion has told us that his
Right.
uncles, his father's spelljammer, grandfather's, was a
one he
hummingbird, I believe.
Yeah.
Just kind of going back through Dani's mechanical knowledge, does she recognize what, this type of vessel at all? Is this like a recorded type of spelljammer?
Roll a history check.
It's a D8.
What?
It's a D8. So that presumably there would be like a D20 spelljammer and a D12.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That
19.
would be 19. A more clever DM would have thought of that. No, 19. Yeah, so there's tons of different classes of spelljammers out there, and to your knowledge, you've never seen like a database or a list of all the kinds. So this could be one. You definitely never heard of a pyramid, but you also know, I'd say with the 19, the information you do have is that you don't have all the information, which is to say that, like, who knows what it actually ran on. Some of them run on spells, but like a lot, like most, like technical spell jammers run on spells, but spelljammer is sort of that people use as like a catch-all term for a lot of different jammer ships. So there's forge jammers and stuff like that, forge helms, which run on they're like dwarf made, and they run on, you have to be like actively creating in the fires, and that powers the ship. Those kinds of ships are much more rare, but with everything destroyed here, there's no way of telling what this was. So maybe it was a spelljammer, maybe it was something else, but it's definitely not out of the, it's not out of the ordinary that it's out of the ordinary, because there's tons of different spelljammers.
Can we get any idea of how, I mean, I know time doesn't pass and all that, but like how old this thing is in like prime timeline time?
Not with those investigation. That would be a seriously hefty investigation check to like age stone and metal. But especially in the Astral Sea, there's nothing that could have, there's no aging or weathering that occurs here. So how old was it when it entered? That would be pretty difficult to tell under the best of circumstances. How long has it been here? More like, nigh impossible.
Like design-wise, what aesthetic, what like what civilization would have designed something that looked like this? I don't know. I have no way of possibly knowing this. I'm just spitballing here.
I think this might be a we need to dig a little deeper situation again.
Yeah, let's go into the spooky haunted pyramid full of robots.
I'll turn
spooky
to
haunted
Cressida
ship
ask,
full of robots. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Is
It's
Lula
both.
able to hone in any further on the Queen's location?
You turn around, and Cressida is currently at the door to this area you're in, and the door is 5 feet wide.
Oh no.
Lula can't get in right now, and she's trying to like maneuver Lula in, Lula is like trying to like dig down, like trying to get down, and trying to get in at the same time, and it's not working. She's
maybe if we play Lucky
she
enough,
turns
it'll
to
reduce Lula.
All right.
Well, how big
Small
is Lula
hiccup.
in like feet?
Lula's like 10 feet across.
What are the limitations on Dimension Door?
More importantly, what are the limitations?
It's got to be the same size or smaller.
Bees.
I've
used it anyway, so.
Important question though: the path down into the ship. How wide is that passageway?
About 5 feet also.
Okay, I could get you in, but it would only last for like a minute, and then you'd be big again. So I don't know if that's really viable.
I think we don't really want her stuck in here. We can.
I don't know. Well, she can plane shift out, but then plane shifting back, it's not exact. So we don't even know the name of this place. I don't know if she could get back. Like, she could get out, right? If she, she couldn't get trapped inside because she could plane shift anywhere that I tell her to. But I don't know if she can get back here once she's gone.
How so the weight with the ship?
If you can get her in, we can get her in, and then maybe she can plane shift out. But I don't know what's beyond, that staircase.
Well, I can get her into this room, but then I don't know if she could fit through that staircase.
Yeah. How many times can you shrink her?
I thought you were gonna. Were you gonna like shrink her?
Minute. Yeah, I can reduce her, but it only lasts for a minute, so she'd be in the room.
Well,
and
I mean,
as soon as we tried to go anywhere.
How far down could that staircase go? I'm sure she could walk down the staircase over the course of a minute.
I guess
What if
check.
there's more doors though?
We can run 30 feet in
That
6
would be a problem if
seconds
there's more
nominally.
doors.
Yeah. I can take a look down. I have, if I use a key point, the ability to see in darkness, magical or otherwise.
I mean, I can just move Bing along and
That's
and
probably
look through there.
smarter.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to do?
It might be best for them to wait outside. Besides, if more of those things come back to take the ship,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really good
You
point.
see, Cressida looks a little unhappy. But she says, All right. Well, Queen can't be very far. This place is only so big. She
Yeah.
turns, gives Lulu a scratch, says, all right, I'm gonna go in with them, get the Queen, come back out. Everything's safe. You stay out here and, I guess make sure no one steals the ship again.
Yeah.
You got this.
You and Plug. You guys got this. It's the
Do we have any way of
mechanical
communicating with the ship? Do we have like a portable sending stone from the ones built
only
into
to
the
Otto.
drat?
Yep.
Is there any way that Lula can communicate with Cressida through long distance?
Semaphore.
No.
I really like
we
the
gotta
idea
pretty
of
much be
Lula and
together.
Plug trying to use the sending stone. Just like paw, giant spider mandible. Just like
It'll be fine. We
Yeah.
leave the ship on the sea all the time, and we already fought the things that are out there, so I'm sure they'll be fine for however
You leave
long
it
it
all
takes
the
us.
time?
We do not.
no, we don't. We leave it docked with Modrons.
Notably do not.
We
Dani,
left it
do
docked
you
with the
leave
god
the ship?
that time. We
Well, yeah.
left it docked.
Yes,
You met a god?
Mechanus, and then in Avernus. Oh, I guess we were flying it in Avernus.
All right, let's just go down into the spooky haunted space pyramid thingy and see what we find.
Yes.
Sooner we find the princess, sooner we can get Queen. Sorry, my bad. Royalty.
I don't care. I'm not her.
The sooner we can get back to the ship. All right.
Yep.
And I'm pull the hatch open. And I'm gonna start my way
The
down.
Queen was Dani all along. She's secret royalty.
That's about 30% of my theories at Dani at this point.
You
I'm glad
remove
someone
what
has
little
Dani
of the hatch
theories,
remains.
but I don't.
And
We
we
find
send.
we find that the queen is dead and she looks eerily a lot like Dani.
Oh
It's
God,
just
I hope so.
Except she's orange, so it couldn't possibly be me.
We
Could
do the
possibly
Prince and
be
the Pauper plotline.
You're just like me. Just cute.
What's the marching order?
Oh God.
I have dark
I'm up
vision,
ahead.
and I'm not super loud, so I'll be somewhere in the front.
Okay.
I
All right.
can be like in the middle.
Give me an order, like a number order.
Yeah.
Like
How?
I'm
Wait.
one.
Okay. How dark is it in there? Just I want to.
The staircase is pretty dark.
I'm gonna use my vision of the astral self then.
Okay.
I get 10 minutes of vision in both magical and non-magical darkness out to 120 feet.
Nice.
Cool.
And I mean, I don't really like Dani going in front of me in terms of squishiness, but I figure someone should probably bring up the rear who is unlikely to be ambushed, so I guess if Finbar's in front, Dani's right next. I can take the back.
Okay.
I do not have
You'll
dark
be in the
vision,
back.
so I will be somewhere in the middle to make sure that I.
Does Bing have dark vision?
Bing does have dark vision, but again, having I can look through it, but then I'd be like doing a third person type kind of deal, which would be weird visually.
All right.
Can
Cressida
you
will
like
take up the
hold
rear.
Bing?
You know what? That's
Can
not a bad idea.
Can you like manifest him over your head, like Mysterio style?
No, I'll just have Bing every 6 seconds move with my movement just right in front of me, and I'll just close
Sure.
my eyes and use them as makeshift goggles, I suppose.
So this
Yeah.
session,
I mean,
we've reverse engineered Unseen Servant, and now we've reverse engineered Dark Vision.
You're all
Yeah.
welcome.
I have dark vision prep for the day, so we don't have to do any of that.
I think
But
you should
Finbar,
anyway.
We
But
are
does dark vision work in
engineering something.
magical darkness?
No, it does not.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So, Finbar, Dani, Virla, Kyana, Cressida somewhere in the middle too, I guess.
Cressida's in the
also
back.
in the rear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go
You guys
explore the spooky haunted
descend.
pyramid.
The staircase goes straight for a bit, then kind of spirals around, and you enter into a room that you can see now is this room is actually lit. In fact, it's lit by the astral sea. What on the outside was opaque stone, here is see-through, and it's like it's all basically window, for lack of a better word, out into the astral sea.
Tinted
This is very
windows.
castle in the sky.
As Finbar, your past perception is really good.
Yeah, it's 20.
20, yeah. You emerge, like, first getting a look at this room, and you see all along the walls, these big mirrors, there are couches everywhere, and you're kind of emerging from the middle. In fact, why don't I just show you?
Yes,
You're emerging
good.
from the middle into the room, you see these couches lining the walls, and on, facing out to look at the astral sea. But lining the floor of more note, you see these giant, kind of like, soft red masses.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, those things are labeled on the map as something interesting.
It's a surprise.
Something familiar.
tool that'll help us later.
You come down, and as you step, and no stealth or anything, your footsteps echo. You see these like roiling masses of like kind of red goo start to kind of move. You see yellow eyes open along each of them, and then their mouth like slits open, and these weird, horrid, like janky mouths filled with teeth open up and start to let out this like horrible, just babbling, high-pitched gibbering, so to speak, sound. Can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Come on.
Oh no, this is an actual dungeon with
We've
multiple
had one,
encounters
yes.
in a day.
But what about second initiative?
What about the second initiative?
Second
Excuse me.
initiative? Yum.
All right, go ahead.
Yum.
17 for Dani. Hooah.
I'm going to become the Jim.
All right, Dani coming in at 17.
Shout out why.
Kyana coming in at another 10.
Uh-huh. Do I get advantage on that or something, or...
Nope.
No.
Get
You know
that
what?
5 for your alert. Virla coming in at 3.
Yeah.
11 for Finn. The gibbering mouthers come in at a -1 dex. 9.
-1 dex. Okay, good to know.
And
What are
then
the-
the
what are
big
these-
piles of goo, not very dexterous. And then Cressida comes in at not good either. She has a +4 though. She gets an 11.
So what are these
Line you
red
guys up in descending
areas
order.
that you have identified here?
That's how much. So
They're big.
that's where the
big boys.
slime like extends to.
Gotcha.
So
You have to spray it with water to make it disappear. You can do this in mouthful mode if you have Kirby drink a bunch of water, and then you can.
each creature's. All right, we're going to start with Dani. Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw to start your turn?
God!
Oh,
Dang,
okay.
they got us.
Saving throw?
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna matter. It's a 7.
That is a fail. On a failure, the gibbering fills your mouth, and everyone else sees Dani's eyes go wide and her pupils dilate. On a failure,
shit.
you can't take reaction until the start of your next turn. And I need you to please roll a d8 for me.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Not wisdom saves. My mortal enemy. 7.
7. You pull out your like chisel that we're counting as your dagger that we're counting as your chisel,
Yes.
and I need you to please make an attack roll against Finbar
Oh my god!
for your action.
No.
You've been trying to get us charmed since like fight number 3.
That's a 10 to hit.
A 10. There's no way that hits.
No, of course not.
I don't have as good a
So
bonus
yeah,
to daggers.
how does Finbar react?
He's coming down this staircase. He stops. Everybody stops. Then he keeps moving. Bumps into me. And then pulls out this chisel and like hits me. I'm like, Dani, cut it out. What are you doing? And I don't even notice. Like it was like she's like foaming out the mouth or whatever. And I'm just like, just chill out.
Sweet.
Horrible.
Is that my turn then? Or do I
That's your whole action. Yep.
can I still use bonus actions?
Nope.
Dang it. Can I use
You do
movement?
nothing else.
Just that. Okay.
Yeah, that's your whole. No, that's your whole turn.
All right,
Failing
well,
the
then
wisdom
Dani's
save.
gonna
That's
go
everything you
now.
do. Your turn ends.
Placed where she is.
Who's next? Cressida's next. Oh, good, it's me. Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on. She just sees that like people are doing stuff. So she is going to. She does not start her turn within 20 feet because you can't hear it through the stone. So she doesn't start her turn within 20 feet. So she's okay. She's going to. She can't go anywhere. She would have to push past all of you because the staircase is too narrow. She's
So
gonna
we're
hold
like,
her.
sorry, we're in like an enclosed central chute,
Yep.
like with a.
So
okay.
those are all walls all around, and the entrance is right where Finbar is standing.
Oh, Christ.
So you're all lined up, nice. Cressida can't get anywhere, and she's gonna hold her dash action, just be like, "Shit, what's going on up there?"
Yeah.
And that brings us to Finbar. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna take a quick step into this room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you make a
I was
whiz
gonna
save?
say
real quick?
only Dani get charmed.
Okay,
Only Dani get wisdom save.
here we go.
I don't think it's technically a charm effect though.
Jail for Austin.
Jail for Austin for 1,000 years.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
swear
no.
to God.
Oh no.
Did you just fail?
And Dani was murdered on
guys.
those very steps by Finbar. Boon companion.
Roll a d8.
Okay.
High in low whiz.
D8.
High in low whiz.
So
It's a 1.
1.
Is that bad? That might be bad.
You do nothing for your whole turn.
Okay.
So
Could
that
be
ends that.
worse.
Fantastic. I'm sorry. I'm just really double checking to make sure this isn't a charm effect because that's important for
Yes, it is.
certain Fey-born people. Each creature that starts to within 20 feet must succeed on a whiz save on a failure. Can't take reactions. Charm does. It doesn't say anything about charm, so I guess it's not a charm effect.
Well, it's
Cool.
apparently Furbolg don't get advantage on charm effects, so.
Cool. Well, Cressida does though.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna.
But-
we might need to discuss if stillness of mind will have an effect on it.
It would take an action, but then you'd have a
Fine.
bonus action. So
Well, beans. I just.
You're up. You're not close enough to have to make a whiz save. So whatever you're gonna do, you can do.
Well, I just saw Dani and Finbar both react really weird.
Yeah, Dani struck out a Finbar. He grabbed her arm, and then he just went kind of slack-jawed for a moment.
All right. Well, you know I gotta sprint in there, baby.
All right, go for it.
All right. We're
Reckless
gonna
abandon.
use my movement. No reckless
Starts
abandon.
its
I'm
turn.
just
Yep.
whatever's causing problems for you guys might be something I can help with. And now that I'm out in the room and I can actually see what's happening.
You see just these
guess-
horrible masses of weird goo.
Oh, that's horrible and I hate it. I'm gonna guess this thing by the entrance is probably what's causing the problem, and judging by who I am as a person, we'll get there, don't worry. Actually, you know what? I probably wouldn't have ducked to the side, so that's still 30 movement there.
Yep.
Yeah, because of who I am as a person, I'm probably gonna run in and try to punch that one.
Do it.
Kyana.
35, so I don't need to do anything
That is
funky.
all. When you step in there, it starts grabbing at your feet. All of that red is difficult terrain. So
Ah!
it's 35, 40 to get in there.
That's okay. I have 45 movement.
Okay.
And I don't need to get that close, because obviously I'm gonna use my Arms of the Astral Self.
All right. This is
So
a
that's
dex
another
save.
key point.
That's a 3.
So it fails?
Yep.
Oh god, I'm so low on key. All right.
only had some-
So that's
Item that gave you an action to regain it.
yeah. I'll give that a shot later. 2d6 force damage. That's 6 points of force damage. That's something anyway. Dodge action would be a smart thing, but it's freaking them out, so I'm going to attack it. Wait, no, I can't. Sorry. Arms of the Astral Self summon is an action.
Is a-
I can't. No, it's a bonus action.
no, it's a bonus
so
action.
I can take the
Yeah.
attack
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Perfect.
Go
All right,
ahead,
we're
attack.
just going to attack it then.
All right.
Okay,
attacks.
that's a dirty 20, so
That'll hit.
we'll hit. Okay, 1d6 plus 4 force damage. 5 force damage. I gotta
Okay.
get something spiky to put on my fists. Second attack. Oh my god! Natural 20!
There
Yes,
you go.
Kyana.
Max
Okay,
dice
so-
plus, you know.
Okay, so that's, sorry,
It's-
that's max
so it's a
dice
D-
plus all the
yeah,
stuff
so
I'm
it's a
rolling. Does that
D6
include
plus
the
4,
plus...
so-
Yeah, so
So
that's...
you get your
so the-
6 from your d6, 4 from your
Right.
wisdom, and then roll a d6.
Okay, so whatever I roll plus 10,
Yep.
11 force damage.
All right. Pretty good.
This d6 is going in the shame box, but we'll replace it with a better one.
You just pop some eyes, like part of the head wobbles and eyes just pop as you do it. And
I thought
yeah,
the fungus stuff was disgusting.
this thing, by the way, this thing really easy to hit. You're like, I could probably hit
Ha.
this thing blindfolded and unconscious, basically.
Good. Well, hopefully I don't need to.
All right.
All right, that's my movement, action, bonus action. Yeah, that's everything I got right now. So.
Cool. That's their turn. This one's gonna move here.
Oh God.
This one's gonna move 5, 10. Very, very slow. They can only
Great
move 10
news,
feet
guys.
around.
I've pulled aggro.
All right. The first one is gonna make a bite attack against you. That's an 8 to hit. Will not.
No, it won't.
And then, cool. Can I get you? You see this thing though is going to one of the heads near the back rears up and
Yep.
spits this ball of acid.
Ah!
Could I get you to make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, yes, I would love to, because that way I can use my evasion.
Ooh.
I rolled a 17, so I
That'll
think,
be
hold
big.
on. Save, dex save, yeah, 23.
You dodge the blinding spittle and are not blinded.
Yeah, baby.
Cool.
So it
So
doesn't,
these
like,
other
have
two
to-
guys are gonna. What's the range on it? Within 15 feet. Actually, I don't think these guys can get you. 10,
Ha
15.
ha, get out of here.
10, 15. This one down here, Mouther 1 can, so I need you to make one more deck save.
One more deck save? Okay.
Yep, as he's also going to do it.
Ha! Okay. Wow, this die is killing it today. That's a 24.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Even feet sticking to the ground, you get up in there and just dodge these fucking nightmare
I'm used to my feet sticking to the ground.
acid. Yeah, there you go.
I've trained for this
That's
moment
amazing.
my whole life.
Fearlight, it is your turn. You are just outside the range of effect,
Okay.
so you can take your turn normally.
I'm a little disappointed they didn't try to do the paralyzing-y thing on me because I get advantage.
Is it
on
any
my wisdom
extra
saves.
movement to move through the space of one of my
You-
friends?
if you s-
Or-
It is. It's double movement.
Okay. 15, 20.
Kiana, you have to start within range of them to hear the babbling. So they don't do it on purpose. It's just anyone who starts close enough gets messed up by it.
So next round I have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Wow, that's terrible. No wonder these things are so slow and shitty. They can just persistence predate you if your wisdom is low enough.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, I hope you move big like a bowling ball. It's like chuck him down.
The Wii bowling music starts playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus action to move Bing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which should get
Fantastic.
me in range, line of sight, to get these, the bottom two Mouthers 1 and 4 as you have labeled them.
Destroy them.
Cool.
And it'll be-
They have this is a deck save incoming.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Cool. They have a -1 deck save.
I know.
The higher is 9.
Both fail.
Good.
So that is another 8d6.
Let's go.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, that's a pretty low roll, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah, you fry like half of these things with a single strike. The lightning arcs through and just pinballs. That's what I'm looking for. Pinballs between a bunch of like rising heads.
Oof.
These things are so nasty.
It lets out a horrible shriek, but the gibbering continues.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Danny, that brings us back to you. Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh god.
What was it?
Natural 20.
Okay,
Minus
you're
1.
good.
So 19.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Whew. Okay.
That was weird. I feel strangely serene for once.
Oh.
So, Danny will, wipe her mouth off, get the spit out there, step around Finbar. This is gross, whatever's going on.
It's really nasty.
10.
It is not great.
That's difficult.
Getting into
Anyone
that red
ever
is
say this?
difficult
But
terrain.
please set it on fire.
Difficult terrain as soon as you get in there.
Ugh, I wanted to stand on the couch, but I guess you'll do. And I'll pick up the cannon because I still have it out because it just stays around for an hour and force ballista shot at this guy. My bonus action.
Do it.
I want to scatter you all over the pavement. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Phew.
I'm pretty sure Danny would hit with a natural 1, actually.
Oh, wow.
Danny is strong.
You
in the
mean
ways
these things
of-
don't have much?
The big pile of goop, surprisingly, not high armor class.
Oh, that's nice. It's gratifying.
17 points of force damage.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Horrible.
And then with my action, because I don't like these guys and they're really irritating me, I'm going to use...
It's like dropping a bowling ball into a big pot of like
Oh.
pancake batter.
No. Ah.
Ugh.
I'll go
Alright,
with a
what's your
firebolt
action?
as my action, just on the same gibbering mouther. Why not?
Cool.
Keep it
Roll
simple.
it.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it
What
simple,
a
stupid.
name, too. Like, were they just tired that day? Like, what does it do? Well, it gibbers. All right, what's it made of?
Mouth.
Fucking
Mouths.
mouths, I guess. Okay.
That's
great.
a 14 to hit.
Sir, mouther isn't a verb or adjective or whatever.
14's gonna hit.
Okay.
Noun.
So that's 2
Noun.
10
Yeah,
plus a d8 for my multi-tool.
Adverb? Oh no, I always zoned out once we got past.
Ooh,
What if
not
things meant to be
amazing.
gibbering
That's
mother,
10
but they,
points
like,
of
did a
fire
typo and
damage.
they just rolled with it?
Still pretty good.
10 points is not enough.
That's a
It
bad
still
roll for Danny.
lives.
And I guess I will stand here.
Yeah, you will. The red goop starts to crawl up your boots. And that brings us to Finn.
Why does this keep happening? Why do we go places with girls?
Okay.
Finn, please make a whiz save.
Okay.
Since you are within 30 feet
16?
of me... Oh,
16?
That saves. You're fine.
16 saves. Okay.
Phew, not as terrible.
That. I don't like the sound coming out of their mouths. We need to shut them up.
Yep. That's what I imagine it sounds like.
Okay, well, they're not doing a whole lot of damage, so we're just gonna spank them, right?
I can
Yeah.
imagine each of them is just singing a different pop song at full volume, but they're all like really clashing really badly.
Okay. Let's do a quick. See, I don't want to pull them closer. Is the thing, because that's my only ranged option here. It's the Thorn Whip. Which one is the weakest so far? Which one?
The one Dani's messing up.
Danny's been
Danny?
messing hers up pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's like scorched and blown up.
Of course it is.
Like an Akira
Okay, so
looking
I'm
one.
gonna get in the room. 5, 15.
Yeah, that's difficult
25, 30.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
I'm gonna be like, sorry about this, Danny, and I'm going to Vine Whip.
Ah!
All right, roll the hit.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, it's 2d6.
Couldn't we get those robot things down here that automatically killed everything organic?
It's 8.
Yeah.
And I'll throw an extra d6 with the pixies.
Nice.
How does a Thorn Whip kill this thing, Finbar?
I imagine it like cuts it in half, like it splits in half like a banana, falls apart, and the goop kind of spreads throughout the floor.
The Thorn Whip reels back and just slings a bunch of goop at both of you, at Dani and Finbar.
Good work, team.
This ain't gonna wash out easy. Oh no.
I'm gonna be red
Correct,
again.
it is not. Alright, there's enough people out of her way that her held action goes off. Cressida's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You know, I really hope she doesn't get
And then
mind
she
controlled.
has to make a whiz save at the start of her turn.
Dang it.
Balls.
Ooh, it's gonna be close.
Wait a minute. Does Cressida go before me, or?
Yeah, she's got an 11.
Oh, right. Perfect.
This is very low
10.
initiative combat.
She does. Wait, no whiz. Oh, she
no.
succeeds. Okay, she's proficient. She's proficient.
Okay.
She does succeed. And then she will
Wasn't
take
really
her
looking
turn. Oh, she does have to make a strength save to see if she gets stuck, which she does make pretty easily. And then she's going to move into flanking, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. Not that she's going to need it, because these things are made of dough, but it's a hit. First attack, and then her second longsword or short sword attack is also a hit. It's 1d6 on the sword and 3d6 poison. 18 points of damage total on the first attack, and the second attack's gonna take this thing out.
Nice.
Yeah, max on the dice, and then you see she comes in with the sword and swipes twice across from Kyana. The whole mound kind of there's a weird reaction where the poison hitting the body kind of smokes and bubbles and steams, and the thing lets out a weird kind of like hiss sound, and then it just collapses down to a pile. You see the whole the head collapses, and now Kyana and Cressida, you're standing 10 feet across from each other, and she just gives a little wave.
Hey. This thing's really nasty.
With that, it brings us to Kiana's turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to double check your distance from this guy. 25 feet from him, so you are in the clear to take your turn.
Haha. Alrighty.
Nice.
Well, we're just gonna zip over to that other guy. Start wailing. Is it still difficult terrain around us?
Nope, the one that's when they're dead, they no longer generate difficult terrain.
Perfect.
All the goo that is reaching up and clawing at you, Venom symbiote style, just
5,
plops down to the ground.
10.
And it's just yucky now.
Gross.
15. But now that I'm entering this other bit of terrain.
That becomes difficult. Correct.
Okay. You know what? Why would I make this easier for it? So 15,
It's a good
25.
point.
Yeah, okay. I'll use my 10-foot range. That does mean Cressida won't be able to flank it immediately, but I mean, it's going to move to close anyway.
Flanking's not so bad when you're
That's true.
One's
These
got
things
an
are
AC of 9.
pretty squishy. Okay, let's take a swing. Hacha.
All right.
Oh,
Swing away.
what a waste of a roll of 19. 26 to hit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. D6 plus 4. 9 force damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
D6 plus 4 force damage. Another 9 force damage.
Nice.
Okay, pretty good.
My Warhammer dice are serving me well today.
You should always
Alright.
roll with those.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my second to last key point for a flurry of blows just to take this thing out as
Nice.
quickly as possible if I can.
Finish him.
All right. I'm hoping to.
You get it pretty close if you hit with these two.
All right. Okay, that's a 22 to hit. D6 plus
Okay.
4 force damage. That's another 9. I'm getting a little concerned about this die. And
Rigged.
fourth attack.
Rigged. Yep.
This die is rolling so well when I'm fighting the equivalent of pancake batter. All right, that's another 26 to hit.
Evil
And that-
pancake batter.
Okay, and oh, cool, 10
pancakes
points of
now.
force damage this time.
There you go,
Nice.
changing it up.
it
Yeah,
dead?
you bring this thing down to it's pretty close. It's on its final knees there.
Okay, great. I did as much damage as I possibly could in a round, and it's still up.
Oh,
Alright.
no.
The Mouther's turn. This guy's gonna move 5 feet up to you. This one's
Happy
gonna
bro.
move 10 feet. Can I get? It can only shoot 15 feet. Okay, Dani, can you make a dex save for me?
Yeah, those I'm not as bad at. That's 18.
Nice.
Yep, you succeed, and the other one is gonna use its blinding spittle. Can I get
Ugh.
Cressida and Kyana to make dex saves?
It's what?
Okay.
Blinding spittle. Yeah, it shoots a big blob of like spit at you, and it
Oh
explodes.
boy. Hold on. This time, perhaps, my roll was not so good.
Oh, how
But
close to
with
me
my
are
dex
you?
This
save-
time, perhaps my
I-
roll was not so good. Yeah.
My dex save is +6, so that's a 13 total.
Kyana, you are
13.
within 30 feet of me. If you look over to Dani, you'll see her, like, dodge it and then turn to you and be like, what's the deal with all these slimes or whatever? And in a flash of genius, you're like, what if I copied what Dani did? And you get to add +3 to that saving throw.
Oh, heck, cool. So that's 16 total.
That does succeed.
Thank you.
Flash of genius.
And then it
Yeah,
will
I'm
make
getting the feeling that blinding stuff doesn't do half damage on a successful save, so...
it just blinds you.
Great!
It will bite, attempt to bite you.
Come at me, bro.
Did I roll? I rolled in front of the group. With a +2, it only gets an 11.
Well, that is not gonna hit
So
me.
you just kind of push it off with the arm.
These things are so
and,
gross. They're so
Cool.
gross.
That will end its turn. Finbar, you see over your shoulder, something kind of crawls up the couch a little bit.
Huh?
I don't like the name of that icon in Roll20.
Me neither!
Okay.
Tier what?
Parasite.
How many friggin' times are you gonna throw
Features-
weird mind control shit at us?
He's just really angry we got to
Yeah, it's gonna tell
eat
you.
all those mind flayers up the last time.
It's going to,
It's
having observed
smarter
and
than me.
blindsight.
I don't have
Having-
a +3 attack.
Having observed who got affected and who didn't, Dani, can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw?
I swear to God. Oh, sorry guys, this session might run
That would
long. Well,
be-
whose fault is that?
A dirty one in that I rolled a 2 and I have to subtract 1 from it.
Danny.
You see,
not wise.
Finn, you see this purple, almost amoeba that kind of spins like a flying saucer, rises up,
Excuse me.
and
It's Morph.
Dani, you feel in your mind, oh, you gotta run. Like, you gotta get out of here.
I gotta go.
That's the only course of action, as it casts suggestion on you. Dani, I also need you to roll a D100, please.
Oh boy.
Goddamn.
We all
Why?
know I have
Why?
great luck with these.
What's up with you and these fucking tables, man?
You know, I'm just a bitch for a good
I
table.
love a good D100 table.
I should
48.
have been suspicious when the first half of
48.
this episode was so fun and character driven.
I know.
It's our episode. It's that mid-season. Je ne sais quoi.
All of you, suddenly there's a kind of a flash through the entire room, and you kind of all simultaneously realize, like, you think everyone's talking at once, and then you realize everyone can hear each other's thoughts.
Oh,
You all gain, for who knows how long, you all gain telepathy.
Spaceship. Spelljammer.
is this appreciably
Mechanics.
different?
Gear.
from-
Gotta run. Speed.
Not appreciably different from yours. Cool.
Cool.
And then it's going to make a
Can I make
cling
something out
attack
of these mouth
against.
pancakes? Are they edible?
Is this puppeteer parasite also a wild magic sorcerer?
Virla thinks this
It's
is
gonna
cool.
make a cling attack against Finbar.
No.
14
It is the alien episode. I knew it. You can't fool me.
Does a
it's
14
been
hit?
This
14 will
decrepit
not hit, no.
spaceship.
Okay, so yeah, this thing flies up at you, and you just like bat it aside. But Dani, you're like, I gotta get out of there.
I gotta
Viola, it's your
go.
turn.
So I guess I'm zooming. Yeah, Dani will use her movement.
But it's Virla's turn right now.
Oh,
so.
never mind. Dani will stay where she
Wait,
is.
get in line.
I will just go 30 feet straight down and out. Finally puts me in the room.
Yay.
Cool.
The parasite is the biggest threat. Well, I wouldn't know that. I just see something that's going to attack.
It's
Phil
flying like a
suddenly
flying
became
saucer
psychic.
around
I
Finbar's
feel like
head.
you might be able to guess.
That is true.
It's like,
But-
okay, well, just tried to face hug Finbar, and Dani's suddenly freaking out.
So as a free action, am I able to like figure out what the parasite is thinking? I don't know what, or the mouthers even.
I
That's
wouldn't
a good
touch those
question.
brains
You
if I were
only
you.
get the intelligence if you know a language. Oh, the puppeteer parasite has. You can't. Okay, so it's not mind reading, so you can talk to them if you want. Not the gibbering mouthers. They don't. They can't. They don't have a language, so they can't do it. You could try to talk to the puppeteer parasite if you want.
Wait,
My
so
experience, that
is
doesn't
it
go well.
like telepathy?
It's not
so I
mind
can't
reading,
read
it's
their
just
minds.
telepathy.
I could.
No, you
Gotcha.
sense the same way that you can tell there's a person who can hear you with your mind. You can innately be like, oh, I could like talk to this thing, but you don't gain like
Do you
insight into
want
what it
to?
wants. You know.
So this is literally not different to me at all.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Kiana, I don't even know if you
go.
notice anything. Other than
Probably
like
not.
weird kind of, there's a weird kind of reverberation through the room when it happens, but
I guess it's possible if
Uh,
you
the-
guys
the-
aren't in the habit of thinking quietly that I suddenly get like little bursts from all of you, and I'm like, oh, that's new.
I'll go ask. What is your purpose here?
Give this poor thing an existential crisis.
Yeah, that's how I defeat it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so it's not possessed of any. It's intelligent, but not really possessed of ego. So all you get back is just basically the thought like, yummy, 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 back over and over again.
Okay.
Like,
I don't think I want to know what this thing eats.
All right. I'll choose to ignore that, and then I'll cast Tash's Mind Whip on the mouth there.
Yeah, get him.
okay, that's an intelligence save.
Yes.
Not to
minus
stereotype.
4.
Wow.
Yeah. The fact that I couldn't sense that the mouthers
4.
I can speak to them, that's my indication that they ain't so smart. Yeah, okay. 4? Alright, so 3d6. Yeah, 3d6.
It's just gonna
psychic
explode,
damage.
seemingly for no reason.
Oh, okay. 13.
It had exactly 13 hit points left.
Nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So it literally
How
explodes
do you
for
end
seemingly
it?
no reason.
Yeah, like what is a psychic attack against a monster with basically no brain but
Just
lots of
mouths.
mouths look like?
Yeah.
What I kind of feel like it does is that it just can't. It's just overwhelmed and overloaded with all of this input. I suppose, and it kind of acts the same way that Pac-Man does when a ghost runs into it, where it kind of just like folds outward and in on itself, and then just kind of dies down that way. The
I
mouth
like
sort of
the
open.
idea that this Lovecraftian eldritch abomination, not dissimilar to a Shoggoth known for causing insanity just by looking at it, seems to have died from the incomprehensibility of our human minds.
Take that, subversion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Anything else, Virla?
Movement. I can't do anything with Bang anymore because I can only cast 3 spells through it per long rest. So I'll keep Bang where he is, and that'll be it for my turn.
All right, Dani, you gotta go.
Do I still gotta go if the guy is gone?
The puppeteer parasite
The
isn't
puppeteer
gone.
parasite's still there, yeah.
Oh, well, then I gotta.
Oh,
Showing
actually,
Mother's
let
not
me
smart
real
enough to
quick-
tell you to do
Are
Are you
it.
starting within 20 feet? Yeah, sorry, you need to make a wisdom saving throw first.
Oh, it would be so funny if
You just get
it
stuck in your brains
paralyzes
like,
you. Did you fail? Tell me you failed.
I got a natural 1.
Yay!
roll a
Minus
d8.
1, so 0. I don't know if that changes anything.
You
It's
failed
like,
really
it's like
well.
Roll a
Gandhi and
D8.
Civ. You circle back around to the best possible score.
5.
Roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
Lots of dice.
The rest of this turn is
Oh,
Sophia
no.
rolls every dice in the dice set.
I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she just moves
The
in
next
a
to the
in a
sir-
random direction.
1.
It is.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, hi,
All right.
Dani.
You just see Dani. I don't know, Dani. You're running in a random direction for no reason. I don't know how that manifests on Dani, but that's what's going on. Kyana, you see she just starts running past you, absolutely covered in red slime.
Oh, my condolences.
Dani's not an athlete, so her running is like very like hustle, you know.
A lot of verticality in the jog.
So is that my full movement? I guess I would use my bonus action to dash.
You have no action or bonus action.
Oh, in that case, I will just stand there.
The end. Finbar, what would you like to do?
Dani, where are you going?
Ah.
I don't like this thing on me. I'm gonna give it a smack with Leyland,
Cool.
the sickle. Stop it, weird critter.
Stop it, weird critter.
The same sentiment as you would with just like a spider or something.
Be gone.
Yeah, that's a 17 to hit.
4 of rolled up newspaper.
That will hit.
Okay, it's a D4 9
Nice.
slashing damage, and the pixies are gonna help me out here as they attempt to push this thing away. I need it to make a strength saving throw.
Nice.
4.
Yes.
4.
Yes, 4.
Okay.
Telling me the flying amoeba thing isn't very strong.
Cool. It gets pushed 15 feet away from me.
Jesus.
So
Nice.
the pixies just
Nice.
rip it off and throw it off of me.
Sure.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna take a step back next to Virla. Like, you saw that little thing, right? It was on me. I don't like that.
Did you hear what it said? It wants to eat.
What?
So I
Like,
asked what it wanted to do, and it just...
I got snacks back at the ship.
I think you are the snack, Finbar.
Only Virila could come back with that, and it could sound plausibly friendly.
Yeah.
A helpful piece of advice.
You hear in your mind, like kind of unintentionally, Cressida's turn comes up. She goes, "I got you, you fucker." She's gonna try to shoot it with a hand crossbow.
Nice.
Get him.
That's a natural 17. That's gonna hit.
Oh.
For okay, so it's 1d6 plus 4, 10 piercing, and then it needs to make a Constitution saving throw against her drow poison.
Hell yeah.
Get fucked.
All right, actually, this is big, so I'm gonna roll this in front of the group because if it fails by enough, it's fucked.
Oh,
It
yes.
does have a +6. It's pretty tough.
Okay.
13. The DC is 13, so he succeeds.
Ah.
Okay.
Nah.
Unfortunate, but 10 damage is it's not exactly the beefiest thing in the world, so 10 damage is no joke. And that'll move us to Kyana.
Okay.
Come on, Kyana.
So it's gonna be like, oh, Dani, I already got this one. And I'm gonna, but I can still hear there's gibbering in this room, so I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
there's another one. Sorry, I didn't mean to
This
do it
one
that way.
down
Okay.
over here.
Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There we go. Just in range. All right. Well, I'm gonna punch it.
Nice.
Punch
Attack
it.
number 1.
As God intended.
Ha! Okay. 17.
Okay.
Lowest roll so far. I assume that hits. These things have an AC of like
Yep.
8, right? Okay.
Yeah, they have an AC of 9.
Okay. That's 9 force damage on the first swing. First natty 1 on this die, so I fail on the second. But I am going to use my last key point on a flurry of blows. Punch number 3. Okay. I mean, it's gonna hit. It's just not good. That's a 13. Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause I rolled
that
a
hits.
6. All right. 7 force damage.
Okay.
Final punch. 21 will hit, and that's 8 force damage.
All right. Splat.
Oh,
How does
really?
Kyana kill this thing? Yep.
Woo!
Nice.
I think I'm expecting more of a fight from it, so I like go a little way hard on it and just fully punch through it and like crack the stone underneath a little bit. And it's just like, oh, whoops. I'm on edge from those weird robot things.
That brings us back to the right before Virla's turn is the puppeteer parasite.
Yeah.
So it's got a fly speed of 30, and it's going to attempt to make another cling attack.
On
10, 15,
who?
20, 25, 30.
No, over
Does it have
here.
to
My
be in
brain
your
is so
space?
delicious.
It's fine.
And unprotected.
Cool. This is coming to Virla.
Come on, Virila, be
Come
smart.
at me.
Does an 8 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Knew
Oh,
it wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this thing just flies past your head again. It's like the world's like freakiest bat just flying around in this room.
Playing ultimate frisbee with itself and losing.
Dani, it comes back to your turn. Suggestion is still up. You gotta go.
I gotta go, but here's a question.
Wait, did I
Which
go?
direction is more go? The staircase
Wait.
around the corner or the staircase in the middle?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
did skip
Virla,
Virla. I'm sorry.
yes.
Virla's turn. I'm sorry.
Classic.
Well, I was gonna have to move, but now I don't. Burning hands, right in front of me.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Hello.
Dex
I
save.
am.
Dex saving throw 15.
Yeah, it fails,
Oh, awesome. Okay. All right.
but it does resist fire.
Boo.
Interesting.
Five.
It's so weird.
Why? Why do that?
So
It
wait,
takes 2
resist.
fire
All right, so
damage.
half to 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
That's okay.
It's not going easy for Virla, the scribe's wizard, in terms of damage types tonight. All right, Dani, now it's your turn, and the command is get out far away as possible.
Well, I see the puppeteer parasite in front of the staircase out, but there's a staircase
true.
away, so my brain's like,
Oh no.
what if I ran to
Go
the
for
away
it.
staircase? Okay.
Dani,
Cool.
no.
I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does she get to make more will saves about the...
I don't believe I think the suggestion is a one and done.
Yeah, I
What?
think so. Do I use my bonus action to dash, or is it just my regular movement?
You can use your action to dash.
Right. Action. I'm not a monk. It would get me into the staircase.
No.
I'm going.
Yeah, cool.
Danny's gone.
You start
Bye.
running down the stairs. We'll return, Dani. We'll return to you on your next turn. Finn, what would you like to do?
Okay, first of all, let's get this freaky little thing off my friend here. Leyland, whack. Yeah, I get right in front of fairly like hold still and whack. 15 plus 8 is 23. It's a D4, and that's on the other end of the spectrum. That's a 1 plus 5, so 6 slashing.
Okay.
Again with the pixies, strength save.
Bad. Under 10.
Okay, and I'm gonna fling him no good directions.
Into the wall, maybe? To the right?
Yeah, sure, into the wall.
Nice.
Splat. Yeah, it just flies like a pancake. A lot of pancakes
Ah.
tonight. It's just a big like
This fight is
purple
so
disc with
nasty.
like teeth underneath. It just flies and hits the wall. Does that end your turn, Finn?
I got a little more movement and right back next to him. Actually, where the hell is Dani going?
Who knows?
Yeah, no, that's my turn. No bonus action.
Alright. Cressida moves into this thing. Alright. One last time, she's gonna draw the sword and attack twice and just try to pin this thing to the fucking wall.
Ugh.
That's a crit.
Nice.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's gonna
There we
go
go.
beyond that.
Get it, girl.
I think
Quality.
minimum damage actually with the crit damage, because that's 18 plus 24 plus 4 is 28. Yeah, this thing is 43 points of damage.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
This
Oh,
thing, she just runs up and she fucking skewers this thing to the wall.
dang.
That's all my hit
Ugh.
points.
It'd be really cool if I was in the room to see it, but I have
Alright.
to take your word for it.
All right.
That was, where'd Dani go?
Did the suggestion drop on Dani?
Hey,
The suggestion does drop. Dani, you're running down the staircase, and as you get to the next level, your feet halt. The charm effect leaves you, but you can see the next room. It's a slightly bigger area.
Oh,
The
boy.
staircase, a room that is also open. You can see the outside, the beautiful starlight illuminating it. There are rows and rows of tables all across the room. You see what look like people,
Oh god.
but not quite.
oh,
They're
boy.
kind of translucent, and they seem to be eating, but they're not actually picking anything up, and they seem to be speaking to each other, but no
Ghost?
sound is leaving their mouths, and they're fully in color, but they're kind of like wispy. They're not like a ghost. An ethereal ghost is like blue. They're not colored. They're almost like colorless, like a blue-gray kind of situation going on. These guys are in full color. They're not ghosts, but it's unclear. As you watch, you see these these people at the tables, and they fade into, it's like this group of 4 over here is here for a few seconds, and then this group over here at this table fades in and fades out, and each of them like kind of fades in for a couple seconds, and as you watch, it starts to loop. So there's like the first group appears again, and appears for that same like 4 or 5 seconds, and then fades again. That's the next group. Yeah, you find yourself in the perhaps strangest sort of like dining hall you've ever seen in your life.
The fuck?
Are there any?
What would everyone else like to do?
I'm running after Dani. I don't know.
Cool.
The
Yeah,
charm
yeah,
I
is
assume you
dropped.
guys all go after Dani.
Yeah.
You guys all emerge to see, skidding to a stop so you don't push her off the steps, to see the exact same sight that was just described.
Yep, them's ghosts.
When I said the ziggurat was haunted, I was kind of being facetious.
Are they actually? Does Virla know anything?
Make an
about
Arcana
this?
check.
Yeah.
Arcana 17.
17?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't get... true ghosts are part ethereal. So there's... The same way that the astral plane lies everywhere. It's the world between worlds. It's ocean touches all borders, so to speak, all shores, so to speak. In the prime material plane, there's the ethereal plane, which is sort of that to them. That's where ghosts are. Ghosts exist permanently, half in the ethereal, half in the real world. But that doesn't really make any sense here because there's no ethereal plane out here for them to be. So they couldn't be true ghosts. They're not like restless souls. They don't strike you as like petitioner souls either, which sometimes you've seen like the groups of petitioner souls out on the water waiting to be claimed. They are like aimless, and they don't repeat their actions. These guys are something else entirely. It's weird. You never see anything like it.
Okay, well,
Do
first
they
question.
notice us?
If I reach out mentally to one of them, is there anything there?
Yeah.
You reach out. What do you say?
Hello?
Roll me a d100.
Ah! Now you get charted.
We're doing the
Uh-oh.
classic Deanna Troy maneuver. Let me just open myself up to
Deanna.
psychic attack and put myself on the shelf for the rest of the episode. Okay, here we go. D100, you said.
How back is this?
Yep.
All right, the translucent one I'm going to use for the 10th place. All right, that's a 12.
Let's see. We got what? Five characters. So we'll go Virla 1, Kyana 2, Dani 3, Finbar 5, Finbar 4, Cressida 5, and a 6 I'll reroll. 5, Cressida,
Oh no.
Kyana, your ability to like reach out to read her mind just blocks off.
Okay.
Oh.
Not that that's really something you'd be able to tell without trying, but there's suddenly like there's a wall there where everyone else, you reach out with your mind and you say hello. You don't get any response. There is that psychic resonance that does it when you reach out with telepathy.
Right.
But there's not a response so much as there's just, you kind of get like a flash of like joy, for lack of a better word. Like you can kind of like it's transmitting joy and like hunger, excitement to eat. Like this, as this person's like faux eating at this like basically empty table now, you get like their headspace almost as you like reach out and there's this brief connection and then the thing vanishes and these 12 people over here appear.
Okay. I think that pretty solidly confirms that whatever these things are, they are not exactly people. Also, it occurs to me that we just had to roll on like some kind of chart both times any of us did anything that involved a psychic natural ability, and it occurs to me if we're in a damaged spelljammer and our engine was leaking wild magic when it was messed up, are we in like a magic radiation zone right now?
Everyone gets to be blue. Are there any
Well,
other
this place is
exits?
getting
There
and
is another
entrances to
staircase
the-
in here, by the way. There's another staircase across the room that goes down.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
guess
but
it.
now that Kyana
I wanna try to
uttered the words magic radiation zone, I don't know if I wanted to go down there.
I want
Well,
to.
did you already like scan that there's no like it's not magic, but you know, you guys have done magic and it's been fine, but when the purple frisbee thingy and me did the psychic stuff, that's when it started having weird knockdown effects.
Would you like for me to detect arcane energies again?
Oh, good idea, docent. Please do.
I feel like I'm activating someone else's like Alexa.
That's exactly what's happening, basically. You see, that blue kind of like scan goes off. Detecting trace amounts of enchantment.
The enchantment school, you mean?
Yeah, School of Enchantment.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was nothing. You checked up on the top deck. There was nothing inside. There's stuff going on.
Is it
And
possible
it's
that like this
ambient.
room it looks like a cafeteria, right? Like, and this spelljammer must have been
Like a
huge.
really not cafeteria is kind of a bad word for it. It's really nice.
Dining hall.
But yes.
Banquet
Yeah.
hall.
Fine. And,
And by the way, the people are dressed very fine. You see they have lots of like scarves and like big like robes and things like that.
actually, that's something. Do these
Kind of
people
lots of
look
jewel tones.
like? Are there any? Again, cultural identification. Like, are they mostly like human or elves or something
They are
else?
mostly human.
Okay, that doesn't narrow
Like
it down at all.
like it's a party. This is the queen's living quarters, right? Maybe they're trying to keep her entertained.
They
We
banished.
have no
yeah.
idea if this was made for the queen.
I mean, I don't know who else
It
would
makes
be here.
sense.
Yeah.
If
Things
I
are
was
looking more
if I was a
progressive
queen,
fancy.
which I am.
I want to try just walking out into the crowd and heading for one of the other staircases.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just want to see if
I
they
feel
have any
like
go-
maybe
reaction
this
to my
room was
presence.
just enchanted to make sure that anyone dining here is having a good
Okay.
time and doesn't feel
Is
like they're
there-
dining alone.
Anything else moving in this room that aren't these weird not ghost thingies?
We'll find out.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
One way or another, we're gonna learn.
Okay, not great. 15.
No.
Okay.
Can I also make a perception check?
Sure.
Yay.
I won't make a perception check because it will make no difference.
18.
There we go. Nope.
Seems all
Okay.
clear.
Okay,
Alright,
let's
well,
leave
They
then.
ain't nothing in here but these folks, and they seem to be doing all right on their own. Let's
Danny,
keep moving.
you step out and yeah, like one of them like appears right where you're walking,
Oh,
but you
Jesus.
pass right through it, and there's no other than the fact that it kind of like the image kind of dissipates for a second as you walk through it and then reforms like a little bit of fog. There's no like real like feedback. No, there's no effect from it.
All right.
Alright.
Well, I guess nothing to do but keep on keeping on.
No, yeah, sorry, let's keep going. I just
Next
had
room.
thoughts. Sorry. Nothing I'm gonna share.
Cressida just walks up to Kyana and is like, "Is this as spooky to you guys as it is to me?" Or
Yeah, this is a new one. This is a new level of creepy.
I didn't
No,
want
it's
to
actually a glass at
green
45
by
degrees.
admitting
It's
I've never
shining the
seen
light onto.
This the
Oh,
refraction.
it's a
of-
pepper. oh shit, what's it called? Pepper's Ghost.
Pepper's Ghost.
yeah,
effect?
yeah, exactly.
I know my Disney history. Cool. So there's
okay.
there's another staircase. Is that where you guys are gonna go?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's
Let's
keep
go.
descending into the pyramid of horrors.
You guys
Weird, jovial
descend.
theme park horrors.
Pyramid.
As you
Pyramid of
enter down now, you see you entered up into the largest space by far. The staircase is longer than any of the others, and in fact, it opens up a little bit. So normally you're inside the structure, and then the staircase just lets out. This opens up, so you're walking along a spiral staircase that has no walls on either side. You can see out, and indeed, you guys enter into the largest space yet. It is huge. There you see these sconces on the wall let out this kind of orange light that illuminates the room, even though there are the whole wall here isn't see-through, but there are like chunks that are still that like opaque from the outside, translucent from the inside kind of situation. So you can see the astral sea, but it's lit not by the starlight so much as by these lamps. You see it is a catwalk, so to speak, this balcony sort of situation that lines the entire, like all four walls of the room, connected but also probably held up by magic because it's only connected in a couple spots. This beautiful tiled all the way down, and down on the floor you see this huge open space with these beautiful like brownish red tiling. It appears to be some sort of ballroom, which becomes evident because you see those same manifestations
gonna say.
are happening as you see people dancing together down on the walk, and then but in eerie utter silence as they appear and then vanish again. There's no music, ambient music or anything floating through. In the center of the room is a large connected by so the catwalk goes all the way around, and then there's one pathway that leads to the center of the room where there's this big pillar with a top. It's like a raised platform. You can go stand on it. And indeed, you see standing on it in the middle of the room, there's some a crude desk and a couple other small pieces of furniture there. But standing among it, you see a figure. It's back to you. It is bone white.
Oh no.
And
It's a mummy.
as you enter, you look up, you see this figure. You see there's a couple floating around. You see these kind of spheres. They're about the size of a beach ball, like a big beach ball, but they're purple. And they have eyes on them
Oh no.
that kind of
What?
blink, and they're slowly just kind of drifting, really slowly drifting up and down. As you enter, you guys all walk onto this platform. You see the figure, the bone white figure, lifts its head and then turns slightly. You see a face that has like kind of black hollow eyes, no mouth. It's just smooth where the mouth should be. It has almost it looks kind of like a robe, but it has it's not. It's part of the body. It has like a high collar of like kind of bone with white between it, and its robe is actually a couple tentacles that hang over the body. And as you enter, it slowly turns a little bit, and you hear it say out, "What? What is this?" And as it turns, you see it's not really looking with its eyes so much as its torso, in which you see there is like a hole, and inside it almost looks like the gibbering mouth, but there's like red with a series of eyes and a mouth in there, which is the thing that moves and speaks when it says that.
It's
the
Crane.
tentacle robe flowing, it drifts its feet like a couple inches off the ground, and it just slowly turns and examines each of you. What is this?
We're your rescue party.
So this probably isn't the queen,
Highness.
Oh god.
No.
You see Cressida leans over, she goes, "I really hope that's not the queen."
I will pay you money if that turns out to be the queen.
Okay, yeah, alright.
Okay.
So what do you say, Finn?
We're your rescue party, your highness, and I will bow very awkwardly.
That is an extremely charitable interpretation of the current situation. I'm just gonna wave awkwardly.
Did we call for rescuers? I don't remember.
Turn to Cressida.
Yeah, why are we talking
Banishment
Cressida?
is done,
This is
right? That's the queen,
Cressida's
right?
like, I was asked to get a queen. I don't know what that thing is.
Yeah.
Isn't
I'm
the
sorry,
queen
real quick.
also
You said it
supposed to
had
be
like
pregnant?
tentacles.
Yep, they kind of form a robe. Why don't I show
You have a
Please do.
picture.
I need
I'll
to
show
know
you
if
a
I'm
quick
getting
little
Mind
pic.
Flayer vibes or not, because that'll color my
It's
reaction.
not
No,
it's not quite mind flayery. It's definitely weird looking, but
Huh.
it's
Funny
not
looking.
quite.
We're in a pyramid. There's been a lot of stuff that you might find in a tomb. I'm just saying. I think it's a mummy. I think this is the mummy episode.
You just named the episode "The Mummy
The Mummy
1990."
1999, an homage. The Mummy 1999 in space.
I feel like that means that Cressida is the Brendan Fraser of this group.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, she is.
Well, actually, which
okay.
if we were if all of
yeah.
the Rolling
Yeah.
with Difficulty crew was in The Mummy 1999, which character would they be?
Shh.
Austin,
So, yeah.
Mirla
So
is
that's the
definitely
thing
the
you say.
Edie. I feel like that's a slam dunk, right? Book
Boy,
smart.
that's a funny looking thing, isn't it?
It is
So-
funny looking.
Are you
So the
guys
tentacles aren't coming from the
seeing
face so
something?
much as they're
'Cause
just
I'm-
part of the body.
My roll 20 is not.
It's
showing.
inside
Inside
chatter.
chatter.
Oh.
Definitely designed by someone who watched a lot of Alien movies, I think.
It's a little Giger.
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 She's got like a crown on, right? That's like.
It looks like a
stuff.
queen. Does
You
it
guys
not?
are really being optimistic
All right,
about this.
I'll
It also
step forward. I'll
okay.
step forward. And,
I like the miscommunication, but it is kind of dude-shaped as well. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll step forward and I will say, "Hello, I am Virla. Who might you be?"
Who are we?
We?
Uh-oh. Plural.
We.
That's always
When
risky.
we met Aveline, she said to us, "Who are you, stranger?" We like stranger. You may call us stranger.
Awesome. What was that about meeting someone?
So this is not this stranger thing is not the queen.
Noir?
Jail for Virla. Wait, knock it off.
Stranger Things season 4
Title
volume
card.
1.
Okay, okay.
This is now a Stranger Things podcast.
How did you find us?
We're looking for someone who may have been on this ship at some point.
There were many people on this ship at some point.
This one would have
You
been
see,
more recent.
it floats to the edge, and its head doesn't look down at the figures, but instead the body, the eyes in the chest look down. What do you say, Kyana?
I said this person would have been here more recently.
Oh, time is a strange thing. in the void. But I think I know who you speak. The Queen Aveline?
Yes.
Yeah, that's who
yes,
we were
exactly.
looking for. Yeah,
That's her name.
Can you kindly point us in her direction, and then we'll get out of here.
She, motions with a hand, resides downstairs when we are not speaking to her.
Vague.
Are you protecting? Wait, did he say we are not speaking to her? Or
Yes.
He is not.
When we are not, she's downstairs when we're not talking to her.
When? Okay.
It's
I think I missed
Oh,
the
okay.
when. Okay.
Okay.
Can
When
do
you are
you mind
talking
if
to
we
her, where is
go-
she?
We've been sent
Please.
to bring her out of here and back to her home. Is that going to be a problem?
That is sad. You know, she is something quite special.
Huh.
Is it secretly
I
a
wish. You see it looks. Yeah, it kind of looks around again. It says, "I wish many things. We wish to know her longer, but no, of no consequence. Her immortality is not like ours. Pity. We're sorry. What was the question?
Saving the queen, bringing her back to where she came from?
Did it say own her?
We are sorry, yes. You wish to save her. Please. We are not her keeper.
We are not.
And it motions, you notice in the pillar it's standing on, there's a door on kind of like the far side that has stairs down.
Cool.
And then as you start to go, it stops and says, "Will you leave us anything? There is already so much left here. We would hate to be alone with ourselves."
Let me just check my inventory.
It is kind of rude for us to just like not leave anything, you know.
I wonder if the stranger wants a potion of hill giant strength.
Danny will glance at Cressida and then be like, no, that'd be too evil.
Whoa!
Finbar does
Cressida goes-
have a lot of pixies.
You glance at her and she goes, "What?"
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I actually,
Would you like jewelry?
you want someone to talk
I-
to, right?
We enjoy conversations. It is so little of these remain. Motions down to the silent images dancing down the floor. Only the joy, none of the wit.
I got nothing.
We do not recall the feeling of joy anymore.
Um,
Why is it that only the things we hate of ourselves get to be immortal, and the joy must die?
you seem like the waxing poetic type. Now, I'm a bit more, straightforward, but I do have a trick that I think might be good for you. So I'm gonna take a boomerang out of my inventory, because apparently I have one of those. And since I'm-
God, what?
You stole it from a gift?
Obviously. Boomerang.
Good thing about Boomerang, he always comes back.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna,
Boomerangs.
I'm gonna make this thing. So when I tinker with this, I can make it say something to you over and over again. And I don't understand how like introspection works super well, but the idea is that it's gonna prompt you, and then you can wax poetic about whatever you want. So I'll go about my magical tinkering on this boomerang to imbue it with a 6-second long recorded message that it just emits periodically. What does it mean? And it just is going to repeat Danny saying, "What does it mean?" periodically over and over again. So just take this with you and go explore, see things, and you can respond to it with whatever you want, and it'll always ask again. But you can perfect your answer over time. Boomerang. It always comes back.
I feel like this is more
It
insulting.
floats across the gap up to you.
This is actually a very creative gift. I approve.
I'm very impressed by it. First of all, that's an inspiration damage.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Second, it floats across the gap to you. Please make a persuasion check, Dani.
Flat
Oh.
charisma.
You did just get
I did just get an
inspiration, so.
Okay, I'm gonna add my inspiration to it just in case. Is that a D8 at this level?
Yep, it's
Yeah.
a D8.
I played Bard for a while. Okay, that's better.
Heh.
And just to buff it up a little bit, I'll use my flash of genius to have come up with this idea and add 3 to this. So that's
Okay.
21 total.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
21. You see it puts out its impossibly long-fingered hands, takes the boomerang from you.
What does it mean?
What is the message?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
It says, "What does it mean?" And then the Eldritch Lich looks up at you and says,
The what? Excuse me?
"How does it remember?"
What does it mean?
The face looks at you, as it's like, "How does the object remember?" I wish I could. I wish we could.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah, you see it returns back to its like sort of like makeshift kind of like lab there and puts the thing down. You see there's like as it walks, there's like not quite a bureau, but it's like a big like bureau piece of furniture. The real answer is it has no real name because as it walks past, a single eye opens in the middle of the bureau and watches as the Eldritch Lich floats by, puts the boomerang down, just begins to kind of contemplate it.
All right,
What would you
let's
guys like to do?
Let's go through the door and get the queen right now. I get the feeling this guy's not hostile, but I think his brain is about at like an 80-degree angle to the way the rest of us think and perceive the world.
I think maybe we should do our job as fast as possible and then leave.
Yeah, let's do it. To be
Yeah.
fair, I feel like this is the kind
Do
of
you
guy
still
who'd probably
want to
do the
take
same
this
thing for
Spelljammer, Dani?
3 years without noticing.
Do you still want to take this Spelljammer?
I don't know. We have a spelljammer. I like investigating other ships, but there's no visible mechanics anywhere in here, and I value my own ability to be alive and continue to fix our spelljammer more than I value my ability to poke around in the ducts of this one. So I think we should probably
Yeah.
just.
Besides, we know where he is. We can come back and
Very
visit
well.
if we want.
That's true.
Yeah, the
Maybe
crazy
it's
one's
a-
right. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Crazy one.
You guys-
Go,
You
go,
guys-
go, let's get
I
the queen.
shuffle
I
everyone
imagine it's-
forward.
It's as fast as you can go without like being obvious, like
Yeah.
you know, kind of like a power walk, heads down kind of thing. You walk your way around the balcony, down to the dance floor, through them, and finally down the spiral staircase into a dark. It is dark down here. So those of you who don't have dark vision, which I don't know how
Do
many
we still
of you,
have dark
this
vision
is difficult
from
to see in.
Wally's spell, or
Well, if it's been less than 10 minutes, I still have magical dark vision. So,
Yeah, I'd say it's close, but you're okay.
sweet. Let's do it.
Queen, looking for a queen. Anyone here look like Padme Amidala? Where are we looking?
You guys,
You
guys
your
make your
dark
way
vision
through.
lasts 8 hours.
After
Oh,
2
okay,
years
yeah,
in
so you
exile,
gotta
she might not look so much like
prove
Padme anymore. Just saying. Let's temper our expectations.
you see there's lots of little rooms down here. A lot of them have beds in them, like they're nice bed chambers. There's like you pass like what clears to be like a kitchen sort of setup, and as you're walking through, your footsteps are kind of echoing through the stone, and you hear a woman's voice come through. Who's there?
Your Highness?
You see a woman walks out. She's got a torch. Obviously, she's a human. She's got a torch that's burning. Dressed in fine green, dark skin. Her hair is. It's got one of those like tie thing. What's the word I'm looking for? It's you tie it down to keep your hair in.
Oh, yeah.
Like kind of like a kerchief kind of situation, tying it down. And she is like 9.5 months pregnant.
Yep,
like,
I
it's a
knew
very
it.
pregnant woman.
I knew it! God, that's
you,
a nightmare.
You figured it out. You figured
Yeah,
it out
see,
She's
immediately,
been
right?
9.5 months pregnant for a long time.
Good lord. Let's get her out of
yeah.
here. If
This makes
she
more sense.
She kind of
Yeah.
looks shocked. She's like, "Who?"
Hi, we're the crew of
Are
the
you
Cressida,
Aspera,
this one's all you.
and this lady hired us to
Cressida-
find you.
Cressida steps forward. She goes, "Your Highness, my name is Cressida. Are you the Queen Aveline?" She says, "I am. How do you know that?" She says, I've been sent by Tuath to bring you home. Things and, well, you and your heir. Things have changed back to how they were, so I guess they're the... I'm sorry, I've never really spoken to royalty before. If you'd like to leave, I've got a spider. She's kind of like looks shocked.
It's very efficient. I can vouch for it.
I understand.
It's magic. It'll take you home.
Very well.
You should have midwives on
Yes,
hand.
I have
I didn't want to say anything, but like
nothing to collect, so please, my escort, lead the way.
Yeah, of course.
You guys.
We gotta go back into that room, don't
Back.
Yeah, we just
as
got
It's
a
okay,
group.
we'll be fine.
We should
Walk
be
like you
quiet
know what
as
you're
we
doing.
cross
She
through the
goes.
ballroom.
She goes. Just so you know, there is a creature here. Refers to itself as stranger.
We gave it
I
a
talked to
boomerang.
the-
It
Oh,
should
yeah.
be okay, but just kind of keep moving as we go past him.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool actually. Maybe we should talk to him more later. But like not now. We're
Yeah.
getting there
There-
first.
She kind of pauses. Alien, but not evil.
That's the
It's
vibe
hard
I
to
got.
explain if you haven't spoken to them at length. But regardless, I'm happy to be going home. Please
Yeah.
lead the way. You guys make your way back out. There's a moment where you see the lich and the queen kind of like both look at each other and then pass through. But no words are exchanged or anything. Just acknowledgement it's happened.
They fucked.
What
You
does
guys
it
make
mean?
your way.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Don't make it creepy, guys. They're just friends.
What does it mean?
You guys make your way back up, out, help her down
Yep.
the pyramid.
Yeah.
The retriever Lula is excited to see Cressida again.
Aw.
Help this very pregnant woman down the steep pyramid steps.
I think it'll just be more efficient to carry her, honestly.
Yeah,
How long?
I will carry
Oh, cool.
her.
You offer to carry her.
Yep.
I
She's
can
a little.
carry her
She's a
and
little
move
embarrassed to be.
True.
That's true. Well, whoever wants to. She's a little embarrassed because she is a queen, but also
Right.
she's not really in a position to argue. So
Yeah.
she.
I'll admit, I was really worried we weren't going to find her alive, but it turns out she was being protected by some magical HRGR tentacle monster, so thank goodness.
She goes. How long has it been? In
We have literally no
the
idea.
time here is impossible to tell.
Yeah, Cressida.
How long
Yeah,
has it been?
you're asking the wrong people.
I think she said a couple
Cressida
years.
looks. She says, "It's been a few years, Your Highness." She goes, "Well, it's given me a lot of time to think of names. So, silver lining."
Have you considered Dani? It's a really popular name in the city of Brass.
I was going to suggest stranger, but go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if either of those names are really appropriate.
I've never dealt with babies before, so
I would like to thank you all, though. I'm sure you're just sellswords into this. This is nothing new or remarkable, but to me,
It's always new.
it's an act I can never fully repay. So, you're welcome anytime in the peaceful kingdoms of Arcadia and my kingdom, if you find yourself there.
well, that's wonderful.
Appreciated.
If you find any fines that have been charged to the Aspera, could you see? I don't know if you are the person who I don't remember the name.
It was a different kingdom. We were in the
Yeah.
Or in
the rotating
gardens or
forests
whatever.
or something. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
The rhythmic gardens.
that's the stuff.
But if you were to ever come across any documents bearing the name of the Aspera and they were linked to fines or crimes or somewhat, I am not requesting that you forgive them entirely, but perhaps
How about
keep
we
this
get the
interaction
heavily
in
pregnant
mind.
queen back home where she can process all the stuff that just happened and not have to
talk to
worry
her.
about fixing
I
our
think
receipts.
I'm probably greatly in denial, but your spirit is taken well, Mechanites. And again, I extend my invitation. If you're over there, you are heroes to myself and the kingdom.
Aw.
Should we set sail? Cressida steps forward and says,
Yeah.
Actually, Your Highness, if
Not quite.
you would like a faster route, I can take you immediately home.
Yep. Good luck with the
She
baby.
goes,
And spider.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've had apparently years to look forward to everything, so
Yep.
I'll be happy to finally move forward. Thank you.
Yep.
all. You see Lulu steps forward. Cressida gives a nod and says, "Well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Like actual fun. I thought it was going to be boring out here, but it's been actual fun."
No, it's always like this. Some new nightmare.
So we originally negotiated for a ride, but I feel like potentially we've gone beyond the original scope of our agreement. We're not big on fees or anything, but if
We're gonna discuss this
Kind of a
later.
bad look to
Have a great time.
renegotiate.
Great trip back to Arcadia. Good luck with the immediate childbirth. We will see you lovely people later. Dani, get
I'll
on
meet
the
you
ship.
back in Seagull.
Well, I do,
Good sailing. Cressida gives a funny little like salute to you guys and says, "Happy sailing."
Yep.
And then
ya.
Lula puts 2 arms over both of them, and there's that like vibration. They seem to like kind of spread out and then collapse in as Lula plane ships them both away.
Fantastic. Let's go reattune
End of
the
adventure.
ship.
yeah, I need to reattune.
Yep. You
I think
guys
I do, too.
pick up the broken pieces, and I assume get the fuck out of there
Yeah,
as
we're
soon
gonna
as possible.
He's
Fantastic.
definitely a strange fellow in there.
I wouldn't mind hanging out with him more later, but not right now.
he gets to
Virla
listen
is
to
so
Dan.
curious. Virla just wants to learn more about that creature, but
We can like
also
add him
is-
to the rotation with Maxim of like cryptic magic hermits we hang out with sometimes.
Virla is
I love a
absolutely
good
going to
cryptic
watch
magic.
that.
Can
Good job,
I-
guys.
Do you
That
know of this
totally could have
person?
been a combat. That totally could have been a combat encounter, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no,
But Dani
I
just
did
fucking clutched
not
it.
want to have that one.
It's unhinged. Like strangers like wacky.
It
you know?
takes wacky
Yeah.
to
Not
know
malicious,
wacky, baby. If you need
but-
some crazy
like
solution.
if you had been unconvincing. But that was honestly, I'm very impressed with the like. That's the exact kind of. I'm trying to think of like a good the Dani solution was the exact kind of like weird doesn't make sense answer that kind of makes sense because the rule like the rules
Yeah.
are wacky here, so it's the exact kind of thing that wouldn't normally work, but that kind of hit. And then you rolled, I mean, Flash
Yeah.
of Genius took it. DC spoilers, DC was 20.
Oh my god, I thought you were
Genius took
being
you up over 21.
excessive.
no.
Flash of Genius took you to 21.
You were gonna put us
so-
in a third combat encounter?
I was gonna put us in the third
yeah, you don't
combat.
want to fight the
midnight?
Eldritch Lich either.
Yeah, I was not.
This was also the session that I wrote after I read the new monsters compendium that was all new Spelljammer monsters.
Yeah.
That was like there were also things you didn't fight that were around, but there were like a bunch of the monsters in here were all from that compendium, including the Eldritch Lich, which is a lich that instead of being a wizard and studies to learn how to be immortal, is a warlock who gets a thing implanted in it and gets to live forever with a parasite keeping it alive.
I figured that's what it was. I was
So-
like, that's
Nope.
the thing that's actually speaking to us is the mouther, not the actual thing of bone.
And now it
That's
gets
so
to
cool.
listen
Well,
to
they're
Danny's
kind of the same
voice
thing,
for
but-
eternity
Yeah.
from a boomerang.
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I honestly feel like
Oh
that
my
might
God.
be all that's needed to keep him contained.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Just-
more too. If you guys had a bad, by the way, a botched roll wouldn't have been like, oh, he attacks you, but it would have been like, okay,
Oh
you guys need
no,
a new angle. So there was more you
had
could
a
have
back-
learned.
I had a backup
but
just in case
oh
that
my
didn't go
goodness,
well.
that was
But
fun.
no, Dani
I hope you guys
clutched
enjoyed.
it.
I'm still
Can
really
I-
curious about this spell.
It was fun to
Jen.
have a social encounter as the climax instead of a
Yeah,
combat.
that's always fun.
I agree,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I mark this location on my star map
Totally.
so
Yeah,
that we
go for
could
it.
Yes.
possibly find it again?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
The ship is dead in the water because the helm is fucked.
We're gonna
Yeah, oh,
come
we
back,
might be here
and
for
this
a little
guy's
bit.
gonna be like, I've had to listen to this bitch say the same 3 words for like what feels like centuries. If I see you, it's on site. Really fun, though.
Curious about this spelljammer.
So when do we
Oh,
get
totally.
paid?
So
Austin.
Yes.
We'll go back to Sigil.
I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking about. You're gonna have to wait for that. You guys are in the Astral Sea right now. Thank you everyone who came along for the ride. I don't know how much of this we left in, but thank you everyone who came along for the ride. I had super fun with this one. Thank you for sticking out with the long episode. It truly means a lot that you guys would ever listen to even 5 minutes of me saying anything, let alone many, many hours of us playing this game. We
It
love
never
doing it.
gets
We love
less
doing it for
baffling.
you. So I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, yeah.
I need
Peace out.
Peace, everybody.
Bye. Hi, I'm Sophia, aka Dani, and thank you for listening to this week's episode of Rolling with Difficulty. If you have any questions for the show, feel free to tweet at us, hit us up on Instagram, or email the program directly at rollwithdifficulty@gmail.com. Rolling with Difficulty is now available on YouTube. Check out our video offerings for battle maps alongside the regular uploads, and if you enjoyed the show, please rate us and leave a review on your preferred podcast platform, or comment on YouTube. And we'll catch you next week for another adventure.